This will be gross.
What's happening, family? This is another episode of Open Field Podcast. My face will be here very soon. Hey, man, listen, it's been a great season. We had some great times, a lot of great takes. Listen, I have done my due diligence, and the little money that I have spent a large amount of erasing everything I have bad to say about Bryce Young. So if you're looking for it, it's gonna be hard to find. I think Mike will find the last thing that I ever said bad about him. From this moment on, I've always been a Bryce Young fan, and I never doubted him. But I'm gonna go to say this, man. Listen, we were just talking about it real quick. CJ Stroud. A lot of conversations was had last week. CJ Stroud, and I understand line that you guys were talking about his O-line. Nigga, he missed throws on a large occasion. Like, even when he had time to pocket, he didn't make throws, dog. He looked mid as fuck this year. Now, again, I do know his O-line is very bad. I apologize because I'm back. But I'm gonna say this much: he definitely misses a lot of throws.
He has been inconsistent this year. Yes,
like it's been so many times where and listen, I know Riddell watching because he a hard Nico Collins fan. Dog, he throws some throws where you be like, she say, what you doing, bro? But we'll give Russell Wilson flat. Like we like who we like.
Don't put CJ and Russell Wilson in the same conversation because it is not.
Whoa, let's get something very clear. Russell Wilson has been better than CJ Stroud this year. Don't even do it.
This year. They're not in the same conversation this year.
Has he really been better though?
I don't know about all that.
Has he not?
Has a one play style. Hey, George Pickens, go catch
Russell
the ball.
Wilson has one good game.
The number one wide receiver.
Russell Wilson. What?
So, wait. So, just to be clear, Riddell, is CJ Stroud game not? Hey, Nico Collins, where are you? Is that not his game?
But it's not just throwing it up. Nico Collins is a versatile route tree, and
now it is.
Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell too, on a lot of various ways as well. Russell Wilson, not so much. It's either a check down or throw a deep. Like
so, won't we agree that one of the reasons why Russell Wilson and listen, I'm off the Steelers, but I'm just saying Russell don't got nobody but you see that pass he threw to Williams that could have been caught for a touchdown that he dropped. Like, who else he got other than Austin? And then finally at the end of the season, now we throwing a fair move. I've been saying fair move a top 10 tight end this whole year. Now we want to give him the ball. He should be getting featured like he was last game every game. I'm done.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's probably top 10. I'll give him that. I'll give him that.
He's dog. You see how they used him last game? They should be featuring him the same way the 49ers feature Greg Kittle, the same way any of these tight ends that you like. They should be force feeding him, dog. I feel this whole year they've been kind of bull jiving with him, but he opens up so much of the offense because he has great hands. He's a route runner. Like, I don't understand why they wouldn't give him the ball. Now Russell finally throwing it to him the last two games. Man,
wait,
I'm done. I'm done.
Can I say who Pat Freiermuth clears real quick? And this is going to revert back to CJ Stroud. And by the way, before I say this, not capable for CJ Stroud. He hasn't been good. But Pat Freiermuth clears Dalton Schultz, bro. Dalton Schultz is a massive fraud, bro. Such a fraud. The dude creates no separation. He's a play action, run that little thing that they do with the tight end goes around off a play action on a little screen pass and gets like 10 yards merchant. And that's honestly the biggest problem is, like, I would say before Stephon Diggs and Tank Dell got hurt, CJ was still playing fine. Was he playing at the level he was last year? Not, because if he was, he would have gone crazy. But I think they just don't have enough. And with that lack of offensive line, his progressions, his decision-making has just taken a massive hit. His footwork, everything is down. Everything is down.
And that is the exact reason why I'm gonna make sure I say it now, but I'm gonna do a whole thing soon. Bryce Young, that's that reason why I wrote Bryce Young a letter and sent it to him. I hope he got it, because I'm be honest with you, I gave him a hard time. But CJ showed you when things ain't where they supposed to be at, it ain't easy for his ass neither. So I gave Bryce Young a hard time about him not being nowhere near CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud looked bad this year, and I'm gonna say it right now. I don't care what anybody say. Bryce Young is way more accurate than CJ Stroud
this year.
Real
quick on
no.
Because I need.
What is he on? Sorry, Lonnie, go.
Yeah, more accurate this year. But anyway, back on the Steelers, they should never sat Justin Fields because we saw since Justin Fields, like before when the first few games with Justin Fields, they actually had a really good run game with him, Najee Harris, and Warren. Like they were actually getting really good numbers from the run game. And then as soon as Russell Wilson came in, the run game has plummeted to like probably bottom 5 run game in the league. Najee Harris is a fraud. I'm sorry to tell you.
I say Najee Harris is awful. He's awful. Get him off the team. Get him off the NFL.
So when
he's awful.
saying like, oh, Russell Wilson is
always
the
know,
offense. He's doing so much for the offense. His total QBR this year was 51.3. Do you know what Justin Fields was? 51.1.
I'm gonna disagree.
Give 1 second. And I'm gonna let you cook now. If we watch the game, let's be honest, dog. Russell opened that playbook up way more. Like Fields is bullshit. But go ahead.
I'm gonna disagree. I think they gave Justin every single chance he could to take that job away from Russ, and he couldn't do it.
But they've only gone worse offensively.
I think they would have been. I think they would have been.
They would have figured them out.
From Russ.
No. I think the fact that we can, the offense is it markedly better? No, but I think it's still better than what it would have been with Justin Fields.
Well, that's really not.
I ain't gonna lie, hey, Lonnie, how you saying that, bro? That first
Also, my thing
they
is,
was giving you 30 burgers.
hold on.
Them niggas can barely score 15 points with Justin Fields.
Okay, but not. We've all known. Okay, I could have. Najee Harris could have performed this way with Justin Fields or without Justin Fields. He started off hot. He flamed out. There was a reason why. What's the other dude's name? The backup to Najee Harris, or who's technically the starter.
Yeah,
Warren is a better running back.
Yeah, he's the better back.
But also,
Warren was struggling with
adding to the
injury.
running
I
game.
agree, Random.
He's such a, the pass. I understand he's that much better as a runner, but passing, he would fail you. He's going to fail you as a passer, and you're going to need to be able to pass. Say whether you like it or not. Russ is able to make some. Sure, the stats.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. But this was sure you're going to use the stats because Russ played more. I think if Justin Fields plays this whole time, the offense is worse than what it is right now. Because eventually they stop the running game and they tell Justin Fields you have to pass, and he can't do it. Not
maybe this is more of
as
a
effectively as Russ can.
Maybe
Mind you, I'm not saying hold on, early.
Hold
on. I'm not saying that Russ is this amazing passer. Don't get me wrong, but they're not. I don't think the Steelers are even a playoff team with Justin Fields. Sure, maybe they're 9 wins, but they're not a playoff team. Russ got them. Russ helped them get to the playoffs. I don't think Justin Fields could have done that. I know we want Justin Fields to work. We really do. I'm one of them. I want him to work. But at this point, you cannot tell me. Russ at one point he was on the sideline watching Justin play games, and they said we gave him all the chance he could, and he couldn't do it. They gave him as many chances as they could.
Well, I think I see Lonnie's point because I just think having a guy that dynamic as a runner opens up the offense with the running game. But I will say, you look at the schedule who they were playing early. They played the Falcons, they played the Broncos, which they put up 13 points. They played the Chargers, solid, Colts, Cowboys, Raiders, Jets, Giants, Commanders, and then they played the Ravens. And then after that, their offense kind of went downhill, except for that one Bengals game where they went crazy. But, like, to me, I just think this offensive line was fool's gold. It was playing probably better than it should, and they were playing teams that weren't that good. And then once the end of the season hit, the fatigue hit in, I mean, they just could not get any goals, bro.
Yeah, but how crazy their schedule was down the stretch. They had one of the craziest.
But the truth of the matter
is, wait, early, real quick. I just want to say, I don't think that Justin Fields I don't think he deserved it because of the Cowboys game. He played so bad. That was when Mike Tomlin was like, nah,
they should have won that game.
Yeah, they should have.
Here's the thing, though. If you really watch when you watch the games, dog, I'm be honest with you, like, y'all know I'm rooting for Justin Fields when the season started. The biggest problem with Justin Fields is this: Riddell comes on here and says, "Oh, Russell Wilson just throw it to George Pickens." You know who wasn't doing that? They literally did not have a passing game with Fields. And Fields, he was so fearful because of what he dealt with in Chicago that he was scared to make any mistakes, so he wasn't trying anything. If Justin Fields would have tried, literally, he keeps his job if he just do what Russell does. throw him George Pickens, let him make a play. Like, dog, like he was so fearful that he wouldn't even do that. Their passing game, their routes that were run, the play calling, it was so simple behind them. And yes, you have your running game, but they had to win games where you had to grind it out and you had to barely beat teams, and the defense had to get 2 or 3 turnovers. That wasn't the way to play. I'm a Justin Fields. I want to see him succeed. But to be honest with you, when you watch them games, that offense was awful. The very first week Russell Wilson gets there, he's bad in the first quarter, kind of going to the second quarter. He turns it up. They drop a 30 piece. We're like, oh, shit. For 2 or 3 weeks, he was dropping 30 pieces. And we was like, yo, this offense is a whole different ball game. Now, I will say this much. Jalen Warren is better than Najee Harris, but he's not a starting back. They need to go get somebody young and thoroughbred. Amari Hampton, Ollie Gordon, get one of these back. Shit, if y'all can get your boy late, Scatterbo, get a running back who wants to run the ball. Najee Harris literally runs like he has bricks in his back pocket. Even Eddie Lacy didn't run this bad, dog. He is so dog. It takes him
early. I'm with you, bro. I feel like Amari Hampton's the best running back in this class, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, Ollie Gordon is nice. But I feel like Amari's just a better blend of size and speed.
Real quick, random, real quick, because I forgot Early wasn't here. Yeah, so Early. So right now, Najee Harris has like 4 straight years of 1,000 yards. So if he gets 4 more years of 1,000 yards,
I heard this. I heard this. Let me ask you something, really, because we did this thing about Mike Evans. I heard this before, right? I heard this. I watched the whole show. Great shit, guys. You guys were absolutely amazing. I'm gonna say this to you, right? Because you're being funny, right? So with Mike Evans, right? He just tied Jerry Rice, right, for the most 1,000 yards seasons all time.
He's second. He's Jerry Rice in first.
No. They're tied this year. They're tied.
Never been.
He's the only other one to do it for 8 straight seasons, but Jerry Rice has done it longer.
No.
They're not tied.
Yeah.
He was tied. No, early. He was tied with Randy Moss. Now he's Jerry's left.
He's not tied with Rice. He's not tied with Jerry Rice. Jerry Rice has 14.
He's the only other one that's hit 8 straight like Jerry Rice.
It's consecutive.
All right, cool.
Because Jerry was injured.
He's tied. He's tied for the most consecutive, which is like 11 years, right?
Right.
That's the most consecutive. So let me say this though. Okay, whatever. Okay, not top 5. There's no way you're gonna tell me, because we're being nasty about this whole Najee Harris thing. F Najee Harris. If Mike Evans goes one more year, 1,000 yards, he will have the most 1,000-yard seasons consecutive of all time. Having something like that notched in your dog, that's a top 10 receiver all time, dog. I'm sorry, bro. What? Like, goddamn. But here, listen.
You can name.
Wait. Let me say this. Can I say this? Here's what y'all do.
I know what you're going to say earlier.
And maybe I'm going to break it down. Because I'm not biased on Mike Evans. I don't care enough about Mike Evans. I'm just respecting his game.
You're a production guy.
Here's what y'all do. Yeah, of course. Here's what y'all do.
Same energy. So
wait. No, wait. That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing.
It's not the same thing.
I'm going to tell you why I had the same thing. Because Najee Harris has had how many years of 1,000 yards?
4
straight.
4 straight. Cool. If Najee Harris puts up 11 straight years of 1,000 yards rushing season. Yeah, no, because you're not. Yeah, dog. Part of the reason. No. Y'all don't have me. Part of the reason why we're putting respect on Mike Evans' name is because of how long somebody is doing something. Like, let's be real. If F. Dot plays for the Wizards and F. Dot gives you 30 points a game for 2 years straight, Bradley Beal did that. We go, damn, that's pretty good. But if F. Dot gives you 14 years of 30 points a game or 25 points a game, you're going to look at him and go, damn, this nigga been hooping for a very long time. The consistency starts to outweigh a lot of things. Now, this is what you guys do. Wait, and I'm out of here. Because I want to wait, let me finish. This is what you guys do. That's not the same thing, but your biggest problem is that you don't think he's a top 5 prime guy all time, top 10 prime. You're right. He ain't. When you start lining him up with who got better hands and who was faster or who run better routes. Yeah, you're right. I get it. He ain't the flashy nigga that you want to see. But
that's not what we're saying,
productivity in the long run. But here's the thing, though. I can sit down with a Vernon Davis. I can sit down with a Stephon Diggs. I can sit down with a Trayvon. I can sit down with a DeQuell Jackson and talk with these niggas about football, and they will tell you, as niggas who actually play the game of football, that is not only respected.
Why the best minds who never played the game? Why the best minds of football actually never played the game? Bill Belichick never played a snap of football. No, I hate that. I hate that fucking argument. This is my problem. When you rely on stats. Now, when you rely on stats to decide placement, when we're talking top 10, then a lot of people are going to be in the top 10 that we all know. We all know F. Dot. We all know Michael don't belong in there. Eli Manning's not a top 10. Eli Manning's not a top 10 quarterback of all time.
Get this, hold up.
No, he's not.
Hold up. Get this shit off your back. Let it go. Let it go, nigga. Let it go. Let it go.
Random Eli Manning
every week, every month, when they come down the finals, he keep making the list. I hate when you get shit. I hate no Eli, man.
This is a classic.
Every week, dog. Every week, every month, when they come down the finalists, he continues to make the cut. And he becomes first finalist. Stop hating, nigga.
Let me talk.
Yo.
Oh, hold on. No, Lonnie, hold on. This is my problem. I'm using Eli Manning's example and early got in his goddamn panties. Calm down.
I didn't do none of that.
No. 7 people off rip right now that you are saying that are better than Mike Evans right now. It's not about stats. It's about what you see on the field. It's about what you see on the field.
I'm with Brandon.
People can rely on the stats. So this guy won Super Bowls. Dan Marino was just a better quarterback. Like they're just better players.
Dan was better.
Just better. Tito never won a championship. He clears Mike Evans as a receiver.
But can we be honest? Can we be honest? Hey, can we be honest? Can we be honest? And this one goes to F-Dot. Let me go to F-Dot because F-Dot and Riddell makes sense. F-Dot and Riddell makes sense. Is the quarterback and the wide receiver the same thing?
And you know
the quarterback and wide receiver the same thing?
Hold on.
No, hold on, because he refuses to understand this. Using stats as your sole reason to rank stuff is dumb. Is dumb.
Yeah.
But no,
it is.
Okay, but guys,
I don't matter if they're different positions. You understand what I'm trying to say? That's why you got your fucking camera off. You do understand what I'm trying to say. Mike Evans,
because I'm driving. You're being an asshole right now. I'm not doing that.
Of 1,000-yard seasons, he's better than him. I don't know what to tell you. He's just a better player.
So I'm trying to figure out. How. I literally said Mike Evans.
But let's keep it a stack about what he ranks.
I said Mike Evans is a top 10 receiver all time.
He's not
By the time
top 10. He's not. He's not
a top 10 receiver all time.
Top 10. What are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing there. You know the coolest thing about
freaking his career cut. What are we doing? This is dumb. Why are we doing this?
I can't understand nobody right now.
Oh my god, bro!
Real ball. What about his game makes him top 10? What about his game makes him top 10?
Wait, Lonnie.
First of all, here's my thing, right? Here's my thing, right? When we look at the history,
what about his game makes him top 10 receiver all time?
So you think Mike Evans is better than Chad Ochocinco all time?
No, I want early answer. What about his game?
Why would I not think that?
I mean,
dog. First of all, his consistency.
Oh,
his consistency.
All right. What wide field does he do that makes him top 10 all time? It's his hands. Man. It's his routes. It is his release.
Man?
Yeah, he got some of the best hands. He got some of the best hands all time. I ain't saying he top 3. He top 10 hands all time.
Nice. I mean, I'll give you that.
His consistency and his hands carry up.
You know what it is though. You know what it is though. I'm be honest with you, right? Here's the thing that kind of pisses me off with this shit, right? I can look at you. I can look at you, and I can say this much about sports, right? And this is why I think this is weird, because in sports, right? If stats shit don't matter, if the productivity on the field don't matter, because we can all say this much.
Nobody said stats don't matter.
You're not gonna tell me. Wait. You're not gonna tell me. You know what though? You know what it is. You know what it is too? It's also who we like.
Stats don't matter. Nobody said they don't.
Call Najee Harris a top 10 running back.
Yeah, nobody said stats don't matter. It's just when you use it as your sole argument to place over them.
There's a lot of context in stats. That's
wait.
all. I feel like
Yeah, I know. I can't. My camera's off. When I drop, listen. When I'm on the way home now. When I get this camera on your ass. But I'm gonna say this much right now. When we look at Mike Evans' game, that's the thing. Like when we can talk about his stats, yes. But Mike Evans also, when you watch the film, dog, he is. You know what's so funny? Like I said before, this is all about who we like. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, baby Mike Evans, Drake London, and baby, if you like Drake London, right? And Drake London, from this moment on, becomes the new Mike Evans because we like Drake London, because niggas fuck with Drake London. I promise you, you will put him in the conversation of being one of the best ever. It's about who we like.
It's about what you see on the. Hey, it's not just stats. It's about what you see on the field. You are the person who religiously props up Andre Johnson and you always prop him up. You are telling me that you are early stop. You are telling me right now that Mike Evans is better than Andre Johnson.
But Andre Johnson is in my. I said top 10. Top 10 means number 10 for me. He ain't receiver Andre.
Wait, who is your top 10?
Who's out your top 10? Who's out your top 10? Actually, you know what? Name your top 10. Name your top 10 right now.
I'm gonna say this much. Okay, so
question. I want to ask you a question.
I don't know what's going on here. It's too much going on.
Yeah, I want to hear your top 10.
Too much going on. I was not prepared for this. All right, cool. We going. So look, for me, okay. I still think Jerry is number one all day, every day. I still think Jerry's number one. I'm going Randy next, right? I'm going T.O. I'm just going to name the guys I think is over Mike Evans because it get hard when we get to places. So we're looking at Randy. We're looking at T.O., Jerry Rice, Larry Fitzgerald. Marvin Harrison's in my top 10. Andre Johnson's in my top 10. Calvin Johnson's in my top 10.
You want to say Brandon Marshall's in your top 10?
No, I didn't. I never said that. Who else is in my top 10? How many names is that?
But how is Brandon not in your top 10 if Mike Evans?
He's not in my top 10. How many names is that?
6.
That's 6 names. He ain't in my top 10. I'm gonna go Chris Carter's in my top 10 all time. Who else?
Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown's in my top 10.
9.
No, hell no. DeAndre Hopkins is in my top 10.
That's 10.
No, it's not 10. It's not 10. I didn't think that's not 10.
You said D-Hop, Antonio Brown. You
Chris
said
Carter.
Calvin.
It was like 9.
Andre Johnson, T.O., Jerry Rice.
Yeah, he does, Ezzy. He really does. No one here is on board with him. I think he's the only one that thinks
Chris Carter. Yeah, you said 10.
I didn't say 10. You didn't name 10 niggas.
So Jerry Rice. Then you said Jerry Rice. Randy.
Yo, what is on the background? Let him talk. What? Larry Fitzgerald.
Jerry Rice. Randy.
1, 2,
T.O.,
3.
Larry. Then you said then you said Marvin Harrison.
Calvin
Johnson. Andre Johnson. Chris Carter. Antonio Brown. And then you just said DeAndre Hopkins. That's 10 players.
He cooked.
So I'm gonna say this. Because I just want to name some names. I want to tell you again. Wait, no. Mike is over D-Hop in my top 10 all time. Right there.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
That's
My
top 10.
goodness.
My top 10.
But okay, early.
There's not another receiver to me.
Question.
That's better than him.
Steve Smith better than Mike Evans?
No, he's not.
Yes.
Mike Evans top 5, dog.
Steve Smith better than
He ain't
Mike.
top 5.
To ask another statement.
No, are you serious?
He's just trolling. Don't listen to him.
Okay, early.
It means a lot, man.
What other wide receiver did what Jerry Rice did? Answer that.
Okay, hold on. Do you realize? Okay, if you just because he did it doesn't mean he's better.
How many?
Okay, stop. Julian Edelman has the second most receiving yards in NFL history in the playoffs. Are we saying that he's a better player than all the people he has more receiving yards in the playoffs than? No, we're not.
Bro,
What
quarterback?
Let me pose a question.
What quarterback has Mike Evans had? What quarterback that's gonna be that names are great? Come on,
he had him for 3 years. He had him 3 years. Calm down. He had him 3 years. What are we doing? Relax, man. He had him 3 years.
Yeah, James was 5,000.
Be serious.
James
Brady who dropped 5,000. Be serious. His two best quarterbacks.
Andre Johnson and fucking Jackson of the quarterbacks. What are we doing?
Quarterbacks, Randall.
Tom
The quarterbacks he had was
a championship.
Was Jameis Winston and Baker Mayfield.
Jameis
Winston and Baker Mayfield.
This is a fucking
random. You're screaming, man. Hey, I'm about to kick everybody and bring it back. Calm down. Yo, this is getting out of hand. Relax, everybody.
You're
relax, guys. Relax.
Putting up numbers.
2 years. That's 2 years. Relax, guys. Relax.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my god, bro.
Random. Every time you crash out, your mic is cutting.
Yeah, your mic is terrible. Random. Relax.
Wait,
listen. My thing is this. Hold up.
Hold on. Let me get this.
Go ahead, Lonnie.
We forgot Jameis Winston had he broke the record for I think the start of most consecutive 4,000 yards
in a Bruce Arians system.
And then
I'm not gonna you know what? God damn, Lonnie. God damn, Lonnie.
Tom Brady.
When y'all don't hold up, man. Hold up. When y'all don't like a dude, wait. Hold up. No, fuck that. Hold up. When y'all don't like a dude, hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. When y'all don't like a dude,
y'all are really trying to say Jameis Winston is one of them.
I'm not done.
I mean, he's a gunslinger. What, like, he throws the ball.
bro.
Quarterbacks that fucking Andre Johnson played with? Matt Schaub, Mr. Big Six.
I didn't say Andre Johnson was in the top 10.
This shit is getting erratic.
Mike Evans being in the top 5.
Basketball cutting me off
Early.
All right, hold up. I'm about to unmute you, Lonnie. Hold up. Let Lonnie talk, please. I'm be quiet, Lonnie. Go ahead. Shit, this shit is wild.
Let me go after him, please.
No. I have the rebuttal, Mike. Give me a second.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So you said Mike Evans hasn't had any quarterbacks. Jameis Winston started off.
Oh well. Mo said that's what they get screwed. Let's let everybody let's get back to our sanity and be calm. Mo said that. I didn't say that, but go ahead, continue.
Yeah, that's one thing. Mo, you said what quarterbacks has Mike Evans had? He had Jameis Winston, the number 1 pick out of Florida State.
Oh my god.
4K yard seasons, 30 and 30 touchdowns. Who's getting a lot of those touchdowns? Mike Evans. Then you know who he had next? Maybe the GOAT, or if you want to say second place,
for 3 years.
Tom Brady, who had
He won a fucking Super Bowl. What are we doing?
The first year, Super Bowl, 5K yard season. Second year, 4K, also top 3 in MVP voting that year. So
in a Bruce Arians system.
Then what happened after that? Oh, the guys y'all been glazing. The one that someone up here, Mo's brother, said is gonna be top 3 in MVP voting this year. Baker Mayfield, who just dropped 4K this season with 40 touchdowns. Oh, that sounds like some quarterbacks to me. That sounds like so.
Bro, hold on. Let me go back.
No.
Quarterbacks in MVP.
No.
Giving you 4K a season and 40 touchdowns. That sounds like a quarterback that can get you numbers. To me.
All right.
To me, 5K a season, 30 touchdowns. Okay. That sounds like some big quarterback numbers.
Okay.
4K, 40 touchdowns this year. That sounds like some big quarterback numbers. So I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, he never had a quarterback, because it seems like he's had 3.
So I'm gonna say this right now, right? And let me just calm it all the way down because it got out of rate. Let me be calm. I'm gonna speak to Riddell and I'm gonna speak to F Dot. Right now, the only people who are sane on the show right now. No offense, Mike. No offense, Mike. Please relax. Here's my thing. Here's my thing that pisses me off, right? And F Dot and Riddell, let me know if this makes sense to you.
After you done earlier,
we both know. No, Mo, you got to listen to this shit, Mo. No, we both know that but Lonnie don't mess with Jameis Winston or Baker Mayfield. But you are ready to. This is where your argument. No, let me finish. This is where your arguments get sad because you're willing to hype them dudes up to prove that Mike Evans ain't to the level of what we saying he is, or he ain't that good. Which is it's the same thing. Wait. It's the same thing because you just said how many real quick, Michael. How many seasons has Mike Evans played?
Me? You asked me?
Yeah, real quick.
It, like 11? Hasn't he played 10? Like 11?
No, it's 11.
It's like the same amount.
He played 11. He played 11 years, right? He had Jameis Winston for 3 years. He had Tom Brady for 3 years. He had Baker Mayfield for 2 years. Them other 3 seasons, we forget he played with guys like Gleason.
Good
You
Campbell.
forget he played with guys like Doug. Like, here's my thing. Hold on, whoa. Here's my thing. The problem with me is that it's the same thing. It's the same thing Random does. It's the same thing Random does. It's about oh my god.
What are we talking about?
Lonnie, I let you go. I made everybody be quiet. Let me finish. It's the same thing why I say with Random when it comes to Eli Manning. My biggest thing is context. One of the reasons why I have Andre Johnson so high is because he did greatness, and he's top 5 damn near in every category, top 5 to 7 with nothing, right? Which means a lot to me too, right? When I look at a guy like even like he talks about Eli Manning, dog, me and Riddell both know, and that's the problem that kind of pisses me off. Randall will give Eli Manning a hard time about he was mid, he was this, and he was that. But a lot of guys that we praise, we don't want to admit the fact that they've had greatness around them the whole time they've been able to be great. We're not going to act like that Mike Evans had somebody great all the time. The first year that Baker went
7 years of his career. You just took out 7 years of his 10-year career, saying, "Oh yeah," in the beginning.
We're not listening to me. When I'm just naming 3 quarterbacks he played with. I'm just naming 3 quarterbacks he played with. I'm being logical. Give me a second. You're just being you want to just argue about it. What I'm saying to you is, oh my God, I'm being logical. Give me a second. What I'm saying to you is this. I just named 3 guys that he played with, right? Dog, don't nobody on this panel count Jameis Winston, and you know that. But I'm being nasty because you want to be nasty. We know that, bro. Not a nigga on here count Jameis Winston, but you're willing to say, oh, he was putting up numbers. Bro, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. You know you don't. You know none of us count them years. Oh, he had a good quarterback, man.
Quarterback that was putting up big numbers.
Lonnie, let me ask a question. Wait, Random, before you jump.
You're not being logical. You know.
I want to ask a question. I want to pose a
I'm
question.
I'm talking about a majority of his career. You're talking about the very beginning. I'm talking about a majority.
I'm only really giving him the Tom Brady years. And these last 2 seasons with Baker, I'm gonna be nice and count. That's 5 years, bro. I'm not counting nothing else.
Well, you still got to count You still got to count Winston. Like I know he wasn't an elite quarterback, bro, but he's a gunslinger, bro. He was.
Wait, I have the ether. Here.
So
wait.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
But it's crazy to me how we're really hyping up. We're hyping up this wide receiver who we literally see them force feeding him in the 3rd and 4th quarter. They're force feeding him the ball so we can get the record. It's not like, oh, he just breezed past these records. No, they're force feeding him in the last game of the season, saying, oh my God. Oh, but they yelled at Bucky Irving because he ran the ball too far. And they thought they're like, oh, we might not get the ball back so Mike Evans can get the record. That's
hey, real quick, Lonnie, can you name me a receiver? Hey, real quick, Lonnie. No. Lonnie, can you name me a receiver who's good, who didn't get force fed? Name me a top 10 receiver who didn't get force fed.
No, I'm saying
what are you talking about?
What are you talking
about, bro?
Just to crack 1,000 yards.
No, he missed 5 games this year, though.
He missed 5
What are you talking about? Go ahead, Lonnie. You want to argue? Go ahead.
Well,
No,
hold on.
that's-
Let me add something to because you're gonna ether him. I'm gonna somewhat agree with early, somewhat disagree with early. So just add some
Common ground.
ally on his side a little bit.
Yeah, he needs help.
Mike Evans right now, I don't think has any argument for top 10. But I'll be honest, if Mike Evans plays like a couple more years and still is able to produce like this, he will have an argument for top 10 of all time. Because his stats will be undeniable. His production will be undeniable.
And that's what I'm on, bro. Thank you. But I just said right there, we started the conversation on. I said, dog, he is tied with J. Ross by the most consecutive. You telling me if Mike Evans give you 2 more 1,000-yard seasons on top of what he already got with the touchdowns, the receptions, the yards? Come on, bro. You're being nasty. You said a nigga at 1,600 yards who gonna probably be top 3 and everything. Ain't top 10.
Wait.
Damn.
Let me. Lonnie. Wait. Let me ask the question here.
Current Mike Evans is not.
So this is especially directed to Mo. Early cities top 10. Most of these top 5. So if Mike Evans is top 5, is Frank Gore top 5 running back of all time?
It's a great question. That's a great question.
We never have this conversation. This is not.
Najee Harris is nasty. Let's talk Frank Gore.
Like we never.
Y'all want to completely switch the conversation.
No, we're not switching it. Just because a different player who's in a similar situation, you think we're switching it? Like I'm right now.
Do I consider Frank Gore as the top 5 running back?
No, he's not. He's not.
I'm not going to consider him. You ain't let me finish though. I'm not going to say he's top 5. I'm not going to say Frank Gore is top 5.
but I think he's worth talking about. Is considered as a consistent running back. I definitely see him at the bottom 10. Bottom 10.
What? This is my problem. Early thinks I hate Mike Evans. I do not have a problem with Mike Evans. Early. Hold on. I do not have a problem with Mike Evans. I understand Mike Evans. I respect the fact that if he does do this for a few more years, his stats will be great. But we're all still going to name basically 10 receivers who will be better than him. It doesn't matter if he has the stats or not. He has more stats than Calvin. Nobody on here is saying he's better than Calvin.
Not even close.
He's going to have better stats than AB. I believe AB is better than him. What the thing about Mike? That's great. He's longevity, but he was never the best receiver.
I think you hate Eli, not Mike Evans too. I want to say that. I think you hate Eli, not Mike Evans.
Stop. We're never going to say.
I'm telling you, I think you hate Eli, not Mike Evans. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead. I wasn't trying to interrupt you. I'm just saying I think you hate Eli, not Mike Evans. I want to get it clear. I think you hate Eli, not Mike Evans. Go ahead.
No. We're never, just because you have the stats, does not mean that you are better than somebody. Drake London is going to be playing with 18 games in a season here pretty soon. He will have incredible stats if he plays the way he should. But guess what? We're going to be bringing up, remember, hey, oh my God, he has more stats he has better stats than Calvin. Calvin was doing it on worse teams in a 16-game season. Those things matter. Just because you have stats, just because you're relying on stats, we will always praise Mike Evans for his longevity. But we understand that he's not a better player than at least 10 people that we can name off the dome.
Why do you keep naming niggas? Nobody has them over. Why do you keep doing that?
Just because you want to raise your voice doesn't mean you're right. He's not.
You always do this. Raise voice coming right. You doing the same thing. Random.
You're raising your voice. Because you're raising your voice.
I'm not. I don't have to raise my voice.
Let me know when you're done.
No one, but I need you to understand that you keep naming niggas. No one has them over. Stop doing that. No one said you let
somebody talk. No one said you could have conversations, but you don't want to let nobody talk.
For real, say let somebody talk. All right, go ahead.
I've been talking for 3 minutes. Let me know when you're done. Jesus Christ. Okay, it's not even that. D-Hop, it's your opinion, but most people, the consensus would say D-Hop is better, okay? D-Hop is a better receiver. Devontae Adams is a better receiver just because he doesn't have the stats. You're sure you have the stats, but it's just more than just stats. If so, then the way we talk about sports would be completely different if we just added stats. We'll be talking about people in places they have no business being in. Just because you want to use the stats doesn't make it right. You use the stats, you see their impact on the field, you look at their situation, all that matters.
Although I agree with you that an end-all be-all when it comes to these conversations is not stats. But at the same time, it is part of the conversation.
Absolutely is.
Also consistency and longevity. And also, we got to recognize Mike Evans is not like Frank Gore. He's not by far playing more games than everybody else.
Thank you, bro.
As Devontae Adams. So it's not like Mike Evans is clearing everybody in longevity. He's played one less year than DeAndre Hopkins. So it's
is Chad Ochocinco worse than Mike Evans? Who are you taking? Chad Ochocinco or Mike Evans?
So Mike Evans. An all-time list versus a peak receiver are two different conversations.
Thank you.
If we're doing peak, I'll take OBJ in front of a lot of people. I'm be completely.
We're not
peak.
We're not doing that. Even when we're doing peak.
No, we're not.
Peak. Not doing all the time, man.
Not doing peak. Who's a better receiver? I'm sorry,
but random. I don't want to have a yellow random. At one point in time, when a guy, all honesty, right? At what point in time, when you say, okay, yeah, we go Julio, we go D-Hop, all the guys that he came up with. At what point in time, when them guys fall off when they're 31, 32, and this guy continues to be consistent? At what point in time do we not at least start championing that and going, hey, they going, he's still here, getting it done.
That's what we do. That's a big reason why people talk about Mike Evans.
Random, we need to move on to the playoffs game, but it doesn't make any sense with the last thing I'm going to say. If every year you don't have him top 5, it makes him no sense how he's top 10 all time.
Do we want to talk about the MVP debate?
He's never top 5.
We talking about all. Okay, and I'm gonna get off of it. I'm talking about all. Here's the thing, though, right? When I say all time, like all time also goes with
with what you're doing. When I say all time, dog. Here's the thing about all time, what we don't understand, right? All time, a lot of times, ain't about who you like or who you thought was great for 6 years or who you thought. All time mean when I look at this nigga numbers and I look at his productivity. Come on, bro, what are you doing?
All time, James Harden is going to have ridiculous stats. All time, James Harden is going to have ridiculous stats. We're also going to take multiple players over him. We're going to take Tim Duncan over him.
But James Harden is also a top 4 shooting guard all the time because of the multiple stats you have.
Oh my God! Well, we're talking about who's a better. Oh my God! It's like he literally refuses to listen. Let's just move on. We're wasting time here.
You can't get mad at us.
Top 5, he's magically top 10.
You can't get mad at us for valuing peak if we're consistent. Okay, I'm not getting mad. Like, I don't agree with you. I'm not getting mad at you for this because you value longevity and you keep it consistent.
I don't care about a nigga who was great for 5 years, bro. I really don't, bro.
Okay, but this is what I'm saying.
I don't care about someone else.
Guys you don't like either.
All these guys have come and gone, y'all. Come on, man.
You poo-poo Julio Jones.
And somebody above average.
Yeah, I poo-poo a nigga with 66 touchdowns. I damn sure do.
But like that's
my guy has everything you need.
You're stat watching.
I'm not stat, but you can't tell me I'm all right, bro.
We all know how good Julio Jones was. The touchdowns don't matter, bro.
Hey, real quick, and I'm not talking about Julio ever again. I swear to God, bro, I'm gonna fucking crash out. Hey, Riddell, when we watched that tape on this nigga touchdown on his, because you know it's so funny because we say a lot of things, and that's the problem. This offseason gonna be a lot of film watch because we say a lot of things, and you say I stat watch and snap. But when you actually rewatch these, when you rewatch the film and you see how a guy is, a lot of excuses to be made about what happens until you actually see it. Even Riddell came out and said, you know what? A lot of the reason why Julio didn't have any touchdowns is because he was terrible. Well, not terrible, but he wasn't that good in the red zone when it came to running routes.
Video for a while, like let it go. One season.
But I'm holding on to something.
Of one season for like a whole year.
That wasn't one season. That was multiple.
It was literally all of his red zone targets.
Hey, Lonnie, I'm gonna say this much. I'll be home in 8 minutes. I'm on your ass. You think you cooking something? I'm on your fucking ass. I'm tired of you bullshitting and just saying shit. You just saying shit. You fucking Tom Brady fan.
You're incorrect information.
What does Tom Brady have to do with Julio? See now who's crashed out?
What are we doing,
bro? The best quarterback for multiple seasons.
About Julio Jones, and he's like Tom Brady fans. Like
not
what does that have to do with anything?
Was conductive. He got everything you need out of a nigga. I don't care what nobody says. He got the Pro Bowls.
He thinks that we're not respecting what Mike Evans has done. This is the problem. He thinks that we're not respecting what Mike Evans has done. We respect what he's done. We always do, but we know there are better players than him.
And why I say what makes
so early is Mike Evans a first ballot Hall of Famer?
I'm not talking about it no more. Let's move on. This has been a great season. Let's move on. Let's move on.
I don't know if he is because a lot of guys are sat, but I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he's first.
If he keeps going, if his longevity, he can.
But it's
okay. It's whatever. Because he probably will be first ballot because of the numbers he put up, and not only that, he was great on and off the field. Never been a problem. Got a Super Bowl ring and helped get that Super Bowl ring. Like he almost like to be first ballot, but we don't care because Eli gonna probably be first ballot. But it's still niggas say that Eli wasn't shit anyway. Even though context shows you Eli had a rough time being a quarterback for the Giants. And every other Giants quarterback is like a rough time, but he overcame it. Which makes it special. But we're moving on.
Early.
I can
understand you.
All right, let's move on.
Stop it. What the fuck are we doing right now? Huh? What are we doing? Just because you want to say that. First things first, do I gotta educate you on football? And I'm from the nigga who's from Africa. Wide receivers don't get in unless you that nigga. What are we doing? Mike Evans is not T.O. And I made T.O. wait. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Let's fucking get on the goddamn games. This man's an idiot. Jesus Christ.
I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna be honest with you. No, I'm be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you. We were talking ball line. You been no. I'm being dead serious. I'm being dead serious. No, hey, stop. No, chill out. It's becoming too much. Yo, I'm random. We go back and forth and we chill, bro. All this stupid shit and all this random. I'm not saying none of the about you, bro.
Act like
no, it's nothing. You're literally trying to violate, random, and you don't know who to violate. You're violating for what, bro? We just talking ball, bro. We just talking ball. Why am I a fucking idiot? I'm a dumbass. You're doing too much, man. Calm down, bro. It's too much. It's too much. We ain't talking ball no more. We're talking about niggas that we love in this game. Why are you being offensive?
Just let me know what else we'll move on. Except
I'm
for you.
yelling for entertainment. You're being disrespectful. Calm down, bro. It's relax. It's good to
go. That's
You're
why
still yelling. I'm not yelling. You say you're still yelling? I'm not yelling.
Right,
you don't have to be like stop being tough. Relax.
I don't care anymore.
Relax. We just talking ball.
Let's fucking move on. Everybody else move on.
We're talking ball. Stop cussing. Stop cussing. Stop cussing. There's no reason to cuss. Calm down. We're just talking ball. You're literally crashing out about football players.
Bro, you dumb.
To go across the line. Relax.
I'm done with you.
He said a dude from Africa. That was the best quote of all time.
Like, calm down.
So the move on except for you. You keep bringing this up. Tell me when you're done so we can fucking do what you do.
No, stop.
You see how you're still cussing at me for no reason? Like, bro, calm down.
Nah, yeah, we good. Come on, let's move on. Man.
This is not even this is not when I'm being for real. This is not listen, me and Random go back and forth all the time. Bro, why are you being extra today with the dumbasses and it like relax, man? Damn. This is fun. We talking shit, man. Damn. I don't know Larry Fitzgerald. I don't know Eli Manning. The fuck? Like, relax.
I'm going through the games. I'm going through the games. I don't know where we're
going. I'm done with them. Y'all got it.
Random, don't respond. All right.
So I'm going
to relax.
I'm going through the game.
What do we want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about? From each game, and then we're gonna go like that. So we're gonna start off with the Dolphins and the Jets. Jets won 32-20. We all know that people sat, but the interesting about this is that we all know Tyreek Hill. He said after like, "Yo, I'm out," and then he posted. Then he changed his Twitter pic to the Antonio Brown leaving the Jet Stadium, and then Jalen Ramsey posted a whole essay. I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna be honest.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, Jalen Ramsey. He posted a whole essay on his Instagram, and basically, he said he's out too.
For real?
That's basically what he said in his whole essay. Basically,
losing Jimmy, Tyreek, and Jalen in Miami down bad right now.
So what do you think? Do you think that McDaniels might have to leave, and do you think that what they can get for Tyreek and Jalen Ramsey at this point, do you think it's enough for them to rebuild or retool? Michael, we'll start off with you. Rebuild or retool?
Tyreek for sure. I think Tyreek. I mean, I liked down year, but I mean he hasn't. Like, if you watch the film, he hasn't lost a step. He just hasn't been targeted because the scheme or the film is out on him. They were going to try to limit him over the top because of how dynamic he was last year. So I still think you could get a lot for him. The only problem is he's 30. So, I mean, like, take into account. But I still think he's
his 30 look good.
What do you say?
His 30 look good, though.
Right, for sure. 3 or 4 years at least at this, I still think. Jalen Ramsey, not going to lie, he's on watch for me. He's on watch. And I think because of that,
he might need to play safety.
Yeah, and I think because of that, it's going to be hard.
Safety for me.
I could see.
Wait. Lonnie, he's not a what?
Like this year, his tackling has been not this year. His speed, like my main thing with him this year has been his speed and his burst, and like he's been getting cooked by like some slower receivers.
But his tackling is still just fine. Like he's been one of the best corner tacklers of all time. Like he's not the best, but he's like a top 7 nigga.
I'm saying like his burst to attack, like the point of attack, it's not there anymore. It's like he's sluggish when he tries to tackle.
Yeah,
but I also think it might be scheme. I also think it might be the fact that the Dolphins don't have no pass pressure. Like it's like, listen, let's just do this. And I'm gonna be nasty. It's gonna be Riddell Day. You throw Jalen Ramsey on the Chiefs along with Tyreek Hill over there. We ain't saying nothing about them two guys. I promise you. Yeah, we ain't saying he 30 or none of that. We not.
What I've been seeing from his tackling this year in general. I'm not talking about the scheme. I'm saying like his tackling forward, his burst has been off. His change of direction has been slower. Like I'm talking about like his actual like on tape, he hasn't been moving the same. So I think low key him and DJ Moore don't want. I think they low key are the same type of guys who I look at DJ Moore. I think he's still an all pro type level guy who can give you 600 yards. But I really do think it's the situation that they in right now. They don't care no more. That's what it feel like. But they don't care no more.
That's what I was gonna say. I think he just don't care anymore. I think the care.
But I still think he was even at the beginning of the year, it was like, I mean, like they got shredded a lot, and I understand the fact that they don't have a pass rush. Their linebackers have sucked. But yeah, I think I mean Miami's low key cooked though. They still have Javon Holland. Shout out Javon Holland, Oregon alum. That guy's still a stud.
I like Javon.
But yeah, I mean this team is cooked. How much is Tua getting paid right now? I don't think it's that much, right? It's like 40, 45. So I don't look. I think that these are two guys in a situation in their career. They know they're on borrowed time. They want to go compete for a championship, and I just don't think that they believe in Tua anymore. Whether or not, I'm not out on Tua, but I just think that they're done with this because they need a surefire shot. So I'm not gonna. If Mike McDaniels cannot rebuild this team within 2 years, and if it's looking that shaky, I would move on. But I still think that what he did last year, what he did the year before that to help Tua, I think is I would still keep him around. But I will say there is something for the fact that I don't know if a lot of dudes could run the scheme that they do. Because like if you had a top flight quarterback, this is the same type of thing we talk about with Mike Shanahan. They're not going to be able to run that offense because you're not maximizing the talent that you have at quarterback. This is a very Tua fit scheme in the sense of it's all precision timing, it's all up here RPO. So that type of stuff concerns me, but yeah, I'm not out on him yet. I'm not out. I mean, Jalen Waddle could still take a step up. He hasn't shown that yet, but I'm not out on him either. I still think they have, and Devon Achane, I think he's bordering on top 10. I don't think he's there yet, but I think give him a year or two. I think he'll be there. So I still think they have talent.
I'm gonna be honest. I think what that Miami team is doing, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think at the end of the day, it's a dumpster fire over there. Like they're not good enough to beat nobody serious. They not bad enough to tank and then get some good picks. Like honestly, it's if you really watching that team, that whole, he be wearing his little khaki, not a khaki, we wearing his little sweatsuit, stuff like that. That whole McDaniels era, hey bro, it was cute, it was fun. Hey, that shit over. Get a guy here who can actually coach. Like I need like a Mike Vrabel over here. These niggas need some lining. Like they need some straightening. It need to be somebody over there. The next guy they hire needs to be a aggressive guy, not a happy-go-lucky, playful guy. It needs to be a strict guy over there, like a Bill Belichick type guy over there, because that Miami locker room is completely in disarray. It's too playful. It's too silly. It's not serious. They need to get rid of Jaden Daniels. Like it's over with that. Okay, young guru stuff. It's over with. It's too playful over there. It's too weird over there. Now everybody's kind of doing their own thing. The fact that Tyreek Hill even came out and said that after the game, it's like that's crazy. Jalen Ramsey doing that. Like it's no respect right now. And again, it's almost like a parent. When you become too playful buddy with your kids, eventually your kids start calling you out your name like you one of their homies. And that's what McDaniels has created. That era is done for. They need a classic old school coach over there, Mike Tomlin style, to get that organization together. I think they need to basically dumpster fire everything. That defense ain't been good. They've been holding their head on the offense, and their offense, all the offense has been dynamic. Like I said before, Tua ain't the guy to get you no damn where. So I think they need to reset everything over there, honestly.
Even quarterback, I think Tua got another year or two.
Tua played really pretty good this year when he came
Yeah,
back.
I don't think this is on Tua, bro. I
For
don't.
a while,
I think you give more blame to Mike
crazy. He was
McDaniel.
leading the league in like passing yards, QBR, like touchdown rate. Like he was going crazy.
I'm honestly surprised they kind of reacted this way. I mean, bro, Tua, your star quarterback was injured for half the season. What do you expect y'all were gonna do?
Like, these are two of the most defiant guys in the NFL. Like, and I understand you gotta be you gotta have respect. You gotta what's it called? Demand respect. But just because he's a nerdy, quirky guy, I don't think that means he can't run a team. I think these are two guys that have always acted this way. And especially now that they're getting older, it's like getting your midlife crisis. Like, they are questioning what their careers are at this point. And I'm not saying that they're not good. I'm saying that they need to go somewhere else. And I don't think that that's necessarily a knock on McDaniel. I don't know a lot of coaches that would have a situation like this that'd be able to keep them. I mean, those guys are going to be gone whatever way if the thing. And look, I get it, right? But these are two veteran guys, and they're out there going on the presser. Same thing with Jimmy Butler. You're making a fool out of the organization that brought you in. Mike McDaniels went out and paid a haul for Tyreek Hill. He went out and said, let's go get Jalen Ramsey. And these guys don't have any respect for that. None at all. So I'm not saying that it's fully their fault. But at the same time, like, bro, you guys are 30 plus. You guys are veterans. And this is what you do. That's not leadership to me at all.
Yeah,
like, if you're going to knock on Aaron Rodgers for being a diva, you got to knock on these guys too. I'm sorry. I get it. They're not the quarterback, but
that's very true.
You got to give them a little flack, bro. Just
also Tyreek just because in the second half of the game, like he didn't get injured. He just decided he didn't want to play anymore.
He didn't want to play no more. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like that to me, that's literally quitting on your team. Like that to me is disrespectful. Like what that 49ers linebacker did, Tyreek kind of did the same shit. He just decided to sit down. He didn't even tell. He didn't tell no coach or anything.
I'm be real with you though. I'm not gonna go pay that because the guy.
What's that in the background?
I think that's Randall
for sure.
That was me. My bad. I fixed it.
You're cutting in and out earlier.
Yeah, I don't know what Early's saying. Ultimately, when it comes down to the situation, I don't think you should fire a coach unless they're actually bad, like Raheem Morris. One thing I will say is Tyreek Hill, you know what? We can see behind the lines, man. It's been subtle. You see his social media posts. You know exactly where Tyreek Hill wants to be. He realized that he left home, and he realized that it's not greener on the other side.
It's not.
It's not, bro. He wants to come back to Kansas City and play with some Chiefs.
Please don't let that happen. Oh God, don't.
You got to take a pay cut. He's like, yo, Mahomes.
I'd love to see it. I know you're a Ravens fan.
I'm sorry. I know. I was being a little bit because Travis Kelce's your BFF, but we're still friends. Come on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like back then.
But do you have to trade? Do you think you have to trade Rashid Rice for him?
I mean, if Tyreek Hill, the Dolphins have no leverage. Tyreek Hill wants to leave, so I think depending on how the situation works, I don't know his contract situation, so I'd have to look it up. But
he just got an extension, so like he's making.
I don't think we have enough. I don't think we have enough space.
Yeah.
Did he get an extension? If he
got an extension in the offseason.
Who we talking about?
Dak would feed
Tyreek Hill.
Dak would throw for 5K if he had both those guys. But this is what I don't understand.
Who we talking about? We talking about if he had the Miami guys?
If we had Tyreek and CD.
Here's my thing though about Tyreek. Like I understand we like I'm not gonna compare him to Campbell or whatever that guy's name was that left for 49ers because one, Tyreek is gonna be a Hall of Famer. But two, I look at Tyreek and I think that part of the problem is that it's the same thing that I said was going on with like with DJ Moore.
Yeah, when they ain't gonna take it.
When it comes to Tyreek Hill, though, my biggest problem is that Tyreek look at this organization and going, bro, what are we doing? Like, what are we? And I ain't gonna lie, when you watch the Dolphins play, who are the Dolphins, bro? We knew last year they was high power, fast. They was going to run the ball down your throat, pass the ball down, like they was going to get that ball down the field and get in the end zone. This year, dog, it's been so dismal. The defense, you can't bank on the defense. 1 week they're running the ball a lot, the next week they're trying to pass the ball a lot. Like Tyreek probably saying, bro, I'm third, and that's the problem. Too many times I understand that we do champion the guys like Larry Fitzgerald, Calvin Johnson, Marvin Harrison, who stuck somewhere and just said, even when it got bad, just say I'm gonna be here. But a lot of guys just not doing that in this new era. They don't want to be somewhere where we're stagnant. Tyreek Hill looking at himself and saying, "Dog, I've been the top 3 receiver in the league for the last 3 years, dog." One of the reasons that, and this is another thing I always talk about, we do forget about guys who don't produce the numbers. Right now, we talking about Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. We're not talking about Tyreek Hill because he hasn't been able to produce because of the quarterback play and the inconsistency. That's probably something he's looking at and saying, "Dog, I'm getting forgot about over here." Now, I will say it's his fault because you shouldn't have leveled up the Chiefs, even though the money was better in Miami. But I do understand where he's coming from in the sense of like, dog, I'm not going to do what the older guys did and just deal with this shit for the next 2 years. I'm trying to leave now. I don't want to be stuck here. And then when I get slow or my ability ain't the same, I'm looking up and saying, damn, I could have did more in my career.
Early. No one's mad at him for wanting to go around. I'm not championing those guys for staying. I'm saying it's the way you handle it. You're tweeting in week 12 or week 15 that you want to leave. Like, that's not good leadership for a guy that's 30.
We also forgot the week after he got hurt.
Ramsey posted that after the season, so it's whatever. But to
Tyreek, one of those sentences, he was at a Foot Locker event, like at a clothing store. Like, bro, while your guys is practicing, Like, come on, bro. You're a veteran.
Like, it's very clear. It's very clear. Like, Tyreek is the type of guy, he's gonna completely dissociate. And yeah, when you're like, I think it's fine to go out and request a trade. Same thing with Jimmy Butler. Request your trade, but when you go out there and you're just like venting about it to the public, like, it's gonna look horrible. And regardless of what you think the way they handle
But
it,
Mike, who
can't
knows
do that
what's
as a
going on in
pro.
the locker room though, Mike? Who knows what's going on in the locker room? It might be stuff going on in the locker room that make them like that. Even with Jim Butler situation, you can clearly see that Pat Riley trying to basically show who got the bigger balls in this organization. It might be a situation where he's getting told something that ain't true, and guys start to check out. Like, okay, I'm getting told this gonna happen, it's not gonna happen. So now he probably like, y'all lying. So now since y'all being disrespectful, I'm gonna be disrespectful. Maybe.
That's true.
There were
That's
similar,
true.
But we haven't seen any reports that the Dolphins have come out and like,
say it's like, oh, it's the locker room, and he was doing similar stuff in Kansas City when he was upset.
Yeah, okay, I get that.
Like, dude, he's done it everywhere he goes. It's the only thing. Same with Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey requested a trade on his, like, literally 4 years into his career. And the way he did it was, I mean, I don't know if it was that bad, but it was like, it was a little divish, and that's fine. They're both great players.
forget-
But we got to be fair all the way around because
When he was
Deion Sanders did it too. Deion
was-
Sanders was a team hopping ass nigga. Anytime they wouldn't win it, he's ready to leave and get his money. So
Yeah.
like,
No, but
just
it's
because
the
you
way
great
that
don't
they
make
do
it better.
It's the way that they do it. He went out in free agency and left. He wasn't out there mailing it in. Deion never mailed it in. He never mailed it in. Partially because
Early,
he
we
was on teams
forget
that
that
were
when
great,
Tyreek was
but-
drafted, like the main reason why he dropped was because he got in trouble in college, but it was also immaturity and character issues. That's why he dropped so far in the draft.
and other things we won't speak about. But I think, look, any
But
place
we talked
with-
nothing about this game, though. We gotta move on to the next game.
yeah.
Listen, I'll be honest with you. This week, dog, these last games, pooey. Other than that, Lions and
We're speeding through like the games that don't matter. So like, and then we'll talk about the ones that actually did. So next up, 49ers and Cardinals. Anything from that?
Man, Kyler, you disappointed me, man. That's all I gotta say. That's it.
Shout out for you for
Marvin
stacking
Harrison
up your
deserved better
stats,
this year.
but
Like
we don't
we
care.
could also
He did go crazy, but
we'll also treat this as like wrapping comments for the teams for the season. So any last comments for the 49ers?
Not paying Brock Purdy $50 million, move on.
let's move on. But Lonnie, let's move on to can we get the playoff
Same
bracket
night
up and
next
discuss
Super Bowl.
who we like going into this playoffs?
let's get the game real quick. It's gonna be quick. It's gonna be
We're
quick.
literally
They were some poo-poo games, but go ahead.
We're saying final comments on these teams, and then we're moving on to the playoff.
All right, cool. Yeah, I ain't got nothing.
So it's
Ricky
like
Perslow.
final comments for the 49ers.
Ricky Perslow, that guy.
I think it's right. I think if they're healthy, they're right back to being one of the best teams in the league. The biggest problem this year was health, and you franchise Brock Purdy. You hope that all you can do is hope that Ayuk goes back to what he was the year before, and this is still a very good team, guys. What's his name? The third receiver or the
Pearsall.
second best receiver on the team. Pearsall's good. The other guy who got in a fight in the last game, he's good. They got good talent over there.
They do.
Oh, no one's disputing that. I'm just saying. Don't
Yeah.
put Brock
So
Purdy.
if they're healthy
Everyone
next year,
knows that.
they go back to being one of the best teams in the league.
But hold
That's
up. Let me ask something though, random. Do you like them? Hold up, real quick. Let me ask something random. Do you like them as a whole when it comes to like? I'm looking at Nick Bosa saying I don't know if he's as good as he was last year. Of course, we know not Wagner, but Warner's good. But I'm saying like I think. Do they still have even if so? Let's say because I'm gonna be honest with you, we can't ban Chris McCaffrey. So if Christian don't come back, do they have enough with Brandon Ayuk and things? And because guys are getting better, I don't think Detroit's going anywhere. Like, to me? This is what I think. Random. Have they lost their window?
No, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Answer.
Yeah, I don't think so. Is it tougher? Absolutely. But they found a way to beat the Lions last year, at CMC or not. They still got good backs. They're able to find another receiver. So if they do decide to deal Debo, because I think Debo's time in San Francisco is definitely limited.
Yeah,
They found a way to completely replace them with and they were even with their injuries, they still had a chance to make the playoffs if a few things went their way. Now the one thing is Brock Purdy, I think Brock Purdy showed off, I think, a lot more, but not enough for like Michael said, to not give him $50 million. So that's the answer is you just franchise him and see what he can do next year. I think that's the lane with him is very simple. All 49ers fans should be saying, all 49ers players should be saying, if we were healthy, the season's different.
Yeah.
I still think their defense is
Bro,
top
if
10.
I don't ever see Debo in a 49ers uniform again, bro, I don't care if I ever see him in any uniform again. That's a nigga I can't stand no more. I hate Debo. I swear to
All right,
God.
moving
I still
on.
think
So
their
final
defense is
comments on the
top 10
Cardinals.
because they've looked really good with
On
Greenlaw back.
my each team through agenda purposes only, and my agenda for the 49ers is very simple. Brandon Ayuk wasn't the guy that people thought he was, man. He just wasn't.
He wasn't. He wasn't.
He was
All right.
playing some nasty football. And Ricky Pearsall coming right in that contract is going to look very nasty if Ricky Pearsall really, Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall really looking like they're going to be the number 1 and 2. So if Ayuk do not,
No, I feel like
I'm just saying, if Ayuk does not get it together, because they both offer very interesting aspect. Ricky Pearsall is a good
he's
route
nice.
runner and has really good hands, and then Juwan Jennings
fast, too.
has the best hands on the team and is a contested catching demon. So
I'm gonna agree with you, Riddell, and I think they need to go through because honestly, I think they need to go through George Pickens anyway. He need to be number 1 over there, and the receivers can go around him.
For sure.
George
We're not,
Kittle is
I'm not disputing that.
deserves that respect. I'm gonna be honest.
I just think I think we saw Jamar Chase not struggle but for the first 2 games he didn't look like himself. CeeDee Lamb didn't look like himself. It felt like right when Ayuk was getting back enough form, he got hurt. So that's why I'm saying that I'm not fully out yet.
But I think what Riddell is saying though, Michael,
we have like 29 teams, and we said
a lot of these niggas wouldn't even play. They wouldn't even. Go ahead.
All right, so last comments on the Cardinals. Riddell started off.
Neighbors are better than Marvin Harrison Jr.
All right, next, come on.
Ben knew that, boy. Ben.
Anyone else?
No, they suck. Both these teams suck. Please, let's get the teams
I'll say this, the only thing I'll say is there's an official time limit on Kyler in Arizona now. The time started right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Commanders Cowboys. Any thoughts on the game or anything?
That offensive line looks horrible
Who?
for the Commanders. Looks horrible.
It did look bad. O-line did look bad.
Wait, we talking about the Cardinals or the Commanders?
No, we
Commanders.
moved on.
Commanders.
No, listen. The teams that made the playoff, let's hold on them because we're gonna do a playoff and who's legit, who's not. So let's move on from them.
All right. Any thoughts on the
Cowboys? Oh,
Yeah, Cowboys. Last thoughts on the Cowboys.
I think if the Cowboys healthy, they'll probably be more in the playoff.
They'll probably be a playoff. I mean, it's interesting, but it all depends on if they keep Mike McCarthy and whoever the next coach is. If he's just the same kind of. They do need to
replace Matt Zimmer with that DC from the Bengals that just got fired or Gerard.
Oh yeah, get loose. Yeah,
Matt Zimmer is so done, dude. I'm sorry, bro.
We're gonna do a segment like this. Let's move past the Cardinals. We'll do the teams that we need to.
We're talking about the Cowboys right now, and
Cowboys.
I was on the same timing as Michael. Cowboys not making the playoffs. We're saying they're like that, but that offense was terrible. Dak was terrible at the beginning of the year, and that it seems like they found out Rick O'Donnell.
Terrible was pushing it though. Terrible.
I think they would have fixed it. They would have
Scott's standards. He was terrible.
All right.
I'll say this much. I apologize. I'll real quick. I apologize to Michael Parsons. Pay that man, please.
My agendas, because that's all I care about right now.
Salute to that.
Cowboys not making the playoffs was great to see. Dak being Dak was great to see. And I will say this though, this wasn't part of my agendas. Micah Parsons is just one of them ones. He added to this team and carried them to like 6 wings at the end of the year. Like,
pay him.
He's one of them ones, bro.
I apologize, Michael Parsons. You are him. I pay him.
All right. Next up, I'm gonna let you start this off. Falcons, Cowboys. Falcons, Panthers. So last comments on the Falcons. Last comments on the Panthers.
The Falcons are abysmal. They went and picked up Judon, and he did nothing this season. I don't like the Falcons pass rush. I don't like the linebackers. I don't like the defense at all. Even AJ Terrell and them, I feel like took a step off. Jesse Bates kept being who he was. If Jesse Bates plays for a legit contender team, he's awesome. My Panthers, dog, listen, we are probably 2 years away from making some noise. We need to focus on getting him a number one receiver because Adam Thielen can't be a number one receiver, even though he is still good at his age. Leggett is just a guy. He's not that good of a receiver. He's too much of a project. I don't feel like he might be good 3 years from now, but I don't feel like waiting that long because Bryce needs it now. Bryce, please keep this momentum. Please keep this thing going. I apologize. You are a guy. Not only are you good on your feet, but you are a very accurate quarterback. Our cornerback play is very good. I love Jesse Horn. I think he'll be a top 10 corner in this league for years to come.
He's close.
But once we get Derek Brown back, we need to replace somebody for Burns. But our defense is the biggest focus. Panthers got a long way to go, but it's some light at the end of the tunnel.
No Chuba Hubbard love.
Oh, but you know what's so crazy though? The worst part about that is that they did resign him. But I'll be honest with you, this is a weird place because I do think Jonathan Brooks will be the guy eventually. I think he will get his stuff together. So like, I don't know about Chuba Hubbard because he might be a guy. I don't know unless you want to do a 2-back situation like what they do in Detroit. I think Chuba Hubbard, we might see him be great somewhere else in the next 2 years.
Man, barring the draft, this team might be able to compete for the playoffs next year. I'm not gonna lie.
It's just the thing is, bro, Bryce got to start
so many stuff
in the beginning of the season good. Like he got to like lock in beginning of the season. He can't have these seasons where end of the season where he start turning up. Like no, you got to start right away, bro.
But he also needs weapons. He needs weapons.
He do need
guys.
Whole line needs to get better. Like
go ahead, Random.
Guys, give Bryce. The only reason I'm saying sure he start off, but the coach that Dave Canales is his third head coach in 2 years.
Yeah.
He hasn't had stability either, and the way we've seen the Panthers owner work, he's never going to truly have it. So look, what Early said, get him some more weapons, work on that defense, and I think you have some. At the end of the year, the Panthers are fun to watch, man. Like I really enjoyed watching them. Bryce played with a swagger that I haven't seen since he wore crimson red, and he was just having fun. Like we saw it clearly, though, even though they're a fun team to watch, like there's a level to them right now. Tampa Bay beat them like they stole something from them at the end of the season, but I think they're just a good team. They're close to being a good team, and I think I'm not going to be the person that says they should be a playoff team next year if everything goes right. But I'm with 2 years from now. 2 years from now, they should be. They're going for a wild card or something like that because everything's coming right. It looks like they finally.
I think their defense could be really good.
And another thing, Random, I think Jay Sanders is a freak at tight end. I think they need to figure out what they're doing with him. Like, y'all need to throw to the tight ends more. It's too often they don't throw to the tight ends. And you saw this last game, that tight end play is real open for him, and that could be his best friend with him being a smaller quarterback.
Quarterback. What's his name? Crocker, light skin. He nice too.
Crocker is, but again, these are guys that were like it's almost like the Packers. These are guys with like I don't know who's who. I just think Bryce need to get a guy that he can absolutely depend on, and in some way. But all these guys can become something. So we'll see what happens. But I'm very proud of them.
Riddell, last comment.
The agenda I'm gonna bring up for the Panthers. I'm glad Bryce did better, but he was terrible at the beginning of the year. I need people not to forget that.
Yes.
He played better because I didn't want him to be bad. I do think you're being a little hard on Xavier Legette. I think overall Legette was solid, and I do think the receiving core is pretty good. And that's why Bryce this team did not change when Bryce Young came back. It's just Bryce Young just started being a better quarterback. That's the only thing that.
Here's my thing, real quick, Riddell. Real quick with Legette.
He just had that one bad play, and then Adam Thielen. I'm glad, like people, he's still a good receiver, and he showed it again.
But here's my thing with Legette, though, right? Is Legette what is Legette? Do you think he's a route runner? No, right?
He's a contested catching yak guy.
So he's supposed to be he's supposed to be a physical yak guy who can go get the ball, contested catch, right? He ain't even top 20 at that. That's what I'm saying. Like, but what he's good at, he ain't that good at it.
He's a rookie. So he's not Malik Neighbors. I'm sorry.
Really? This is what you did with Bryce Young last year. You did the same thing with Bryce Young.
I'm not saying he ain't. What I'm saying is this, and I said, let me get it. If we rewind back, I said that he might be good 3 or 4 years from now, but Bryce don't have the time to wait. In all honesty, they need to not. What I'm saying is this: do not do this thing where you go, we'll get some time. If you can get a receiver out of the draft, you can get a Kevin Nash or somebody. Get him. Do not wait for Legette to get good. Get somebody who gonna come out of the draft ready now. There are a lot of receivers in this draft. That's what I mean. I don't want to have to wait for Legette to get good 4 years from now, dog. I don't want Legette to be a DK Metcalf situation.
So you'd rather just okay. So then I don't want to hear you say. So hold on, Early. I don't want to hear you say that Legette was that we drafted Legette too high, that he was trash when you don't add in the resources. Like we've seen just because we've had a lot of really good receivers that came in early, but all those people like Jetta's was better. Like Jetta's they're just better players than him, and I think that's okay. Like it's okay, and even if let's just say there's nothing wrong with building now because you're still at the bottom of the NFC. You're not. The Cardinals are a better team than you. Like I understand you beat them this year, but I still think they're a better overall put together team than you. And I think if you can. I think you just need to understand where you are. Sure, you can go get a guy, but what if that guy takes a moment to? I think it's just let this team grow,
but
man. They finally got
even like this though, right? That's what I mean, Random. Here's what I'm saying is like, don't do this to Bryce again, where Y'all literally are just saying, hey, you got what you got. Deal with it. Like Andrew Coleman said, if we don't even pay nobody. If we can get a Higgins, I don't care about Leggett. I don't like if we can get a Higgins. Like I said, pull the
I
trigger
think
on
he going to
somebody
Buffalo.
that we know is
Yeah.
good, and don't do him like that again another year. What we gonna say? Well, hopefully Leggett gets better next year. Hopefully we can depend on Crocker. No, if you can get a T Higgins, somebody like that, get him a guy that we know is good now, and then we can figure all the other chips out as it may. But do not let him go another year where you got the same guys and he got to just deal with them. Don't do him like that. We get it to Cam. Like, don't do it,
This
please.
is
Just get him a
not
guy.
bad core. Like, this is where we start overdoing it because what the Panthers need more than anything right now is not even O-line. It's defense. Your defense is trash.
Defense for sure.
You need to work on that defense. The talent of the Panthers right now is flourishing, and Leggett and Coker are rookies. And Adam Thielen is the veteran. Like Deontay Johnson was going crazy for y'all, and you believed in Leggett and Coker so much, you traded him. So I wouldn't overreact the fact that your three of your weapons, Jatavian Sanders, 4 of your weapons, Jonathan Brooks, Jatavian Sanders, Coker, and Leggett, all rookies, and Bryce Young was balling out in the last half of the season.
Chuba Hubbard.
And they got Chuba Hubbard on a fantastic contract.
Well, yeah, it was a great deal. Great deal.
I'll just name
it. They've done things because they understand where they are. They're not like, oh, we're going to be in the playoffs next year. They understand what they are. They're still building. So I think we should also exercise that patience. Trying to rush this just because maybe you want trying to rush this. And I think I would rather get T. Higgins and get a rookie receiver. You already got enough rookies. You already got enough young players in that receiving room. Go get T. Higgins. That's the play for me. You got your overall vet in Thielen. You got the receiver in his prime, and then you got the three weapons on your offense who they could grow and because eventually Thielen steps off, Higgins takes the veteran spot, and you like to believe by that point the other young guys are hitting their stride.
I think
so. Just keep building.
Rodell, closing statements for the Falcons going on anymore.
Yeah, please.
Obviously, my agenda for the Falcons was they're going to make the playoffs. Almost did, and Kirk Cousins was going to ball. He was balling in the first half. Then a lot of crap went happen in the second half. So I still think Kirk is still a solid quarterback. But that's a conversation for a different day. The Falcons, my biggest thing when the draft.
Shout out Kirk for making Drake London the guy. That for that.
Yeah,
the Drake London. You for that. He literally did that, Kirk. Appreciate you for that.
Drake London, and I do think Penix is going to be able to use Drake London even better than Kirk, even though I do think Kirk is good.
And Mooney, when Mooney get back.
Mooney shout out. My biggest thing though, Drake London having a master class was great. He's top 4 in receiving yards this year. He might get an all-pro second team this year. Drake London stocks are all the way up, and the people who bought in early knew who Drake London was.
Yeah. I'm buying the Bitcoin when it's $80,000 now. I'm sorry, it's hella expensive now. You guys got it when it was like $100. I'm gonna have to buy it when it's like $40,000. But I believe in Drake London. You got it, Drake. You're a guy, and I like you a lot.
Me and Lonnie were locked in for that one. But my criticisms for the Falcons were all true too. The fact that their defense was this bad is disgusting. The fact that they have no pass rush this year and they barely did anything to get a pass rush was disgusting. I'm still upset that they drafted Michael Penix when Kirk was on the team. It made no sense, still makes no sense. But I guess they're just going to have to move on from Kirk after giving him a bag. The fact that they did not get a number 2 corner in the draft or free agency was stupid. Like the GM is brain dead. So the Falcons played well, but they could have been way better if they just built the team right. So
real quick, and we're gonna move on. Riddell, how we feel about Kyle Pitts?
Oh, I was like at the beginning of the year, I was like, bro, Kyle Pitts is just.
I think he just need a new. He just need a new.
No, he's not a guy, bro. He's not a guy.
I don't know, but like we say that about somebody, and then they go somewhere else and they flourish.
Let me ask you something real quick. Real quick. Riddell. Travis Kelce retires next year. The Kansas City get Kyle Pitts because the stock is low. Can he be a guy over there?
Be a guy. You know, Andy Reid gonna do what he's gonna do.
I rather not.
I'd rather not.
You rather not have Kyle Pitts for the next 10 years? What?
So it could be. I'm gonna put this out on the table. It could be an effort thing, which I hate that excuse because if you're not playing hard, that pisses me off.
Yeah.
It could be an effort thing. Well, I'm watching Kyle Pitts play, and this dude looks slow. He doesn't get separation. His hands are not as good as they were in his rookie year.
Hands are bad, bro.
He got no yak, like, bro.
He's got nothing, bro.
Yeah, like Colin Pitts play, he 38. Like dog, he Travis Kelce age. Like you too young to be.
Yeah, but he's
moving
got
like that.
rookie hands.
I ain't gonna lie, next
He's
year he
got rookie
better
hands.
tighten up. Wherever he at, he better tighten up because it's not looking
All right.
good. He's looking like a bust.
And only thing I gotta say is Bryce Young looks nice, and Michael Penix could be a guy. But Raheem Morris, when I saw,
He's done. I'm done with him.
I saw Judon being paired. He was covering a receiver. Old man Judon was covering a receiver.
Bro.
Stupidity.
I ain't gonna lie, too many black quarterbacks have been getting fired this year. I want to have one chance. I think that was nasty when they did Jerron Mayo because that was a team that literally didn't have anything. Give them a chance. It was nasty with Antonio Pierce because you guys literally tanked this year. But Raheem Morris, he makes it hard for me to fight for the Antonio Pierces and the Jerron Mayos because he needs to be fired. Like that's to be the problem with what's going on. He needs to go. Actually, like we didn't fire two guys that y'all could have gave more time. Raheem Morris is the reason why black quarterbacks get fired after a year. Like, dog, go somewhere, please. You're terrible. You know what you're doing.
Yeah. Antonio Pierce, 100%.
When we get to Patriots, I'll go off on Kraft because it makes. But we'll save it. All right, next game: Seahawks Rams.
Seahawks.
I don't know who the hell the Rams are, dog.
I got something
Who
for
are the Rams, Verdell?
Number
Who
one,
are the
number one.
Rams?
I got
Rams
something
are
for
frauds.
Rams. I want to save it. I want to save my Rams.
Rams are frauds. Matt Stafford's looked pedestrian ever since after the Rams game. So starting with that Niners games looked super pedestrian. Yeah, Puka's a guy. Cooper Kupp is on the downturn. They can't run the ball consistently. Yeah, this team is a fraud, straight up.
Right.
And then also Seahawks get an offensive line.
I'm gonna say my Rams.
It's been legitimately 10 years since you had an average offensive line. Go get a freaking offensive line. It's literally the only thing you need for this team to actually be a playoff team. Like I poo-poo Geno, but if he actually had an offensive line, this team is a playoff team. So go get a freaking offensive line, man. That's all I got.
Nasty take, and I'm going to F. Geno Smith and Tua the same category quarterback to me. But go ahead.
No one's just Tua and Geno.
I
mean, no one's disputing that.
I expected the Seahawks to be mediocre, and they were pretty mediocre. And I just don't understand the direction. And the defense played great, expected. Mike McDonald on the team. Leonard Williams played surprisingly extremely well. Shout out Leonard Williams.
He's great. He's
really good.
Mike McDonald magic.
Yeah, and JSN established he's the number one receiver. A lot of good things, but you got to reset the timeline. Like Geno Smith is not the future. You got to reset the timeline. You got to get an offensive line too, but you got to pick a direction because I do think you need to figure out, okay, JSN, is he officially our number one? Okay. Kenneth Walker gets injured a lot, so you got to figure out if you're going to commit to him long term because I don't know when he gets paid. You got to figure that out.
God, he's good when he's on. He's good when he's on the field, but Jesus.
For sure. And then when it comes to Geno Smith, can he take you over the top? Is he good enough?
Not without an offensive line. Hell no. Hell no without offensive line.
And mine, because I'll be quick about it. The Rams, I agree there. It might be a little dark. I agree with Dell. They might be a dark horse. We'll get into it later.
I think a dark horse too.
The Seahawks, I think they do need to improve that O-line because I feel like next year they could have the best running back duo in the league with Kenneth Walker and I forget how to pronounce the Charbonnet. Yeah. Charbonnet and Kenneth Walker, them two, they can be electric. JSN early yelled at me earlier this season that I was hyping up JSN too much. He looks better than his guy, DK Decaf.
He is better. Yeah.
DK Decaf
he's better.
Is not the number one guy, but
you're the only one. I'm gonna ask you something because Random was the only one that said it when I watched the show. Random, can you say it again, please, bro? Can we speak on DK again? Because you're the only one that admits it.
About what? Sorry,
how he was balling at the beginning of the season.
Oh no, he was.
He always does that.
No. I'm not gonna say he always does that. This season was different before he got hurt. He was balling, man. He was. I'm not saying he didn't. I'm not saying he still didn't. No, I'm not saying he still didn't crash out. I'm not saying he still didn't. He still did all the things. But for some reason on the field, when between the lines, he was great. He was great. Then he got hurt.
I agree, Randall. But let me finish.
So I think if he was healthy, and JSN did all that, then you got it. But I wish we could have seen DK play, see if he could keep that level of play up through the whole season.
Before the season even started, I said, hey, JSN's gonna elevate. Early was yelling at me that DK still could be the number one guy. He was yelling at me that, like, oh, all these people are better than JSN. He only had like 600 yards his rookie season. He wasn't like that. And JSN was a monster this year. DK did his thing early in the year before he got hurt, but JSN was a monster this year. You can't deny it. So
I might have said, I ain't gonna lie, man. I said a lot of terrible things that I take back, but you know.
Hey, as long as you admit it, my boy.
Hey, we gonna have before the show over with. I'm gonna have to do a rundown and apologize to a lot of people, so I'm cool with that.
Man,
I think that Seahawks defense next year is going to be top.
Riddell, you get it?
All right. Next game.
Yeah, I got it early.
Next game / 2 teams. We'll make this mad quick. Jaguars and Colts. I'll go first. Anthony Richardson needs to get it together. Free JT and Jaguars. Brian Thomas. I said he was him. I didn't think he was gonna be that. I didn't think he was gonna be this nice out the gate. I thought it was gonna take another year or two for him to be this nice, but nah, he's one of them ones.
500 first year. Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, top 3 wide receiver yards is for your rookie year.
AR, you got one more season, bud. One more season.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like I like Brian Thomas Jr. from like what I look like. I thought he was a like top 4 receiver in this draft. I was also on the same page. Like I thought him and Rome should have been more of a conversation, but I didn't think he was gonna be this good. Like Lonnie thought he was gonna be better than I thought he was gonna be, and even Lonnie didn't think he was gonna be this good this year, right off the rip. I expected he was going to be good because oh my goodness.
I watched the film with him.
Freaking Trevor Lawrence not fucking doing what he's supposed to do, and Caleb Williams. But
top 3 with Mac Jones being your quarterback the last 3-4 games.
That's crazy.
You finished.
We're gonna have to have we'll get to that game because we're gonna have to we're gonna have to have an apology to Justin Fields.
His quarterback competition.
But I will say this, even though like Trevor Lawrence, and I do think Doug Peterson was also bad. I think the organization's bad, so he could still be solid, but I'm not going to bet on it anymore. He's not my guy anymore. I will say this. I was absolutely right about Anthony Richardson, boy. Jesus! I thought he was going to be good this year. I didn't think he was going to be that bad. He was terrible this year.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I'll be honest with you. I don't think when you watch AR play, I don't think he loves the game enough to study it. That's my biggest thing will come from him. He's like a guy who just think I can go out here and be good because I'm physically talented. He don't look like he read no film. Like when he plays football, he looks like one of them quarterbacks is going to fail on some Jamarcus Russell type shit to where if you left him in the room and said, hey, tell me what's on the tape, you can leave him with blank tapes. I don't think he knows the game of football, honestly. And I know because I think he's only played honestly from high school to college. I think I seen somewhere where he only played 20 games between high school and college.
He's only had 20 games since high school.
Yeah, so he don't know football enough, and when you don't have that much experience, you have to really love the game and study it. And I think he don't do the work to study it. So I don't know what he'll like in the future because I think he don't love the game enough to really. He gotta, in order for him to be good, he gonna have to dive into the game. Like I'm talking about, really dive into his playbook, really dive into his film study. And I don't think he cares enough to do it. So
this offseason gotta start. He gotta start this offseason, bro. He gotta lock in, bro.
It's one and done for him. And the only reason why he's getting that chance is because he has that much athleticism. If he didn't, he would not be getting another year.
Because we see the flashes. I mean, he has the flashes, bro. He has a strong arm. He got.
But if that's the case, then get a coach, Joe Milton. If we talking about flashes.
Yeah, but Joe Milton. The thing with Joe Milton is he'll show you those flashes, and then we'll be like, okay. Let's try him out. We try him out, and he just looks absolutely terrible. Like he's done this.
It was against backups. It was against third strings. Like I'm not.
We're not.
Like we've seen this trick with Joe Milton, even in college. We've seen this with Joe Milton.
All right, next game up: Saints Buccaneers. Last comments on the Saints because we'll talk about the Bucs later.
I don't know what the Saints doing.
Yeah, I don't know what the Saints is doing. I'll be honest.
Yeah, they suck.
They're still in cap hell from the Drew Brees era, and they refuse to.
Are they still paying money for him, Random?
I think they might be done and they're about to be.
Oh yeah, wait, Jaguars, Dougie P gone too. Who over there?
Yeah. So the Saints need to. You want to talk about a team that needs to absolutely blow it up? I get you got talent, but you're not even a true contender for your own division, let alone
send Derek Carr to Seattle or something.
Right. So you gotta blow it all the way up, and you basically gotta tank. Because I don't think they saw enough from Spencer Rattler this year to feel comfortable with him going forward.
All right.
I say this much. I know Mo. I wish Mo was here. If you really watch the games, Derek Carr ain't as bad as a lot of people making him out to be. Derek Carr is still a pretty good quarterback, and I think what it is that organization just effing sucks, honestly. In all honesty, dog,
he's in the Geno Tua realm.
Yeah, like he ain't bad as
But
people.
that's all he is.
He's one of them guys, like a lot of quarterbacks in this league, who need help. Only about 5 guys in the league can do it, no matter who you put around them, because they just that talented. He's one of them guys, like a lot of guys in the league, who need some fucking weapons and need some help. And to be honest with you, Chris Olave is not a number 1. I don't give a fuck how great he was at Ohio State. He ain't number 1. He'd be a fantastic number 2, but he ain't JSN.
Right.
Yeah, I think the Saints just need to blow it up. I agree with Random.
You got blow it.
Get rid of it. Get rid of it.
Blow that.
Just blow it all the way up.
Yeah,
And the Bucks ain't going. They won't probably go far this year. But I'm be honest with you, a Bucks team healthy, a couple corners or two, the Bucks can literally be one of the. They can literally go contend for Super Bowl. They just literally need to fix up that defense when it comes to corner play and probably grab a pass rusher, some type of pass rusher, and maybe another linebacker over there. But offensively, they got everything they need. They just literally need to stay healthy. Their health hurt them this year, but they're one of the better teams in the NFL when they fully healthy.
Yeah.
All right. We have
5
teams left.
The Drake London versus Chris Olave conversation dead as hell.
Super dead.
It's not, yeah.
Super dead.
Yeah, we ain't
All
doing
right.
that.
But we'll end.
Yeah, bro, Chris Olave is still a great player, though. I don't want Drake London's
not,
but
And Drake,
Olave is still nice, bro. Let him get back healthy. He'll show people.
Even when he's healthy, though, he's still one of the worst Ohio State receivers in the league right now. Honestly, he ain't better than a lot of guys from Ohio State right now. He ain't better than Marvin Harrison Jr. He ain't better than JSN. He ain't better than my guy McLaurin. He ain't better than Gary Wilson. Like he's the worst Ohio State receiver, and he probably won't be better than my boy Ibuka when he come out. So no,
I think
he's
he's
better than other dude.
All right.
yeah.
I'm being nasty.
Next team up. F. Dot start off the Browns. Last comments on the Browns.
Blow it up too.
Yeah, blow them up, man. I don't know. That organization, they're just cursed, bro. That's just what it is. Like it's bad when Myles Garrett's going around like sitting down with the team and like, okay, where's our direction?
What we doing, dog? What we doing?
Like, how long are we gonna do this for? Because I don't want to stay here. I don't want to ride here. I'm too good to be riding here. He really is bad, honestly.
Myles Garrett, save the conversation and request a trade. There is no conversation to be had. There is absolutely no chance.
Whatever they tell you, it's gonna be cap.
Because and one thing is that offensive line took one of the biggest collapse hits I've ever seen from 1 year. It went from maybe top 5 to maybe bottom 5.
Yeah, that was bad.
And it's time to start looking for a new franchise running back. I heard that say last week. Chubby's probably done.
Yeah,
he is. One more year.
I'm gonna give him one more year though. Yeah,
give him a year to be healthy. But I'm be honest with you, his style of running, like it's gonna be hard off them 2 ACL tears.
I mean, it was 2 games.
It is 2 ACLs is tough, bro. That's tough.
What is it? 3 ACLs?
Next team up, the Patriots.
Drake Mason.
I think
Drake Mason guy.
Look, is gonna be a guy certified. I agree.
I agree on Drake. I agree on Drake May. I think they fired Gerard Mayer a little too early, but look,
2 hours.
I'm going last, by the way.
Yeah. So my only thing is, look, I still think they can trade the pick. Would it have been awesome to have the first pick? Absolutely was. But now all the onus is still on them with the second pick because they can still trade it. They can still
they have the 4th pick.
They have the 4th pick. Okay, never mind. But look, I think this Patriots team, you get Drake a receiver. Hunter Henry's good enough as a tight end. He's not going to be the number 1 guy on your offense. You get him a receiver. You either get another running back or you got to take what's the running back round? The one that fumbles a lot, Lonnie. What's his name? Stevenson. Take Stevenson behind the barn and just like, hey, bro, what we doing? You got to figure this out because he shows. I think
he's good, but
yeah, because he shows flashes, but he can't. He fumbled too much, and
I don't lie. But for me, Ryan, that's about 5 running backs that are backing up on teams that are better than who they have that they can get. They can go get that boy Mason from the 49ers. Montgomery, I ain't gonna lie, Montgomery. Gibbs is the number 1 running back.
I think the best thing for them to do is keep both of them. You keep both of them. You keep both of them. They work best together. And with the Pats, I think I'd rather keep him. I'd rather keep him too.
I think we're underselling Ramondre Stevenson a little bit.
Yeah. For me to finish what I'm saying, they fired Gerard Mayo from reports because Mike Vrabel has shown tremendous interest in the job. Obviously, he played there, he won Super Bowls there, and if they get Mike Vrabel, you'd like to believe that he's gonna get a bigger leash than almost everybody. That almost as much as, I'm not saying Bill, but maybe close to that level. He's a guy that, I mean, he made Robert Kraft a lot of money. He knows the organization even better than Gerard Mayo. Let's see what happens.
But random, and I don't want to cut you off. I actually want to have to go back and forth with you a little bit. What's the difference between as far as
I never said Jared Goff wasn't top 10, bro. Like,
don't acknowledge him. Don't acknowledge him.
Oh my God,
what's the difference between Mike? Don't acknowledge him. What's the difference between Gerard Mayo as far as like what he is to the, because he's probably the greatest linebacker of all time for that organization. We talk about longevity and numbers and what he's done. So what's the difference if you're going to bring Mike Vrabel, who's an old vet who played for the team? Gerard Mayo won Super Bowls there too. That's what I'm saying. What's the difference, man? Why he don't get a break, but you gonna give Mike Vrabel a break?
Or also Mike Vrabel's shown that he can coach teams.
Okay,
it's really unfair. It's really unfair. But when Mike Vrabel, because ironically, the last few weeks of the season, they said Mike Vrabel interviewed with the Jets, and he and his team purposely leaked it to let the Patriots know. So the Patriots are like, look, we could try this again with Gerard Mayo. We understand, at least we'd like to believe that they understand he didn't have the best talent to work with this year, right? Or we could get Mike Vrabel, somebody we know who brings his own culture, who's proven, who understands the system just like Gerard Mayo does, and he's proven. He was able to take the Titans and Ryan, I always forget his last name. Ryan, you know who I'm talking about, Ryan Tannehill, to multiple playoff runs. At one point, they were number one seed in the playoffs. Don't forget that.
But here's my thing, though. We all knew that going into the season. All of us knew. Did anybody think the Patriots were going to be good this year?
Hell no.
So my thing is that when you get it, I can see if he had the Chiefs, or he had the Detroit Lions, or he had the Green Bay Packers, or one of these teams that was supposed to be good anyway, and they bombed out. Like if he, like for instance, why does Zach Taylor still have a job? Why have I woken up the last 3 days and not seen Zach Taylor? That's fine. That's my thing. We all knew that the Patriots weren't going to have a good team. So you give a guy a team, a bad team. You got rid of Michael Judon, so you know you're in a rebuild stage. Just to fire him after a year, that's not corny as hell.
But
man.
Think about
don't
this.
Only give him the job if you knew you weren't gonna keep him after a year.
No other team in recent memory besides the Chiefs the Patriots the best team this side of this century. The Robert Kraft was alive winning. I understand it doesn't matter. I understand that, but it matters to Robert Kraft.
Well, because
it matters.
Okay, this is the point, Random.
It matters. Hold on. And I'm gonna let you go, Lonnie. It matters to the team. Well, I think they're gonna look back on this and feel like they were a little bit unfair to Gerard Mayo. He just wasn't given a lot and expected him to do a lot.
So you gave me real quick. You gave me a limit, and then when it broke down, you said it was my fault.
Robert Kraft has been.
Come on, man. You gave me a limit as a vehicle, and when it broke down, it's my fault. Come on, man. It's not fair.
It's unfair. That's what it is.
But Robert Kraft has been getting shielded by Bill Belichick for years, Random. He is not a good owner. He's a diva owner. He gets freaking, what's the word? Influenced by what the fans say with the most spoiled franchise of all time. Okay, this guy's a complete idiot. I'm sorry, bro. It's like Bill Simmons wants to go sit there and act like Gerard Mayo's supposed to make this team an 8-win team.
You do not like Bill Simmons.
Get the fuck out of here. Robert Kraft is a loser, bro. He didn't do anything but just sit behind Bill Belichick's coattails, and he said, "Oh, whatever," because Bill Belichick got ran out.
Mike, let Lonnie talk about his team. Did you ask Bill Simmons for an autograph? He didn't give you one because you have been going. You don't not like Bill Simmons. Go ahead, Lonnie.
Because Bill Simmons doesn't know football, and he tries to act like he does. I'm done.
No,
he doesn't talk about coaching.
When growing up in New England, you understand, as a black man, you understand that the fan base and the toxic fan base that comes with being a Patriots fan. Also understand the context of the situation. Kraft literally said, "I failed Gerard Mayo," and then fired him. He said, "Oh, there are multiple times throughout the season Mayo came to me and my family for advice, and we didn't give it to him, and we didn't provide it to him." So you're saying, "Oh, we didn't do our job but we're going to let Jerod Mayo go. And then leaks come out like, oh, they were playing cards on the plane after a bad loss. This dumbass, it's we all know what it is. We all know why he's getting fired. Also, a lot of people in the Patriots organization that were still around in the Belichick era, they apparently want out of the Belichick era. And who was Jerod Mayo? Bill Belichick's best friend. Don't
you think that it was a lot of games you guys played this year where y'all were supposed to get blown out and it kept I feel like the Patriots didn't get blown out this year by a lot of teams. Like they kept it close a lot of games.
Yeah, we were close some games. We were close some games, but we also know that with that side of the fan base in New England, how it is, and the extra scrutiny and pressure comes with that. And
that's so unfair.
And Kraft sold out. Kraft's a sellout,
bro.
You literally can't
go back to Miami.
I can't say, hey, I failed. If I hire Michael as my employee and I don't set him up to succeed, and something goes wrong at the business, but it's my fault, and I'm like, yeah, this is my fault, but I'm gonna fire Mike for it. I'm an asshole, and that's what Kraft is. He's an asshole.
Man, DeMario Douglas, their best receiver, bro. Shout out Douglas. I feel like I would
when
keep
it comes
him.
To the Patriots team. Also,
not only that, y'all basically made him start Jacoby Brissett from the beginning, just for Drake May to finally get show that he was good. Another guy I apologize to. I'm sorry, Drake May. You are a guy. I need to do a whole apology tour. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Bryce. I'm sorry, Drake London for saying there's 15 guys better than you. I'm sorry, Drake London, for saying there's 15 guys better than you. I've said a lot of things about a lot of guys. I apologize. I'm sorry, JSN. You're good. I'm sorry. B. John Robinson, you have been very good this season. I apologize to a lot of guys. I was angry, bitter, and I apologize. And Drake, Will Levis, you suck. And so does Gardner Minshew. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, when it comes to we have a lot of holes.
Trent's trying to come up.
Also, I'm worried that Gonzalez can't stay healthy.
I got him.
He's too skinny. He needs to put on
weight.
I
thought you were injured. My fault.
But no, we need all new receivers, in my opinion. I don't like any of them besides Henry. We need a new running back. We need a new O line. We need a we need a
retool on everything. And having these defensive players are
we need to move on from the Patriots. Come on now. Let's go on.
So I'll just say we need a whole new team, but also Hellfire, you were wrong. You said we weren't going to win more than one game, and we won 4. Fuck you. You're real Patriots fans over here. And yeah, we can move on. Next
team. Said Drake May, nothing. That's crazy, bro.
It's good, Trent.
Yeah, next team is the Bears.
We got everybody.
What's good, boy?
That was good. What y'all talking about?
Man, we just finished. Don't talk about Robert Kraft being a fraud, but.
Wait, we going through the last couple games. What's the next game, Lonnie?
Yeah, the Bears.
I told y'all. I think y'all.
This is perfect. No. Random, please. Trent, this is so perfect. Hey, Trent.
God, you're nasty.
About the Bears, Trent. Huh? You can hear, nigga. About the Bears.
Shout out Tyreek Stevenson. He ended the season after that bullshit.
He did though. Not
shout out Tyreek Stevenson.
He did.
He just killed that.
He literally did.
I mean, Caleb ain't do what I thought he would. He's played. I think Caleb does getting too much flack, but I think Caleb has still been playing okay this season. But yeah, I thought there was gonna be overcoming when you have a good roster like that. I thought he was gonna overcome bad coaching. It just didn't happen. So I mean.
I told y'all that. Yeah, I told y'all. I thought y'all were being really hard on Rook. I understand Drake or that Caleb was supposed to be one of them ones. I really do understand. Yeah. I understand that Caleb was supposed to be one of them ones, but what you're asking is like, sure, he's the number 1 overall pick, but there's levels to it, and I said this when they got rid of Justin Fields. You're bringing in Caleb, complete clean wipe. New coaching staff, new all that, so everybody gets a fresh start. Instead of now, you're giving, just like Bryce was, you're giving him his 3rd head coach, 3rd offensive coordinator in 2 years. When you could have went and did what you could to get Ben Johnson last year, maybe go get a Mike Vrabel instead of trying to stick with. Yes, like there's so many people you could have got instead of sticking with Eberflus for one more year to get to the same place we all knew was going to end. And I thought you guys were just being unfair, asking a lot out of Caleb. I understand it was supposed to be, but that's a lot you were asking him to do.
I don't think I was asking a lot.
Especially in the toughest division in the NFL too.
Okay, well, I think everybody in this panel knows.
Hold on. My thing is random with that. I think when you say Eberflus fired Shore, even though I would argue Eberflus wasn't the problem, Shane Waldron was the problem. I will say this: the Bears not succeeding, you got it. The whole number 1 pick don't really mean nothing to me, considering Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix both made the playoffs, and Drake May was balling out on the Patriots. I think ultimately they had a great roster. I also think Caleb Williams did not play good football. His deep throw accuracy was so bad this year. His pocket presence was so shaky. Now, there are times when the offensive line wasn't great, but there's also times when he wants to be Mr. Playmaker and hold on to the ball too long. Now, there was probably team chemistry issues because DJ Moore is looking weird this year, I'm going to be honest. But ultimately, I do think a good chunk of the blame.
I told you he got hero ball.
But a good chunk of the blame is Caleb Williams just not playing good enough.
Which I agree. That's why I'm saying, like, that's why I said, like, I'm not really trying to, like, the coaching was bad, but there was also just games where Caleb ain't play good. And there's just, of course, bullshit with that, like, you don't feel me? You have a game-winning drive, block kick. You have another game on the job, you miss it. Like, that's just what it is. And then that whole Tyreek Stevenson shit, I think that's just put the nail in the coffin.
Oh my! That messed up the whole vibe of the team.
We're being objective, Randall. I mean, there were 2 things that you said. You were being unfair about in the offseason, and one you were right about.
Wait a minute, what happened with Tyreek Stevenson?
So we even.
Remember,
during the talking to the crowd with the Hail Mary early.
The Commander
Yeah, I missed that. I was watching that game the other day.
They were above 500 during.
So look. You guys are right. Caleb also. Yeah, you guys are right. Caleb also didn't play well, but I mean, Tyreek Steve. He just didn't have. Obviously, Drake May's just him. That's what today. He's just him. Okay, Jaden had way better coaching. Bo Nix definitely had way better coaching. Way better. So I just think they also maximize their rookie quarterback, except for Drake. Drake's just that dude. Like, that's the only thing you can, like, I can't fight back on Drake. You got it on Drake. Drake's just that dude. But I just always think, like, I'm always going to believe this. I understand he's supposed to be this nice, but you're asking a rookie to make the playoffs off rip. Like, look at everything that had to go right for CJ Stroud last year, plus having the greatest rookie quarterback season of all time. And you just think, like, Caleb should be able to do that.
When the thing is, though,
it's not supposed to happen. And Jaden did it.
But the thing is, though, Randall, when it comes to generational,
they had way better coaching, though. I think that, especially with rookies, that matters.
But you can argue that's the limitation with generational players, though. Just
because you have a better team, we've all seen great teams with shit coaches don't do anything.
Exactly. Well, our point was, me and Riddell's point was that their team should get them over the hump. But Caleb did what he was supposed to do. If Caleb just played regular,
he can't overcome. He couldn't. Riddell just admitted he could not overcome. Obviously, his own things.
Wait. What did you say, Trent?
Shane Waldron either.
If Caleb would have did what he was supposed to do, they would have been in the playoffs. Now, granted, they probably would have. They could have probably still missed because I don't think nobody on this panel, and I don't think only one person who was talking about the Vikings for real.
Nobody was.
That's what I'm saying. Nobody was expecting
the Commanders too. It was a couple niggas we had stuck in this year.
That's what I'm saying. Like, just think, like these games, they went lost 9 straight. Like the Commanders game, the Hail Mary was crazy.
Yeah, Lions said the Texans were going to lose 2 games this season.
Bro, I thought 3 teams.
The Cardinals game, they just got smacked.
Niggas got hurt.
Like, it was just bad. Like, and then, like I said, some of the games that they were going to win, bullshit happened with the special teams. So it was just bad.
But even this though, Trent, these are 2 things that, because I literally said this, and then I think Mike talked about the last episode we did when I wasn't here. The things that I always said that, because we just assume, okay, yes, you're right. Caleb Williams came into as a generational talent, but I think we overlooked a lot of stuff. And I said him. I said one that O-line he had was phenomenal, and there was a lot of time when you watch that film when he had plenty of times to improvise back there. And I also said his ability to play hero ball was going to leak over, because at the end of the day, you don't play the way you play for 4 or 5 years, and then you go somewhere and all of a sudden you're going to change the way you play. When you look at the numbers, the nigga held the ball, if not the same, but longer than Justin Fields. We poo-poo Justin Fields, but another thing that gave me a problem, I don't give a damn how good Keenan Allen was this year, how many flashes Ramaduze showed. Your number one was DJ Moore. You should have built some karate with that boy. Y'all should have spent some games. If y'all had to go do some stuff together, just y'all two, go to the beach, go to Chicago. I don't care where you go. Like, go somewhere and learn each other and hang out with each other, go get something to eat together. That's your number one. There are plenty of times where that boy was wide open and he wasn't looking his way. He had his eyes darted on Keenan Allen. He had his eyes darted on Ramaduze. And I'll say this one thing. Towards the end of the season, I'm gonna say this for good. Towards the end of the season, DJ Moore started to give up, and I think that part of that is the problem too, because literally it was a couple routes where after about week 7 or 8, it was plenty of times where he didn't finish a route and Caleb went through it that way, and nobody was over there because he gave one a route because he was assuming he was gonna throw it to him anyway.
That's I can't blame them on Caleb. That's just DJ Moore and all some effort shit.
Because also it's like there's a reason.
But I think that happens though when you have a three-headed snake receiving room. Like you gotta think. Ron had like 700. Keenan had like 800 and DJ had like 900. That's just like he's just spreading. Like that's just what it is. Like
also Keenan Allen,
but he was trusting. You can see he trusts Rome and Keenan Allen more on third down than DJ Moore. But
I don't know
DJ Moore was a phenomenal receiver last year.
But I think it also has to do with the fact that the offensive line was so bad. Like Keenan Allen is the short, the quick throw option, and I just feel like because the offensive line was so bad, that's why he's locked in on those guys. And I think when Donnie brought it up with Marvin Harrison being so dominant, like he was an insane contested catcher in college. And I think that's like the one thing that kind of he struggled with was that ability to jump over the top. And I'm going to relate it back to Caleb Williams in the sense of Caleb Williams could get so much off and run around in college that when he got to the league, he wasn't ready to sit in the pocket the same way. And obviously Jane Daniels did the same thing, but I just feel like I'm not giving them an excuse. But what I am saying is I think what the Bears need to do, they need to look at what Jim Harbaugh did with Justin Herbert. Because I said last year, I think that they should build a consistent run game, get Justin Herbert off of play action, let him be a little bit more of a game manager, and it'll make him better. And I think if they do the same thing with Caleb Williams, they could be good, because if you could get Caleb Williams on play action, rolling out with a solid run game, their run game was fine, but I feel like that's the better way to go than to have, him trying to throw 45.
That's the exact reason, Mike, why I think the exact opposite reason that is why I think your boy Shador gonna be so good, because he come from a terrible old line. When he gets to a team that actually block a little bit, he gonna be like, "Oh, I got a little bit of time." He already got it in his mind to get the ball off fast. When he comes to the pros, he gonna be phenomenal. I promise you that. But go ahead.
All right, last team before we hit the playoffs, the Bengals. You can start off early.
Listen, man, I'm actually very happy they didn't make the playoffs simply because I don't think it's cool that you get to jack off the whole season and then all of a sudden you make it into the playoffs. No, you deserve to sit out because you play like dog shit beginning of the year. You don't get to win a couple games towards the end of the year and now make it to the playoffs. Although I love Joe, I love Jamar, and I love what Trey did this year, leading league in sacks, I do believe that y'all gotta. It would have been a bad precedent for them to make the playoffs. Also, they stunk so many times. Plus, not just that, I'm glad they didn't make the playoff because maybe this is another step closer to getting Zach Taylor fired. Because Lord knows if they make it on some Eli Manning, Giants type shit, and now they get deep in playoffs, even though they don't win it. Oh, now Zach got another year saying, "I got us here. We got deep into it." So thank you for not making the playoffs, because Zach Taylor has to be fired the same way Gerard Mayo and Turner Pierce were.
All right, it's crazy. Joe Burrow had a fantastic season. I think if they're a winning team.
Yeah, is that talking?
No, it's cool.
No. F-Dog, my bad. I've talked enough. Go ahead, bro.
No, I was just gonna say the same thing. I mean, I'm happy they didn't get to the playoffs because they were hot. 5-game win streak. I'm pretty sure the Bills didn't want to see them first round. That defense is terrible. I don't think they should have fired their DC. I like him actually. I think he's a really good DC. I think the talent on that side of the field was just really everywhere. Like it had some injuries, but then they just didn't have the talent there as well. But I think they're gonna be fine. Like the Bengals, as long as that offense is moving how that offense is moving, they're gonna always be great. I wonder what they're gonna do defensively. I wonder who they're gonna pick up. I wonder who they're gonna hire for DC. I'm curious because that's important.
Do we look at Trey as having one good season, or do we think he's a top 5 to 7?
No, he's nice. He's been like this for a couple years.
He's been one of the better underrated edge rushers for.
Yeah, he's nice. I
Bro,
see him
Trey
2 times a
Henderson-
year, bro. He's really nice. I'm not.
Bro,
gonna lie.
Trey Henderson may not have a crazy bag, but he's got motor. He's very athletic, and he's very strong. Like
He reminds me of like Patrick Kearney that used to play for the Falcons, or what's the other D lineman that the Cincinnati Bengals had for a long time? Was it something Smith?
You're talking about
oh,
the
Alden,
defensive tackle. Was it Geno Smith?
Come on,
No.
Alden Smith?
Alden?
Yeah, Alden. No, not Alden Smith.
No.
It was a white boy that used to play for the Bengals. He was a D tackle, but I mean he's a D lineman. But
Oh,
he
Justin
was the white.
Smith.
He was the
Justin
white. Justin Smith.
I feel like he was more of 49er.
Yeah, he was a 49er. He played for a 49er. Yeah, that's what he's on.
But he reminds me of one of them guys like where like he can have he affects the game the whole game low key even when he's not getting sacks. He affects the game the whole game low key.
Yeah, he's a solid. He's always been a pretty solid edge rusher. But yeah, the biggest problem with the Bengals is that fucking owner's cheap as hell, boy. That
Should have paid Jamar when he asked for it because now his price is
Bro,
ridiculous.
did they pay Cam Taylor Britt, or is he young?
He's young, I believe.
He's good though.
I also don't think. I think as good as Joe Burrow is, I don't think. I think he's phenomenal. He's phenomenal. I don't think he's good enough. It's gonna really hurt him next year when Higgins ain't there no more. It's gonna hurt him when Higgins ain't there no more. It's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, I feel like as much as season that he's had, I mean, like I'm not saying that he was obviously I think he was supposed to get 4,500 yards. Like he played great, but like that being down the entire game and having those receivers, I think I'm not sitting here and saying that this is, one of the it's a great quarterback season, but I feel like it's just being dragged a little bit too much about how great he's playing. I mean, like he's supposed to go out and do that in this situation.
No, I'm not gonna lie.
He would have been the MVP if the Bengals were winning.
Yeah. If the Bengals went like
He was wild him,
if
but
the
like,
Bengals had the Bucks record, he's probably top. He's at least top 2 votes.
I ain't
for
gonna
MVP.
lie. Nah, the way how they doing it right now, I think Josh got it no matter what. The way they doing it. Because
They want him to have it. They want him to have it.
Yeah, I would.
Let's get if I say because Lamar is basically doing what Burrow did, and Josh Allen's odd is really like right now to win is like minus 500.
Yeah, you got the.
What they're doing.
think-
This is Trent. This is the Joel Embiid
I ain't gonna say that, though.
Jokic
I'm
year
not gonna say
where
that,
like they
though.
like we just tired of seeing.
But the thing is, though, I'm not gonna say that. Though, I think
Lamar played way better this year than he did last year in terms of throwing the ball. In terms of throwing the ball,
I just think but I see the both respectful arguments. I ain't gonna say like they hear a nigga damn well what type shit, but like I see why Josh Allen's gonna win it though. It's not crazy.
No, I would.
He got less
I would
talent around him.
predict-
In my
I would
opinion,
predict-
he got less
Yeah,
talent.
he does for sure.
He does.
Yeah, I'd predict Josh.
I told y'all
Allen
this was
wins
gonna be his
it,
Cam Newton year.
But bro, if we're just talking about off script,
all year.
if we're talking about off script, this is one of the best quarterback scenes that I've ever seen from like Lamar Jackson. What he's done off script, 2018 Mahomes was there, Brett Favre season was there, but bro, what he did off script, bro, that's one of the best quarterback seasons from that standpoint I've ever seen.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This Lamar,
bro.
Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen season. I put these 3 guys. I put them versus the top 3 quarterbacks in almost any year starting from 2000.
Nah, I can't do that one. Can't do that one.
Not saying they beating everybody. Trey.
Yeah,
I'm saying
you saying
I put them up.
Actually, to be honest, I see what you're saying though.
Well,
I think-
you talk about this year.
I think 20. I think 2011 will be that's just unmatched.
But I'm talking about like what he said, like what Trent saying. These top 3, I'm talking about like Josh Allen, Lamar, and Joe Burrow. Them 3, you give me the 3 best guys in any year starting in 2000s. I have a case. Not saying they better than them, but I have a case.
Yeah, this is an awesome
It's crazy
MVP
you say
right
that, and then Mahomes exists, so it's like it's top 4, bro. It's just good. It's just crazy, bro. I'm gonna be honest.
No, wait.
Yeah, Mahomes
Mahomes didn't play good in the season. You're right. You got me.
Mahomes still won, bro.
I ain't gonna lie,
And
Brodell, you really think Mahomes your MVP for real?
Yeah, and
No,
based on,
no.
I changed my criteria.
Riddell changed his criteria a little bit.
Yeah,
It's
so
gotta be
but
Josh
if we're talking
Allen, if
about
that's your
the
criteria.
normal criteria, Josh Allen's the MVP. But I changed my criteria, so Mahomes my MVP.
I mean, I just feel like Josh, if because I feel like you're saying Mahomes because of the.
But let's not. Hold on. Let's stay on it because who they play? They played the Steelers, right?
Who the Ravens? The
Oh,
Ravens,
Ravens
play the Steelers, and then the
Steelers.
Broncos play the Bills.
No. I'm not talking about the playoffs. I'm talking about that last game. The Bengals played the Steelers in the last game, right?
Oh yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, and let me say this. Never apology. My apology to our shit. Trent. Apologize to a lot of guys, including Drake London. I'm sorry, and I won't say that ever again. Listen, I love you, J. Watt. but you cannot fuck with Myles Garrett.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
He did it.
I'm so surprised.
I mean,
Dude, we've been waiting for this day, bro.
Thank you, Jesus.
Bro, the whole year, bro. This
Thank you,
TJ Watt.
Jesus.
TJ Watt.
Bro,
Thank you.
wait.
Yeah, like it's too many times where I see TJ Watt get put in the box on 1-on-1, and when you stop betting on niggas and you start like not even just betting, because even when you don't bet, but you want a nigga to root so you can talk your shit the next week on the show. It's a lot of time where I'm keen on TJ Watt, and I'm like, bro, can you get off the damn block, please?
Bro, and he's and as
And you got Hayward and Highsmith over there, like, bro, stop. It was time when they 1-on-1 that nigga or they chip him, and I watched Myles Garrett. A chip don't work on Myles Garrett. Like it better be a grown ass man chipping him because he be shaking chips off.
But bro, this is the thing. This is the
Early
thing.
changes doing so much is actually insane.
Bro, out of any
I think this is
top
like
five edge
down
rusher,
season.
and look, TJ Watt's still up there for me, but any top 5 edge rusher, he's put in the most advantageous situations, bro. I watched when they played the Ravens both times. He didn't go up against Ronnie Stanley one time. I don't think one time, maybe like a handful.
No, he didn't go against Ronnie Stanley not one time. TJ didn't go against him not once.
And I thought Ronnie Stanley
had to go against Ronnie Stanley both times.
Bro, and Ronnie Stanley.
Like what was the Steelers' record this year? What's the Steelers' record?
10-7.
10-6.
I'm gonna be honest with you. If I take Myles Garrett and I say, you know what, come here, Myles. I mean, come here, TJ Watt. You go over here and give me Myles. They go 13-4. That's how. Like honestly, like Myles Garrett would be more effective if somebody. It was times where that sack they needed, that fumble they needed, that play they needed, where he couldn't do it. That Myles Garrett does it.
I mean, he is a clutch player though. Like
most definitely. But he be getting put in the box though. And I think TJ Watt's second move, his second, third, that's what the best of the best. When I've seen from like I say, I give Michael Parsons his flowers and I apologize to him. That second, third, because that first move, everybody got that. But that second, third, fourth move, TJ Watt ain't got that third and fourth move like that, dog. Once he don't get his and then his he like, now he bullshitting. That when he go that third pass rush attempt, and like when he trying to like figure it out, he bullshitting. Now he bullshitting. I can't hear you, Riddell.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I think in the second half of this year, TJ Watt wasn't as good as he was first half of this year. I think overall Myles Garrett was better, but like I think this was just not one of his better years. I still think TJ Watt is that guy.
I mean,
no, he's still top 5. I'm just saying he ain't fucking Myles Garrett.
He's still that guy.
Yeah.
Again, for me, like I said, it's almost like when you play Madden, right? If you play on D-line in Madden, if your first move don't work, you got to hit that stick and get another move, and then by that third move, you like, all right, nigga, I ain't gonna get there. Like, it is what it is. I see our next play. When you watch TJ Watt's game, Myles Garrett got a 4th, 5th move, like where if you get that, I'm gonna go this, I'm gonna go that. When you get TJ Watt on his 2, so if he had a pass rush or he spin move, he don't get that. He's gonna swim, he don't get that. That third move, he started to kind of like bullshit. Now he's gonna find something else to do. That's what I'm saying.
I just don't think
this year, sure, but I won't say that's not who TJ Watt is.
I'm not saying that's who he is, but I'm saying I say not this year because he's getting older, and maybe it's also because of the fact that like I said, it could be the fact that like he had to do a lot at the beginning of the season, and I think it wore down on him. Where Myles Garrett ain't getting worn down right now, and Max Crosby ain't getting worn down right now. Like it's just certain guys ain't getting worn down. And I'll be real with you, if Hutchinson stays where he was at, where he was looking like, he probably top 2, top 3 in the league as far as pass rush.
He would have been DPOY. Like he would have been in the conversation with PS2.
Yeah, and like I said, TJ Watt, biggest thing is he does other things. He swats, he gets picks, he gets sack fumbles. But as far as a pass rusher, it's a lot of guys I'm taking over TJ Watt. And when it comes to pass rusher, include Michael Parsons. Like it's just like
really flipped.
I'm not flipping. He's still a top 5 pass rusher. What I'm saying is that I'm watching the film and I'm shutting the fuck up and I'm gonna lie. I lost a lot of money this year. A lot of bad takes. I was poo-pooed on a lot of guys. I believed in Gardner Minshew, lost me $500. I believed in Will Levis, hurt me. Everything, he hit me. Everything that involves Riddell, I lost on. I was bullshitting on Malik Neighbors. I was bullshitting on the Raiders. The law, like I'll be real with you. It's been a very convenient.
Everybody lost their bets against me.
I have sit in a dark room with my God rest my father's soul, with my father's spirit, and had a conversation with him. And he told me, "Yeah, you some bullshit this year." So I'm apologizing to people. That's what I'm doing.
Hey, I won money because of Josh Allen, neighbors, the Chiefs. I won money for betting against Garrett Wilson.
Fuck you.
I'm locked in, bro.
I want to say this though before we go deep into these playoffs, and now that Trent here too, I want to go through this. Now we can start with Trent. Give me the guy that you believed in and did what he was supposed to do. Give me the guy that surprised you, and give me the guy that disappointed you. Let's just run through them. Trent, your three.
I mean, the guy that I expected to do what he did this year was Saquon and Bijan Robinson. I was calling them dudes.
Pick one, motherfucker. Don't take nobody else's. Pick one.
All right, so just because I always talk about 2-6, I'll just say Bijan because I've been
okay
all the time.
Who surprised you?
I'm not even about to use dude from Minnesota. That's just too easy. I ain't I was surprised at Baker Mayfield. I wouldn't expect him to double down and did what he did. 4,500.
Yeah, you got to see it firsthand.
Yeah, see it first. 41 TDs, 16 picks. Yeah, that was. And then you said one that disappointed me.
Yeah, who disappointed you?
You talking about like a player or just a team?
Either one. Just disappointment.
Fucking Falcons, bro. I cannot believe that shit. You bench Kurt and then Pennies get in versus what's his name? Do the Commanders game, and
he was clutch. But
if I wasn't so high on the Ravens and I just bet niggas that they wouldn't make the playoffs, I would be living a good life right now. I should have just I was too much. I was too hot. I went in too hot. I should have just bet they wouldn't go play playoffs because niggas just knew they was gonna win the division. So that's what I should have did.
Yeah, that's my three.
Go ahead, Abdot. Guy you knew was gonna be good. Guy that surprised you and guy that disappointed you.
So I expected Derrick Henry to go off. Obviously, I knew in our offensive system he would thrive. Somebody that surprised me, I'm gonna go BTJ. I didn't think he was gonna go this crazy again. Like what Lonnie was saying, what Riddell was saying, like he's going crazy this year. Crazy year, 1,100 yards with Mac Jones and Trevor Lawrence, and just a bad offensive scheme. The whole 9 yards with them. So shout out to bro. And then Collar, bro, he disappointed me. Like I'm not gonna go too deep on Collar, bro. Collar's one of my favorite quarterbacks, and he's just a disappointment right now, honestly. So.
The guy that surprised that I knew gonna be great, Josh Allen did his thing. MVP coming your way, my boy. I knew you was gonna be great this year. You led me to a championship in my other fantasy league. The guy that surprised me this season. Hey man, listen, man. Bryce Young, end of the season, boy. Hey, boy.
Yes,
hey. I see you. Hey. Proud of you. Keep it coming. And you are my franchise quarterback. And the guy that disappointed me, listen, man. I ain't the biggest fan of him, but just how it really started when he choked out his kicker. Hey, Debo, bro, go wrestle or something. Like go. WWE need new guys. Go wrestle. Football ain't your sport. Go wrestle. Go wrestle.
You haven't been here, Trent.
Monday Night Raw. That
Debo.
Debo.
We've been killing Debo on this.
Go ahead, Lonnie.
All right. The guy that I knew did good. I want to say Brian Thomas, but I'm actually gonna go Jamar Gibbs because I've been saying since the old open field Jamal Charles 2.0.
Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, he's nice. Ooh, he's nice.
And I love Jamal Charles is one of my favorite running backs, and like he
do remind me of Jamal Charles. That's a good comp.
I think it's a good comp. Yeah.
So yeah,
I ain't know BJ was that when he played for Alabama. I ain't never seen him be that. I ain't know he's that fast. Jahmyr is fast.
He's fast. Disappointment. I have to go CJ Stroud. That's my dog. I'm still rocking with him. I'm not doing this whole Bryce is already better than like not. He's a lot of injuries, he's playing bad, but he lost Stephon, he lost Tank, O-line's been hurt and been terrorists. So there's been a lot going on, and he also has been underperforming. So sophomore slump, and everyone's been injured, not been playing well. And what's the third one?
That disappointed you.
But that was the second. Well, CJ's the one that disappointed.
And then it was the who you knew was gonna be good. Who surprised you? Who surprised you?
Oh, surprised me. Who did surprise me? I didn't think I didn't think Bo Nix was gonna be a guy. I didn't think he was gonna be solid. I thought he was gonna be trash.
We all shit on him.
Hey, neither did I, bro, and I saw him a lot.
Y'all, don't put me in.
Bo Nix completely proved me wrong.
Come on, man. Other than Mo, if you said he was good, you lying.
No, but I said that Bo Nix would be the second best quarterback coming first year. So
When did you say that?
Yeah, what
I
have receipts.
All right, we'll get to him.
I need to see that receipt. I need to see that receipt.
I got you. Don't worry. I got you.
If you say you got it, then you got it.
Go ahead. Let Mike go. Let Mike go while he finds
I
out.
also believed in Sean Payton's coaching, so I thought the Broncos would be solid.
So guy that I expected.
Go ahead. Mike, did you go?
No. Guy that I expected, Jahmyr Gibbs, because B was saying, I told you so, David Montgomery. And as soon as he got the shot, bro went crazy. I mean, dude is already, he might be the best receiving back in the league, bro. I'm sorry, bro. The separation he creates, unguardable by any linebacker or safety. He's just unguardable, dude. And then
Jahmyr Gibbs?
The guy who, yes.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Bijan, honorable mention, though.
No, Bijan. I'm just saying, bro, it's seriously insane how he's unguardable. But anyway, I think Jaden Daniels surprised me the most, man. I remember I saw Dan Orlovsky say that he was the most NFL-ready quarterback, and I clowned that man so bad, bro. And I thought he'd be more of a project. He's already one of the most accurate quarterbacks, bro. Like precision throws, deep field passing. I mean, he's been great this year. And then that disappointed me would probably be Caleb. Yeah, it would be Caleb.
Talk to me, random.
A guy who
you knew was gonna be good.
Fine, I'll be nice. A guy who I knew was gonna be good was Puka Nacua. That dude was a dog. I know I was trolling last year, but by the middle of this season, he was the best receiver on that Rams squad. And bro,
he a top 10 receiver in the league.
You want to talk about bro with insane body control? I still watch that catch against the Bills. How did he get his feet down? Like, how did he do it?
No, that was crazy, bro.
He fucked a lot of parlays up in that. He fucked a lot of parlays up that week, boy. I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Mike, I'm not letting you forget that you think George Pickens is better than Puka, by the way.
Oh, stop it.
Let my guy Randall go ahead. Let my guy Randall finish. Go ahead. Randall, go ahead. You like Puka.
A guy who disappointed me.
Do surprise you first. Do surprise you.
Oh, the guy who surprised me. I'm gonna say Bryce Young. I really enjoyed watching the last 5-6 weeks of the season. And obviously Drake May. I think Drake May also.
Bryce might get picked to fantasy next year. He keep doing them 5 touchdown games.
Nah, not yet.
Yeah, but and then honorable mention to Drake May because he was putting in a lot of work, in a really bad situation. And the guy who disappointed me, but I expect the disappointment is Aaron Rodgers.
You called that thing hook, line, and sinker, didn't you? You called that thing hook, line, and sinker, didn't you?
He said it wasn't gonna work, and he's still disappointed, bro. Oh my god, you can't please.
Like I understood, like I knew that I was like, yeah, they're gonna miss the playoffs. I didn't expect them to be like, yo, man, your career might be over. I'm
glad we got one Aaron Rodgers.
Random, I had a yell off with Trent in the beginning of the season. Me and him had a yell off about how the Jets was going to be the best team in the division.
I told him it wasn't going to be an easy path, though. I said you couldn't say that. He was trying to make it seem like this shit about the dog walk. I said, all right, bro.
I thought they were going to run through that division. Between the Patriots, I knew Miami wasn't going to be shit this year. Only team I said was going to probably get them, and I said they probably split games with was the Buffalo. But boy.
I thought the Jets were gonna be nice. I'll be honest.
I did, man.
Me and Random.
I saw what they was. I didn't think that defense gonna fall off like that. I saw what they was last year. I'm like, you giving them a quarterback? It's gonna be a problem. They were 7-8 wins with Wilson.
No,
I was telling you the minute you found out that his name was in the running to be a vice president, nobody just does that. Nobody just does that. You did that yourself. And I was like, yep, I've been out right since then. I said, absolutely not.
He went to Egypt. He had a darkness retreat. Like, nigga. Why didn't I see the signs?
All right, Riddell.
Orange all year.
I'll continue looking for it, but the players that I thought were going to be good this year, I was Saquon was
say one.
No, I'm saying two. Drake London and Malik Neighbors. Hey, of course, those dudes had masterclass seasons this year. You love to see it. Malik Neighbors, I was like number one receiver in this draft. And I know everybody's talking about BTJ. Oh, he played with Matt Jones. Neighbors played with Daniel Jones, Tim Boyle, Tommy DeVito, and Drew Lock, bro. And
that's a gauntlet, bro.
This year.
I ain't gonna lie. Drew Lock ain't that bad of a quarterback.
Yeah, he had a 5-touchdown game. What are you talking about? He balled out. He balled out.
He had one.
Who was that against? I forgot.
Did he have a game where he went crazy?
Then he had terrible, disgusting, atrocious, get out of the NFL games as well. So let's stop this.
Yo, that 5-touchdown great.
Neighbors balled out with all four quarterbacks because he is so freaking versatile.
He's baby Jamar Chase. He's baby Jamar Chase.
And then Drake London, cooking. He was just him. The surprise.
Maybe Mike Evans. I apologize.
Yeah, the surprise of the season was, I think the biggest one that I was like not expecting at all, like zero expectations, was Jerry Jeudy. Bro, I didn't go crazy.
I've been waiting, my nigga Jerry.
That nigga done turned into a baby Devontae Adams, man. Where that come from?
Started going nuts, bro. Like I was like, bro,
he was cooking like guys. He wasn't just like doing he was cooking niggas we believe in.
Nah, for sure. Jerry Jeudy, he was the only person. I was like everything else within expectation. Jerry Jeudy, not on my bingo card. Not on my.
He's locked up in the NFL hell.
Hey man,
shout out Steve Smith putting that bat in his back.
Facts. My biggest disappointment. Trevor context team wasn't good. Doug Peterson wasn't good. Caleb rookie year, whatever. The only one that I was like really disappointed in was Breece Hall, bro. I expected Breece Hall to be top 7 consensus. He did not have a good year this year, bro. I don't know. That team was dysfunctional.
Oh,
but Breece Hall was just not that good this year. He was pretty inefficient. He wasn't really. The offensive line had issues here and there, but some of that explosiveness, some of the ability to break the tackles, and it just wasn't as elite as I expected. So Breece Hall was my biggest disappointment.
I want to say this honorable mention, shout out as far as that surprised me, and not because it's simply because of how great he was. Listen, Lamar. Listen, I'm sorry. Anything hate I had towards you, I apologize. I will be seeing you soon enough. I will be seeing you and my man DJ. Shout out my boy DJ, Lamar's people that I'm cool with. Listen, it's almost like when you watch like a Kevin Durant game, or you watch one of them, the guys who like, smooth guy, like like I said, like a Kevin Durant game where like you see Kevin Durant throw a couple shots up, and in the game he got 48. You like, when did he drop 48? I knew Lamar was having a good year. No. It wasn't until like week 13 or 14 where I was like, this dude been cooking like this. 41-4 is Aaron Rodgers shit. Like I didn't know he was that damn. I thought he was like maybe like 31 and like 4-3 or something like that. That nigga 41-4. And then got like 5 rush touchdowns. Hey, Lamar, my like dog. I didn't know you were cooking like that, nigga.
Too, man. 4,100 passing yards, not 100 rushing yards. He went 41. He went 41.
120 quarterback rating? Yo, Lamar. Jesus Christ. I know you're cooking like that. If they give you the MVP, I will not argue. That 27-4 was some bullshit last year. That was 24-7 was bullshit last year. Yeah. But this year, if you get it, I wouldn't even argue. I think Josh Allen should get it, and I want him to get it. But Lamar, honorable mention that surprised me, dog. Any nigga ever called you a wide receiver, you should mail them they should mail you a personal sorry letter. Because goodness gracious.
4K, 1K, bro. Like, what? 915 rushing yards and 4K passing yards, bro.
Now, if you play against the Chiefs and you want, fuck your 41-4.
If you want, not snow this week either, bro. You need this chill game too.
All right, playoff pictures.
What we starting with? AFC?
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is a year of fraud.
This is a scary year. I ain't gonna lie.
This is a fraud watch
year.
year, bro.
Yeah, this is the narrative year. I ain't gonna lie. This is a big.
This is the narrative.
Nah,
year,
this is legendary. This is legendary.
Yes, this is definitely legendary. This is definitely.
I ain't gonna lie. This is one of them years where I know we look at them teams at the top and we say they should make it to the Super Bowl. But dog, this is one of them years when anybody can make it, dog. Anybody can have a good game and lose. Let's start off with this Los Angeles Chargers and Houston game. In Houston, how we feel about this game?
I would like to say,
I'm so neutral about this game.
Yeah, I am too.
I had to tell Random that he was right about the Bears, so I need him to tell me that I was right about the Chargers.
I remember that whole.
Yeah, because remember when him and J Rob crashed.
I know where I had to win 11 games.
All right, I have the receipt.
Yeah, hold on, Riddell. Hold on, Riddell.
Yo, he really got the. He had.
Let him get the ball. Play it.
All right.
Come on, play it.
So I made this. Does it have a date? Let me see. All right, right here. It says May 12th, 2024.
Okay.
Right? This is what I said.
Oh,
This is my hot takes video.
Nix will be the second best rookie quarterback next season.
Oh wow. Okay.
Hey, Riddell.
Okay.
Hey man, we were lots.
All right.
We're here.
Fuck you
All
for
right,
having
well,
receipts.
back to the Chargers Texas game. Random said
gonna
that the Chargers
say-
shouldn't make the playoffs, or that we shouldn't expect them to make the playoffs. I told him that he was crazy because Harbaugh was coming back, and here we are. They went 11-6.
Shout out Riddell for calling Zeke going to the Chargers too, dog. That boy, you should have put some money on that, boy. That was crazy.
That was crazy. Fuck you, Riddell.
That was crazy.
Just trusted me, but I don't know what to tell you.
Nigrodamus.
With all that said, I'm rocking with Nico Collins. I'm rocking with Joe Mixon, and I'm rocking with CJ Stroud. I'm going with the Texans.
These brothers been playing like some hot shit
Yeah,
the past couple of weeks. So
Pittsburgh.
it's like
Yeah, I don't trust the Houston at all.
The
I
don't trust them. I'm just riding
the
with
Chargers should win, and if they don't win, I'm on Justin Herbert ass because they will have to lose.
Justin
the game to
Prescott,
Herbert.
bro.
Hey, J.K. Dobbins healthy? Like, do we think he's
might
healthy?
start
He's
calling
healthy.
Justin
He's
Prescott, bro.
He's healthy.
If he don't win,
I think they definitely beat them down. The Houston don't know what they want to do defensively.
You know, I can go through these.
Other than Derek Stingley.
Honestly, defensively is not. I don't even think defensively is their problem. I think it's just offense.
Will Anderson and Hunter have been going off.
Yeah, they have.
And
it's
Yeah. They've been going off
Stingley.
when literally you get into a passing game. That rush defense ain't worth a damn. And that. And I'm gonna be real with you. Another nigga we talked about as fuck. I know we don't love to give him love. I don't care who on Joe O's side. They getting locked the fuck up. I don't care that much.
Joe and Rashawn Slater, those two have been.
He ain't dodged no smoke from nobody.
yeah.
And I don't think Will Anderson got enough bricks in his back pocket to mess with Joe O. So
I just think
we will see 100%. But I'm gonna go through these playoff brackets. I don't care about who, like the betting odds favorite. I'm talking about who I want to win. And this battle is between two people: CJ Stroud versus Justin Herbert. I don't care about anything else. That's the conversation. That is the narrative in this game. Now there is a team I think is better right now who's been playing better. That's the Chargers. But I want
who do you think the better? Who do we think the better
I
quarterback
want
is?
CJ Stroud.
Justin right
Put
now.
that man Justin Herbert in the dirt. That's what I want to see. That is the
dude. Y'all ridiculous about Justin Herbert.
I'm
bro.
here,
like,
boy.
come on,
We
bro.
pushing narratives, Michael.
Oh, for sure. We lost it.
I expect the
So
Chargers
if it's a duel out and Justin Herbert cooks CJ Stroud, how we looking at Justin Herbert going to the next season?
Bro, Justin
I mean,
Prescott.
Justin Herbert been a
I have
top
nothing to
quarterback.
say.
Yeah,
He's been a top quarterback.
Nice.
I mean,
I
Because
agree.
Now
I
for
have him
Justin
top five this
Herbert,
year.
the thing is with Justin Herbert, he has no more excuses. You have a run game. You have Jim Harbaugh. You have a great defense. I don't want to hear nothing.
And you're the favorite in this game.
And you're the favorite in this game. I don't want to hear nothing.
It don't matter who win because whoever win getting dog walked by Kansas City today.
I don't think. I thought you say they're gonna dog walk me.
Chargers got
I don't
chance.
think CJ Stroud
They
get
in
dog
the
walked
division.
unless
They
he
know how
plays
to
like
play.
trash.
Yeah.
But
I think
I
the
mean-
Chargers have a better chance of beating Kansas City than Houston does.
Yeah,
Houston
for
will
sure.
get there.
Yeah, Houston get dog walked.
I just think
I-
Houston defense is really good, but as Early pointed out, especially when I watched the Ravens game, I just think they're not as physical they really benefit when it's a passing team because of Derek Stingley. I don't know if Derek Stingley is going to travel on Ladd. I'd probably assume that
if he do, Ladd,
Ladd
detention,
get locked
nigga,
up though.
detention,
Because that dude put
Stingley's
Tyreek
good.
Hill in jail. He put Tyreek Hill in absolute jail.
And I'll be real with you, as good as Ladd
Ladd
is, he all stats. I ain't gonna lie to you. He ain't even top 3 in his draft class.
Ladd is nice.
He's number 5 in his draft
Great
class.
draft class. That
That's not
doesn't
his
mean
fault,
anything.
though. That's not his
That doesn't
fault.
mean
He ain't better than
anything.
Rome, Marvin, BJ,
Yeah,
or
he's
Nate.
still
He ain't better
nice
than Rome?
early. Like what are we
Yeah,
speaking
better
right
than Rome?
now? Like that's dumb.
He's a great
But he
player.
also he went somewhere where he was able to get fed too. But I do like Ladd. Don't get me wrong, I do like Ladd.
Would
What I'm
Malik
saying is that
did Malik Neighbors not go somewhere where he got fed? What are we talking about?
hear what I'm saying. I like Ladd. You ready to defend Ladd McConkey? That's cool. I understand you want to defend the white boy because you know I get it. But my thing is
what early? Because what?
nothing at all. Nothing at all. I wouldn't say anything. We know you have an alliance. But my thing is this. I look at Ladd. I don't think Ladd is a true number 1 receiver in all honesty. And when I say that, I mean like I don't think Ladd gets you over the hump. Ladd gonna be a guy put up numbers, but I think he don't get you over the hump. That's what I'm saying. I think that.
I think it's too early to say. I think that. I mean, he's 6'1". He's got good speed, good agility. I just think it's too early to discount.
Change of direction. He has elite change of direction.
If Marvin Harrison played for the Chargers, I think they probably beat them and the Chiefs.
Yeah, but
that's how hard I'm going.
Marvin Harrison was considered the greatest wide receiver prospect we've seen since Jamar Chase. So what does that mean? Like what?
Yeah, I won't see
our generational talent.
Let's not go down that route. The way I see the Texans beating the Chargers is like ultimately the Texans are going to have to stop the run game. And I do think it's very possible considering J.K. Dobbins, I don't think he's 100% healthy. I just don't. No way you go off an injury, go off the injury he had and then come back only like a few weeks later and expect him to be 100%. The Chargers established their offense through the run game and it allows Justin Herbert to get in a rhythm. The thing is, the Texans have a good run defense, so they're going to be able to handle that to an extent. And the expectation right now with the Chargers is Ladd is him. Quentin Johnson is not. So they're going to be a little bit predictable if they can't establish that run game. And that pass defense for the Texans, although the other corners are not great, Derek Stingley is going to make it very tough for you to hit that outside, which Herbert wants to do with Quentin Johnson and establish a rhythm. And the Texans, all I need, CJ, lock in. I need CJ to lock.
The Texans don't have enough weapons, and I know he got hurt, and that was a terrible injury.
Deontay, though.
But we gotta have a conversation about that boy Tank Dale, Trent. Not the injury, because that just was freakish. But when he was playing, we gotta have a conversation about Tank Dale.
Wait. But
he
the
was
last
drop C's.
wait, early. The last 3-4 weeks, Tank Dell was trending upward. He was playing really well.
He was the only receiver on the team. He was the only receiver on the team.
I ain't trying to hear that.
I don't like that excuse because
when
it's
Nico
like,
Collins
what that means is that he was getting targeted.
Options, so he's playing well. What?
But he also he's also top 3 in drop percentages this year.
Yes, but he was still playing well.
At the later
numbers.
At the beginning,
I'm not gonna lie, he was still having
numbers, guy.
He was still having a good year despite injuries, and then he just tore up everything in his knee, bro. Let's be
You think his body won't be able to fit this NFL?
Nah, I just think that he be having unlucky ass injuries. That first injury, unlucky
I
as shit.
agree, bro.
That second,
At his size, because he needs his speed and quickness, you can't have too many more of them
But
injuries.
like, it's
Yeah,
not
sure,
like
yeah.
that,
Unfortunate injuries, bro.
bro. But I think
I know. Like, I'm never.
Wait,
I'm praying for
who-
Tank Dale. Like I like Tank Dale, but I'm just talking
so
about.
who we all got winning this Chargers Texans game? So
I got the Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers. If the Texans win, Chargers is ass. I'm going Chargers.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
It has to be a Herbert sell job if they don't, because I just think this
that O
defense-
line will fail CJ Stroud. That's what
That
I'm
defense is really
like Khalil Mack and Bosa should be able to eat in this game. Like,
I expect the Chargers to win, but I'm just riding with the Texans for narrative purposes.
All right.
Expect some whatever. Texans winning the game. I'm standing 10 toes. We ain't going
Next
anywhere.
game, because we're gonna wait for that one. Next game, Denver and Buffalo. I'm gonna say this much.
Okay, it's a six.
Buffalo should win. They should win, but Denver terrifies me. They Defensively,
problem.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then Bo Nix is one of them guys that if he get comfortable and he get to being free. Ooh boy, it could get.
I mean,
this
Me personally, in my opinion, these games where these are heavy favorites, the heavy favorites should win. There should be no upsets in this. If Josh Allen, these boys lose to Denver, Josh Allen's on for our watch.
Crazy. Oh, wait, what if it's not Josh Allen's fault though? What if it's literally a Michael Penix game last week versus Panthers?
If they, to me personally, if you lose to the Denver Broncos, it all falls on Josh Allen.
Okay, but what if it's a Michael Penix versus?
If it's not on Josh Allen, okay, fine. I understand. It's the same thing with Lamar. Look, these boys better beat the shit out these.
Nah, they said dog walk Pittsburgh. They lose.
You can't say dog walk.
No. I know it's a division game and all that. Y'all should dog walk them.
Yeah, dog walk.
Lose this game.
Dog walk them.
Dog walk is
y'all defense. Y'all Davis White in the backfield. Come on, stop it.
If the Ravens lose this game,
no, if we lose this game, it's crazy. If we lose this game, it's crazy. But
what happened, Riddell? Talk to me.
No. I do think if they lose
28 to 12 type shit.
The thing is with this Bills Broncos game, the Bills match up perfectly against the Broncos. The Broncos should have no advantage in this game.
The Broncos should not be on nothing, bro. Like
nothing. Their run game is inefficient, and the Bills have one of the best rush defenses. The pass defense is not the greatest sometimes because of the pass rush is not very consistent. But
and
at
their
the same
receivers
time, they have amazing corners, and their corners could deal with these Broncos receivers. Yeah. If the expectation is Bo Nix having a masterclass on this defense and Josh Allen getting shut down by that defense, Josh Allen is on fraud watch. It's simple as that.
But it's just for me, Denver do be on bull job though. Denver be on. I mean, Denver, but Buffalo be on bull job defensively.
But to me, this is the key. I think
not against
you got to do. You got to make sure Marvin Mims. You got to make sure Marvin Mims doesn't beat you over the top. And I'm gonna let Bo Nix and Sean Payton play their game, their short passing game. And I just think because of the playoff situation, I think this Bills defense is fine. I think if you do that, I think Bo's going to make enough mistakes to win this game. I'll say on the offensive side of the ball for the Bills, this is going to be a Josh Allen run game. I think he's going to need 8 to 10 rushes because I do feel like that these cornerbacks can play decent, especially.
But Josh got to play perfect because if you get in a situation, this is what Denver do. Because they got a great special teams. If you get in a situation, Josh, where you fumble and you give them good field position to get a quicker touchdown, or you get a pump block or something like that, if you play with them if you want to, let them get a sack, fumble, or a pick six. And Josh, I love Josh, but he'll do some bullshit, especially in the playoffs. If it happens and Denver gets comfortable, it's going to be bad because Denver is one of them teams that they are front runners, and once they can pounce on you, they're basically like a lion's den. They will literally start pouncing, literally. So it got to be Josh from the jump. You got to be getting it done.
You better not lose to the Broncos.
He still can't lose though. Same with Lamar, bro. Can't lose. You just can't lose first round to the Steelers.
I don't think that. I just think, bro. I just don't think that they have enough. I think. Yeah, I agree. I think if they lose, it's gonna be Josh Allen, costly turnover, something like that. I just feel like the only thing I'm worried about is Patrick Surtain. Because I feel like Patrick Surtain is just going to be on Khalil Shakir, and
But we also giving us credit to that Denver pass defense in general. They have good corners all around. We always say Patrick Surtain, and yes, he is number one best corner in the league right now. But their third and second string are good too.
Yeah,
and that receiver play, I do not trust. No matter who Patrick Surtain plays, if he plays Cooper, he's done for. I don't trust Coleman, and I don't trust Shakir as much as I would want to, just because, he a slot guy. But you're right. He's good.
Yeah, but if Patrick Surtain is on him all game, he's not.
But Josh Allen doesn't play.
I feel like that's what they
to you anymore. He spreads the ball around.
Yeah, of course.
They have 2 tight ends that they go to, and they have 3 running backs that can play in the pass game as well. So it's like the Bills have plenty of options. And as for the corners, let's be very clear.
Riley got hurt.
You said who?
Riley.
Riley the slot guy? Is Riley the slot guy?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is.
Christian Benford's having an all-pro year this year.
Shakir should be able to get. Shakir should be able
Christian
to get.
Benford, he's really good. Benford's really good.
Shakir should be able to get.
Nice. I like that.
Exactly.
And rap. I will tap. It's a tap and rap.
Russell Douglas having a solid year?
Rap is the one that wear the big helmet. He's nice.
But I just think the short passing, the relying on Bo Nix to make all the good reads. I think that if they just let that happen and don't let Mims beat them over the top, I don't think that this Broncos team has enough to beat them. I just don't.
And Bo might look like a rookie. If he look like a rookie, like you think, and Bo like it could be a blowout.
But Bo is not like Bo still makes mistakes. He still
makes mistakes.
No, I said if he looks like a rookie, like in his playoffs, then he'll get dog walk. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Listen, Baltimore is going to dog walk Pittsburgh. I'm so effing done with Pittsburgh. It's not even funny. This defense that they beat them last game because the defense was still a little funny. But I'll be honest with you, this defense that they have now in the last couple of weeks, dog, the Ravens can make the Super Bowl no problem. So I expect them to dog walk Pittsburgh.
Is Zay playing? Do we know if Zay's playing?
Zay probably won't be playing. So we're gonna be playing without Zay. That's gonna be tough. That's a tough loss.
I'm not gonna lie, because
we running Patriots, likely, and Andrew like they Aaron Hernandez and Gronk.
Yeah, Bateman.
I think. You know what I think the low-key X factor is?
Come on, Bateman been having a great year, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. 800 yards, 8 touchdowns. Come on. He's been balling.
Yeah, Bateman's had a really good year.
He's having a great year.
I think
Lamar's having a great year.
You know who I think will be a low-key dark horse to like have a good game? I think Justin Hill's gonna play. Justice Hill's gonna play.
Justice Hill, yes, for sure.
I think Justice Hill's had the best season of his career, I think they get him on wheel routes against one-on-one against the linebacker because they were doing that at the beginning of the year. They kind of stopped. I feel like they're going to bring that back, especially with Zay Flowers doesn't. And I think that could really work. I think it could really work. So I think
this is one of them games where they're going to get up early and Lamar going to start. He's going to start having fun out there.
I don't know, though, but again, the Steelers players the best, bro. Out of everybody I've seen the Ravens play.
You don't want to jinx yourself. Somebody you tiptoeing because you don't want to jinx yourself.
I don't.
You super scared over there. Wait, guys. Hold up. Don't wait. We got don't say blowout.
I don't think it's I don't know. It might get out of hand at the end. The one thing I will say is, though, Steelers really made that Cincinnati defense look like an average defense, bro. Like they only put up 19. Are you freaking serious? Are you freaking serious? Like the only way they have a shot is if George Pickens can play like he did in the first game.
They're gonna come out punching.
If they do, that'd be bad for them because they don't have a rushing attack that good, and y'all have a good rushing defense. So I wouldn't do that.
You have a great rushing defense.
And yeah, this should be this line is food. This is one of those foods
and if I'm them, I'm making TJ Watt and them boys tackle your boy Henry. Make them tackle. Yeah.
Also, the next safety that's gonna win a defensive player of the year, that boy Kyle Hamilton. He different.
Fact.
He different, bro.
Earlier, we can apologize for putting Winfield.
Yeah, there ain't nobody's on.
I'm not coming off of Antonio Winfield when he's healthy. So I'll just say this. I won't say one's better than the other. I'll just say those guys are great. They're great two guys.
Hamilton and
I'm not trying to.
In those last couple games, been cooking.
He's been cooking and covering.
Winfield's still nice, but Kyle Hamilton's a unicorn, bro. As F. Dot said, he's a unicorn.
Bro, we should win by at least 2 touchdowns, but the Ravens scared me to play.
I feel like it'll be close early. I feel like they're going to revert a little bit back to last year and previous Lamar seasons where they run a lot more, get a lot of read options going. Because I just feel like it might be tough, dude. Rashad Bateman's going to have to make plays. He just is.
Thanks,
I feel like they're going to stack the box and try to take away the off-script stuff from Lamar as best as they can. I don't know if they can.
And they're the best team at doing that because they know it so well. And Tom Monken can't be inconsistent. Like Tom Monken sometimes in the playoff, he certain drives, bro, the dude, he starts getting real inconsistent.
Dude, I think he's been really good.
Hold on real quick. Hey, Brandon, you all right over there?
He has been very good this year.
That's
a fact.
Facts.
No, yeah, I'm chilling. Everybody cooking. I don't need to add nothing.
Nah, man. What's going on, man? Come on, man. Bills, Denver, Pittsburgh, Baltimore, man.
I mean, everybody said it. I think the Bills should dog walk Denver. I think it's going to be close, but the Bills will just pull away. They're just a better. Bo Nix got to show me, and with Pittsburgh, Baltimore. I think it's just if the Ravens can handle Lamar said he gets antsy. If they can handle that early, they'll walk away with this game. I just don't think
nothing to do with Kyle Hamilton.
What about Lakers? What about Clippers? And I said Clippers. What about Chargers in Houston?
Oh, Chargers winning that game. I think they'll win by like 10. like 27.
What's your
17.
biggest discernment with Houston?
I just don't think they have it this year. The Chargers are better coached. While they may not have the weapons that Houston has, they're just a very good team. Like I said, they're a year away from being a true contender for me. I think they're ahead of schedule right now. And if you want to, and I think, to be honest with you, maybe out of the whole bracket, they might have the best chance of beating Kansas City.
Is Jim Harbaugh really just that good at coaching?
Yes. Wherever he goes, he does wonders.
So I was right, Random.
Yes,
Me too. Yeah.
Yes, you were right. But also at that point, it was right. I just thought they're a year away from whatever. But hey, congratulations.
I feel like Brand Staley sucks though. In that whoever was their offensive, Kellen Moore trying to make that team a 5,000 yard, let's just make Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert throw for 5,000 yards every year with that overrated receiving core. Besides, Keenan Allen was nice.
Oh yeah, let's chill on Keenan. He was a dog.
No. I'm not talking about Keenan. I'm talking about as a whole. People like that's not a 5,000 passing yard receiving core. Well, like, even the year that it was, maybe 1 year, but not last year, bro. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do we AFC? So now we're at.
Wait, Lonnie, he didn't get his picks off. Who you got, Lonnie? Ravens, Steelers.
Oh, Ravens, Steelers. I got Ravens. After George Pickens sold me on a $5 parlay for $1,000, I am against Steelers for the rest of the year. That game was trash. I wish nothing but bad things for the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm so done with the Steelers too, dog. I'm so done with y'all.
I just think I needed to have 100. He had 900 yards on the season. You called that. You called it being fraud. So yeah, he had 900 yards in the season. Last game, he missed the last few games to the hamstring. I'm like, oh, he's gonna go off 0 yards. Disgusting. And random the whole
also
time.
Arthur Smith.
I'm playing Marvel Rivals with random, and he's just commentating the whole time. He dropped another pass. He dropped another pass, making me crash out. Yeah. So fuck the Steelers. Najee Harris is a fraud.
Facts.
And yeah, and I don't believe it. And I hope for Russell Wilson, I hope Sierra is at home and future spins the block in some Gucci flip flops on your wife. That's what I hope.
Russell Wilson. Ravens early. Can we be honest? Russell Wilson's been dog shite since the Eagles game. Can we be honest about that?
Yeah. But I'll be real with you though. Here's my thing though. One, that team has been banged up because yes, George Pickens been gone too, and y'all literally saying that's all he has. So I mean, let's be real. They don't have no receiver other than also shows flashes, but they don't have nobody. But for what Justin Fields has done, and that's what I'm saying. Like we watched with Justin. I said Justin Fields. Well, we saw what Justin Fields did. For what Russell Wilson did since the moment he touched that team, dog, it's a whole different team, man. Like we got to stop acting like Russell Wilson. He had a good season, guys. He had a good season.
He also acknowledged that when he came back, it was against the bad teams. We're like,
he had two great games,
and we all said, "Hey, they're about to go through the gauntlet. Let's see what they're really about." We all agreed, like, "Hey, we're really gonna see what the Steelers are about." They went through the gauntlet and got their ass whooped.
But I think the defense is bigger.
They wasn't going to run the AFC North.
But they also didn't have George Pickens for like 3 weeks.
They went 2-4.
I
said, "Hey, this is the gauntlet." They went 2-4 in that 6-game stretch.
Okay, but Lonnie, so why are you saying we everybody knew this was possibly the hardest stretch of games, at least in like scheduling, whatever history, if you want to call it that. So what are you trying to say? Fields would have been either the same or in my opinion, they would have been worse.
The Steelers are frauds, random. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that they beat up on the bad teams, and once they went against the good teams, they couldn't beat a good team. What good team did they beat this year,
bro? Because
they beat the Ravens. What are we talking? What is going on right now?
Division game.
Yeah. So
Lamar playing. That was the one stinker poo game Lamar had.
They have 10 wins. They did not beat 10 bad teams, y'all. Come on,
the way that defense was playing in the first 8 weeks. I thought that this team would be able to. I thought this team was the best defense or had the best defense in the league, and they just don't. Like they showed their true
the offensive play caller has been shitty. George Pickens was out most games, and then the game he came back. Jesus Christ, he couldn't catch the ball.
All right, so let's go through the schedule. They beat the Falcons the first game.
All field goals, by the way.
Justin Fields beat the Broncos.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the Broncos that they ended up becoming.
What?
All right, I got you. Go ahead.
Yeah. Justin Fields
fighting.
beat
I
the
ain't fighting.
Broncos,
I got it.
and then he beat the Chargers. They lost to the Colts. Then they lost to the Cowboys. They beat the Raiders. Oh yeah, they just fired their head coach. They beat the Jets.
Mm-hmm. Terrible.
Crickets. They beat the Giants.
Terrible.
Yeah. They beat the Commanders 28-27.
That's good. It's a good win. It's a good win.
Good win. Then they beat the Ravens 18-16, right?
Good win. Good win.
All right. They lost to the Browns.
Mm-hmm.
The better game.
They beat
the
the
Browns
Bengals.
did beat the Ravens, so
Yeah,
They beat the Bengals. Okay.
they're the last team to beat the Bengals.
Okay.
Yeah, then they beat the Browns. Then
Okay.
they lost to the Eagles.
Uh-huh.
Then they lost to the Ravens.
Uh-huh.
Then they lost to the Chiefs.
Uh-huh.
And then they lost to the Bengals.
I'm be real. They only have 2 good wins, maybe 2.5. 2 to possible. 2 to possible. 2 to possible.
Bro, we was trying. Bro, I was saying this whole season, like, bro, they haven't played nobody. Like,
I ain't ready. They played that many scrubs.
Okay,
Jesus
bro,
Christ. It's like the Eagles last year.
Like-
They were the Eagles from last year.
Context matters with
We're gonna
this.
start losing games.
Fraud.
All right, let's run through this. Let's run through this. What's the name, Joe? Let's go. We'll start from bottom to up. We'll go Green Bay, Philly. I'm gonna say personally, dog, Philly. If Justin Fields is coming back, another guy. Listen, I'm not saying you good because you still ain't that good, but I apologize because I was thinking any quarterback can be good, and Kenny Pickett showed me that is not true, and they really miss you, Jalen Hurts. So I'll apologize about that much because I was getting too disrespectful. I still think you aren't a top 10 quarterback. I still think that you are one of the more luckier quarterbacks. There's a lot around him, but you are important enough that Kenny Pickett was tearing it up. I'm gonna lie, he was terrible. But I also will say the guy who played, I can't think his name right now, but the guy who played for y'all last week, he wasn't too bad. But yeah, Kenny Pickett showed me that you can make this team still be bad. So I'll give you that much. Sorry for getting too disrespectful, Jalen Hurts. And I want to let you know you have one of the iciest chains I've ever seen a man put on his neck. Jesus Christ. You should catch colds. You should catch chest colds every day with that chain. Jesus Christ. But I got Philly dog walking
Just that play Kenny Pickett made when he threw the ball so hard and then he held on to it.
Yeah, I just think Jordan Love's been solid this year, but I just think this offense, like, they don't have enough big play ability in order to really activate what Jordan Love can do against this Philly team specifically. I just think they're probably just going to run a lot of, because Christian Watson even playing. They're probably just going to run man, go out a lot of cover zero, all out blitzes, and just say beat us on the outside, do it. And I don't think they can. They're definitely stacking the box. So we'll see. Also, though, I've been defending Jalen Hurts. I still think he's top 10, top 12 area. But bro, if he has a bad game, I'm out. I'm out. Like, seriously, I'm out.
I just don't think Green Bay has enough, man.
That's why I'm saying if Jalen Hurts has a bad game,
he said he doesn't know.
But even still, Green Bay don't have enough offensively to beat them.
Hey, we seen last year though what Jordan Love was able to do in the playoffs.
Oh, and I'm tired of Christian Watson getting hurt. He got hurt again.
Yeah,
and B was poo-pooing on Christian Watson. He's still relatively important for this team.
I mean, the Packers are weird with their receiving core.
Know what I'm saying, bro?
They need
Packers now. And I damn sure don't trust the Packer receivers versus them Eagles corners now.
Yeah,
that man Cooper DeJean is the truth.
Yeah,
Jalen Carter should eat.
Cooper DeJean arguably could become All-Pro his first year. I'm being honest.
Jalen Carter should eat.
Facts.
Actually, I should have made Jalen Carter one of my All-Pros.
Saquon should eat.
That Green Bay run defense is not bad though.
Whatever.
It's a good
point. Bullshit.
I think Jalen should eat because I like Valentine. I think he's a really good like zone corner, but like there's just too much talent on this. You got Goddard, Brown, and Devontae Smith. You should at least give me 200 yards on good efficiency if Saquon eats. If Saquon is struggling a little bit, you should have 250.
Oh, Jair.
What? Well, I don't think Jair's hurt.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. They don't get dog walk.
Jair.
Yeah.
And apparently they're thinking about releasing him. So that'll be interesting.
Releasing him or trading him?
Either or.
Okay.
Either or. Because he tore his ACL, so that means he tore his ACL late. So that means he's going to be gone for almost all next year.
Context. I was watching Trent's
taking
pod
up
yesterday.
a good chunk of their salary cap, so they might want to dump him.
He go to the right team, it's going to be over.
What MJ said is that Adam Schefter is being kind of nasty because concussion protocol is on the first day of practice. So I think the thing about him still being in concussion protocol is kind of a bait tweet. I think there's still a good chance that he plays. But that was what MJ said. He's got his eyes on Philly. So
did you say something, Riddell?
Nah, but it's it's interesting. Early that you completely just gave up on your boys, man. It's tough.
No. Here's the thing. I still love Jordan Love. I'm just being honest. The Eagles are going to probably make the Super Bowl. I'm kind of upset it's happening too soon. I'm waiting for I'm waiting for Philly and Detroit. That's gonna be a motherfucking game. I really wish that was the conference game, honestly, because that's gonna be a game, Slim. I'm mad that they playing so soon.
Oh yeah, that'll be tight though. That'll be so.
Philly Green Bay ain't ready this year. They don't have enough. They banged up at the wrong time. As much as I love Jordan Love, that pass defense and that pass rush is going to dominate that Packers team. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Green Bay, I love y'all. Y'all not ready yet. Y'all gonna be great in the future. Y'all need to keep Jair and get another corner, but they ain't ready yet, dog. Eagles just too good of a team, man. Especially Jalen Hurts coming back.
I do
Big Fangio gonna have a better game.
Be able to keep up. I do think they will be able to keep up defensively. But like you said, offensively, bro, the Eagles just dominate. I mean,
who the hell is 13 seconds being actually creepy?
I need a massage.
What? Get my hands ready.
Right, it's game.
God bless you, brother. Random.
I'm the same way. I think Philly is the only team, in my opinion, that can stop Detroit from entering in the Super Bowl. That might be if they end up facing off, that I'm probably gonna end up picking Philly to win that game. Like we said, it really is gonna be interesting to see how much Detroit can get back from injury and this little time off that they have. But like you said, Philly should. I'm not gonna say dog walk. I think Philly will win convincingly, but I'm not gonna say they dog.
Man, I ain't down Aaron Glenn. I ain't down Aaron Glenn no more.
Yeah, I'm not. It's the playoffs, man. Like to literally blow somebody out in the playoffs. That's
Aaron Glenn. You talking about? Oh, Detroit. Yeah, Detroit.
Yeah, they're DC because that
he's really good. Aaron Glenn's a dog, and he's and you ex-Cowboy who was a dog when he played the Cowboys.
Yeah, funny how we have no business in getting him. Wonder why? Maybe because no one will come to Dallas. Anyway. Let's move on.
All right. Yeah. Next game, let's go Washington versus Tampa Bay. For me personally, Tampa, I think they helped at the right time. They beat Washington. Washington's a fraud team, just like the Pittsburgh is, just like Denver is, just like Houston is. Washington's another one of them fraud team playoffs that, hey man, great story to get here, but you won't win this first game. But Jaden Daniels is so good, you never know. You just never know.
Yeah, I want to count them out.
I think Jaden Daniels is really good. I just don't know if he's on the level to be able to really backpack this team against Tampa Bay. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be close to people think. I don't think it'll be a dog walk, but I just think Todd Bowles is going to scheme some stuff up. I still think that if they bracket McLaurin, they can play a little man against this team because Zach Ertz, De'Ami Brown are fine, but and then. Yeah, if you mix up coverages, I think you could get Jaden Daniels to make some mistakes, and I think Vita Vea can manhandle guys on this. I don't think this Washington offensive line is good enough. I think they had a pretty good start to the season, but I mean, a lot of that was just Jaden Daniels getting out of stuff that a lot of quarterbacks can't, and I think Vita Vea is going to manhandle that interior offensive line. I do.
Can I give a hot take?
Yes, sir.
Probably the only person that said this is Hefe, but looking at this bracket, I have Tampa Bay in the conference championship.
Ooh. Not beat Minnesota. You out your mind.
And they're not beating the Rams.
Yeah, they ain't beating the Rams. I ain't gonna lie.
Bruh.
The Rams ain't beat. Y'all think the Rams
how-
beat Minnesota? Y'all being for real?
Oh, that's what I'm saying, bro. How are you? How are
Dude,
you? No. All right.
Toes, my boy.
I want to say else about this game because I need to get something off my chest about these Rams.
Listen, I know
Hold on.
Stafford and them boys have been playing bad, but this is the playoffs.
Bad.
I trust Sean McVay. I trust Matthew Stafford. I trust that Cooper Kupp and Puka will do their thing. Now defensively, I don't know.
They've been better. They've been better.
They have been better. They've been better these last couple games. And what I've seen when the Lions was playing against them, everybody was shitting on the Lions defense, how their secondary was terrible, the run defense was bad. I seen them boys lock up. I seen them boys fluster Sam Darnold, blitz him, make him panic. I seen them boys. You know, I seen.
Wait.
Can I call timeout real quick?
I seen those.
How
things
we speak about the Lions though?
No. Can I call a timeout?
17 players on IR. They're playing with a bunch of backups.
Yeah, can I call timeout real quick? I want to go back to that Buccaneers game. I think that has a potential to be the best game of the weekend.
I do too.
We're talking like they could be swapping points. I think there's going to be like a desperation in that game because I think like how the Chargers are, Washington is way ahead of schedule now. But whoever they play in the next round, even if they somehow beat Tampa Bay, it's wraps for them. But I think Tampa Bay could find itself in the conference championship again. I think they're just that kind of team where they'll figure it out. And like we said, I think we talked about it last week. Everyone their losses, man, was like nail biters, man, and to way better teams than them. I think they're just a team that when you see them on the schedule, you're pissed off because you're like, if Matthew Stafford plays the way he's been playing, they lose in that game. They're losing to Tampa. And if Sam Darnold comes out and plays the same way he did last, they're losing to Tampa. Like Tampa, you have to play your best against Tampa.
Bro,
now, obviously, that also means that if Tampa Bay has to play their best, if Tampa Bay is playing at their best, they can beat everybody in the lower half of the bracket. I think.
But they beat Detroit.
If Sam Darnold,
they beat a fully healthy Detroit too when Hutchinson was still cooking.
This is the thing.
Yeah,
who the Rams beat? The Vikings and the Bills. So hey, we want to keep that energy. Hey, we can keep that energy. All I'm gonna say that the Tampa Bay versus Washington.
There's no way you believe in the Buccaneers, dog. I mean the Rams.
I pick the Bucks versus Washington. I just think they're just a better overall team, and there are certain aspects of the Commanders you can take away, especially with Austin Eckler being gone and that pass game with Jaden Daniels, man. Like they love to make it easy, short passing game, but with how the Buccaneers offense is cooking, you're gonna have to run up that score. So it's gonna be.
I will say Tampa Bay's been starting off slow lately. So I mean, like if they can get out to a lead, I mean, who knows? But
is Marshawn Lattimore playing?
I don't know.
I think so. I think he is.
That's a huge. Hey, I like him and Sanders still too. I ain't like Mikey Sanders still having a good rookie season. I can see them turning.
Man, Mike Evans gonna.
No, he can cook. He can cook them.
Mike Evans is going to finally get revenge where it really counts. I'll say that much about Mike Evans. I'll say that much.
Yeah. All right.
The best game.
It could.
All right, Minnesota, and the Rams. Minnesota all day long.
I was already starting with the Rams.
I'm saying, come on, Sam. Show me something this game, Sam. Show me something.
Look, I'm worried.
Leaving them if you want to, boy.
Look, bro. I'm
with Riddell on this. I'm going the Rams.
Yo, let's go.
That's three Rams. Come on.
Here.
I think. Look, the first quarter, dude. I mean, he missed high. Sam Darnold missed high in like 8 straight throws. But after that, I just think it was really good defensive gameplay, a good performance from Detroit. Those first two drives in the red zone, bro, Sam really choked. But I think this is the difference, though. I think Minnesota's going to come in and start off by running the ball, and I don't think the Rams will be able to stop it because Kevin O'Connell better learn to run the ball or get the ball to Aaron freaking Jones in the red zone. Why are we going out and throwing 4 straight times, 3 times in a row in the red zone, bro? I get it. Detroit's still solid. They still got Reader in there. But, bro, This Rams defense is not good. I don't care what anyone says. It's not good. They're not going to even put up close to a defensive performance that the Lions did, in my opinion. And I think that Kevin O'Connell will learn from his mistakes and let Sam Darnold actually manage the freaking game. And I think if they do that, then they'll be fine. And on the other side, I mean, I just don't see, like, it's going to have to be a Matt Stafford masterclass for them to win this game, because I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball like that against this team.
But you never, it can be that Buffalo Bills game. I'm thinking about him, Matt Stafford. I got to respect him enough to say he can do that. If he get the cooking, dog, man, you never know.
If he get the cooking, that's my point, man.
And that Minnesota pass rush is, other than Van Keekle, that Minnesota pass rush is so fraudulent, dog. Oh, my God. It's so many times when they don't get the quarterback, and I don't like it.
Bro, but Matt Stafford ain't cooked in a while, though.
They've been okay. Let's kind of re-establish. Yes, they've been playing low-scoring games because that defense has been cooking. They've been running the ball a lot. I don't know why you keep on saying the run game. The run game the last couple of weeks has been great.
They worked against the Jets.
They've been doing this kind of low run the ball a lot. Very conservative time of possession game a lot for the last couple of weeks, and they've been winning games, and now they're in the playoffs. So it has been working, and we got to recognize when he turns it on, Cup, Puka, cooking. Because last year when the Rams made the playoffs, when everybody thought they weren't, Matt Stafford and that offense was cooking the Lions defense that game.
No, he was.
The only reason why they lost is they couldn't stop anything. And
I agree with that.
And one of my favorite takes that I made, in regards to the Rams, is I know Aaron Donald is gone, but the way they replaced him was amazing. Because Jared versus Defensive Rookie of the Year, Braden Fitz has been amazing.
Over Quentin Mitchell, you out your mind? Yes, you're out of your mind.
Jared versus Ball.
You're out of your mind.
I guarantee Jared versus one of the
Quentin Mitchell, that's about, he might be top 7 corner in the league.
That's cap. He's not top 7 quarter. I'll be honest.
Can you honestly confidently name 7 guys better than Quentin Mitchell?
Yes.
All I'm saying, bro, if Puka Nacua doesn't go off in this game, bro, I'm gonna be nasty, bro. I'm gonna be nasty. I'm serious. I am going to be nasty. He gets boxed up by Quinion Mitchell or Darius Slay. Because the way y'all talk about him, he should not get boxed up, especially in that offense where he doesn't have to deal with any press.
Well, especially in that offense. So Puka's going to cook whoever's on him. I'm going to be honest.
We'll see. Let's keep the same energy.
Don't put old man Steph on him. Don't put old man Steph on him.
That's food right there. Puka got body him, boy.
We're not going to do that to old man Steph, though.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Hey, give me the Rams. They've been playing really good defense, and that pass offense is going to lock in. And Kyron Williams has been playing really good football. So the only problem with the Rams right now,
Riddell, bet it all back.
Corum getting injured is tough.
Double or nothing of what I owe you, Riddell. Rams versus Minnesota.
Nice try.
Yeah, hell no. I'm getting all that, bro. You feel me?
You gotta let me know how much what I owe you.
You gave me the fantasy bread, so now it's like 2 something. I have to look.
Bro,
it ain't no 2-0.
I'm telling you, it's.
I need receipts.
Bro, we low key got to put out an APB.
I owed him 70. He pulled up the receipts on me. I was like, damn.
We was betting like 50 here and there. That was how much I
be betting so much on the Malik Neighbors one. That's the problem,
bro.
I know I got about $100 on that one.
Hey, I don't know why you made that bet with me, but I was like, all right, bet. All right.
Brandon should donate some money to Justin Herbert. I know he should donate some money to Justin Herbert, saying T-Law and Justin Herbert in the same tier. And Riddell, you ain't slick because I took you out of the clip. But you were harping that same tune.
I was, and then I gave up on T-Law in week 3. So you know.
He been.
He will not admit that. He will not admit that he was right.
I said.
No. I said B.
Oh, B. Oh, okay. Fair enough.
B will not admit it.
Yeah, T-Law was pissing me off this year. I'm like, bro, what the.
You said I forgot what game it was. It was one game where you were so done with him, and he was your early of the week, and you said you done with him. I remember that.
Probably the Bills game.
It was the Bills game. The Bills game was his last straw.
Yeah, I think that was the game. All right, random. Anything?
Oh no, we've said everything we need to say. I'm curious. It all. If we're talking about the Vikings and Rams game, it all depends on how if the Rams can regain. I don't like the what Riddell said about turning it on, but if they play their best, they should win this game. I think Sean McVay will just outcoach Kevin McConnell. That's just how it.
Real quick, let's clip this up. We're gonna go. I'm gonna talk with random. We're gonna go team for team. Let's see who gets the closest to the bracket. Run the bracket down right now, both sides. Random.
All right. Let's start with the AFC. The Chargers are going to Houston. The Chargers are going to Houston. Who's winning that game?
No, I'm saying you like who you got.
Oh, I think the Chargers win, the Ravens win, the Bills win, and then on the NFC side, Philly wins, Tampa Bay wins, and I'm gonna say Minnesota wins.
All right, cool. So you got Buffalo versus Baltimore. Who wins?
I'm gonna say Buffalo because a lot of people don't talk about Josh Allen's struggles with the Ravens and how it seems like every time he plays them, they whip his ass. People just talk about how he is against the Chiefs, how close he is to being the Chiefs. He's been getting his ass whipped by Baltimore for a long time, and I think he needs to get over that hump. And then I wish I could do it, but you gotta just take the Chiefs out.
Okay.
So the Chiefs are winning. We'll see the Bills and the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game.
Who you got winning that game?
I'm gonna say the Chiefs. You gotta I gotta see you beat the Chiefs now. I can't.
All right, cool. So you got Philly and Detroit. Who you got winning?
Oh, no, what? Screw. I'm gonna go with my heart. I want Detroit to win it. Detroit's gonna beat Philly. Tampa Bay is gonna beat Minnesota. In my opinion, I think Tampa Bay could go to the NFC Championship game.
So we got Tampa and Philly. Who wins?
Detroit will beat.
Why would Philly play Detroit? They're the 2 seed. Eagles are 2 seed.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Tampa Bay. No, you said Detroit gonna win. I'm sorry. Detroit.
So Detroit. Sorry, because I'm looking at the bracket the way it is. So I'm looking at the bracket
Tampa.
the way it is. Detroit versus Tampa. Detroit will win.
Detroit versus Kansas City in the Super Bowl. Who you got?
I want Detroit to experience it so bad. I just want them to do it. But you got to beat the Chiefs. I can't. Like I went through it last year. You just got to beat them. I don't think they are going to do it.
If the Chiefs go through that gauntlet, they won it, bro. They're not losing to no NFC team. I'm telling you.
Man,
I think so too.
We've said that. Let me tell you this. Let me give you a perfect example. The 2017 playoffs when Tom Brady standing next to Nick Foles, Case Keenum, and Blake Bortles, and everybody and their mother was saying Tom Brady was going to win that Super Bowl. Yeah, and he didn't.
That plus money was crazy. If you bet on that plus money, you came up.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Michael, so he got Kansas City. So you got Kansas City winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you just got to beat them at this point.
Unless you're freaking Riddell.
Go ahead, Mike. Run it down fast. Run what you got. Run your bracket down.
Give me LAC to beat Houston. Give me Baltimore to beat Pittsburgh. Give me Buffalo to beat Denver. Give me Philly to beat Green Bay. Give me Tampa Bay to beat Washington. Give me Minnesota to beat LA. Then second round, I'll start off with give me KC to beat. Who would they play? Give me KC to beat. The Houston. Give me KC to beat Houston. Yeah. Give me Buffalo. Yeah, no. Give me Baltimore to beat Buffalo.
Kansas City versus Baltimore.
Kansas City. Give me Kansas City. Got to beat them. I'm sorry.
Cool. Philly versus Detroit.
Philly. No, not Philly versus Detroit. It would be Detroit versus Tampa Bay.
No. We going off Philly versus Detroit second round.
No, Philly played Detroit in the second round.
No, because it's all seeding. Remember?
So Detroit.
Philly plays Detroit, right?
No, it's just the bracket.
It's based off of the.
Yeah, if Green Bay won, they would play Detroit. But if Philly wins, then they play. They're basically. I think they basically the winner of Vikings Rams.
Yeah, they will play winner of Vikings Rams.
Okay, cool. So Philly and Vikings and Tampa Bay versus Detroit.
Yeah,
man. Give me Detroit. Give me Detroit to double. Give me
Minnesota and Philly.
Oh yeah, give me Minnesota, Philly. Give me Philly, man, and then give me Philly to beat Detroit.
Thank you,
Jalen Hurts. You better do it, dog. And then give me Give me Patrick Mahomes to run it back again against Jalen Hurts and the 3P, baby. Come on now. Come on now. I can't go back on my boy Patty, baby. I'm with Riddell now. I'm sorry.
Lonnie, go ahead.
I want to be on the right side of history here.
Which one am I doing first?
You're doing left to right.
Oh, so
AFC first.
I got Houston beating the Chargers. I got Baltimore beating Pittsburgh and Buffalo beating Denver.
Okay. We'll do it like this to make it easy for you, which is one side and then the next side. So next you got Chargers Houston versus Kansas City. Who you got?
Houston versus Kansas City.
And then you got Denver versus Baltimore. Who you got?
Bills, Baltimore.
Bills, Baltimore. Who you got?
Oh, I got Baltimore for that.
Baltimore versus Kansas City. Who you got?
Kansas City.
Now you got Detroit versus Philly versus Green Bay. Who you got?
Philly.
Commanders, Tampa Bay.
I got Tampa.
Minnesota Chargers.
Minnesota and I got the Rams.
Rams. Detroit versus Tampa Bay.
Detroit.
Minnesota versus Philly. Philly versus Detroit.
Philly.
Detroit versus Kansas City.
Kansas City.
I fucking hate y'all. F. Who you got? Left side first. Or you go left or right. Whatever side you start, we'll just stay over there until we done.
Yeah, I got Chargers over Houston. I got Ravens over Steelers, and then I got Bills over Denver.
Bills in Baltimore.
I'm gonna go Baltimore.
Gotta go with them. Chargers in Kansas City.
Yeah, Kansas City for sure.
Kansas City versus Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Come on, F. Come on,
Baltimore, bro.
There you go, man. All these niggas want that mom get disturbed.
I don't care.
All right, Philly and Green Bay.
Philly.
Tampa Bay, Washington.
I think Washington winning. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, Minnesota and Rams.
Rams.
So Rams and Detroit. Rams and Philly.
Yeah, Philly.
And then Detroit and Commanders. That's a blowout.
Detroit. Yeah, Detroit.
Detroit and Philly.
I'm going Philly. Now I'm going Ravens.
Battle. That's a close game too. Baltimore and Philly. Baltimore and Philly.
Game. Baltimore and Philly, man, that would be a great Super Bowl. Boy. I think we got our revenge, man. We got a look back from early in the season.
Lamar Jackson gets Super Bowl. He better be on every commercial next year. I tell you that much.
Now, please, one of these teams, please prove me wrong. Please beat Kansas City, please.
Y'all so scared to go against them, Riddell.
This is the year.
Yeah, that's the boogeyman, bro.
Please beat these niggas.
Please.
Please.
Last year's predictions was more entertaining because everybody picked against the Chiefs. Now everybody's picking the Chiefs. But I respect that. At least everybody's going to be on the right side of history. First game, Chargers, Texans. We riding with CJ. Let's do the business and let's bring that man Herbert down a little peg.
Y'all better apologize to Herbert if he wins. I'm sorry.
If he wins, then he does what he's supposed to do, and that's all he does. Pittsburgh Steelers versus Ravens. Give me the Ravens. Bills versus the Denver Broncos. Give me the Bills. And then we go Baltimore Ravens versus the Bills. Give me the Ravens. They just match up way too good against the Bills in that game and that matchup. Their defense has been playing better, and
you got Kansas City.
And the run game's going to do what it does. The Chiefs versus the Texans. Hey, this is as far as you go, TJ. You losing to the Chiefs. Chiefs versus Ravens. This is as far as you go, Lamar. You're losing to the Chiefs. And then the NFC. We got Green Bay versus Philly. Saquon masterclass. The Philadelphia Eagles are winning. Tampa Bay versus Washington. Tampa Bay, I feel like, is just a better team. Rams, Vikings, upset. They putting that man, Sam Darnold, in the dirt, exposing that fraud. And then he's going to Detroit to play Jared Goff. Revenge game. They ain't no way.
Rams beating Detroit?
Stafford is not losing to the Lions 3 times in a row. This time, he's going to Detroit. He's going, all right, now I got a team. Let's really run it. And he's going to beat Detroit in the second round.
Jesus Christ.
The Rams. And then the Eagles are going to beat the Buccaneers. They need revenge against the Buccaneers too. They lost twice in a row as well. So the Eagles are like, let's lock in. We ain't losing to the Buccaneers. They're going to win.
Oh, they're going to whoop that
ass. It's going to be Eagles versus Rams in the conference championship. And honestly, this is hurting because I have Saquon and then I got the Rams. Ultimately, I think the Eagles will have too much for the Rams.
Thank
So the Eagles are gonna win this matchup. But don't be
Eagles Super
surprised.
Bowl rematch. So you said rematches. What about this rematch?
Hey, I will say this: the Super Bowl I won initially was Falcons Chiefs in the beginning of the season because Kirk, of course, but the Raheem Morris is a terrorist, so whatever. My second option was Chiefs Rams, so I do want to see it, but it's gonna be Chiefs Eagles, and I don't care if this one's a rematch. The Chiefs are winning this matchup, and Patrick Mahomes is gonna cement himself as the GOAT.
All right, give me I hate you guys. Kansas City versus Houston. Houston, LA.
Can't hate.
Give me Chargers. Pittsburgh and Baltimore. Give me Baltimore. Denver and Buffalo. Give me Buffalo. Buffalo versus Baltimore. I love Josh Allen. I love him. Lamar just been too good this year. Give me Lamar Jackson. Kansas City versus Chargers. Give me Kansas City beating the Chargers. And then give me Kansas City versus Baltimore. Baltimore is going to be Kansas City playing Miguel Lamar. It's time to show who you are. I'm getting tired of these licensed quarterbacks. It's time to see a real black man win that Super Bowl since Doug Williams. Then we got Philly versus Green Bay. Philly,
slandering Russ is crazy.
Yeah, colorism.
All these mixed brothers. I want a brother from round the way. Washington and Tampa Bay. Got Tampa Bay. Minnesota and Chargers. I got Minnesota.
Oh no,
I have Minnesota losing to Philly, and I have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers beating Detroit. Tampa Bay versus the Eagles. Look, man, Tampa, I love y'all, but Eagles just that too good of a team, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Eagles. And then I'm with F. Dot. I got Philly versus Lamar. Lamar wins the Super Bowl, and I'm telling you, he better be in he better be in the amount of commercials Travis Kelce was in this shit. I better see Lamar with Wheaties. He better be doing Beats by Dre. He better be doing Nike commercials, whatever. He better be everywhere.
You better be the face, bro. If
he better be his cornrows better be the head and shoulders. It should be him and Trip Polamalu and him and Jacob State Farm.
Facts.
Okay, buddy.
Man, hope you can bring one back.
We'll see who comes the closest.
So you'll see.
Man, if Rams Chiefs happen, then I just feel bad for anybody who just has to deal with me, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'm blocking.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'm blocking you.
F. Dot.
You're banned.
Baltimore versus Kansas City. When Baltimore went F. Dot, you better come and talk your shit.
What? Oh my god, I'm gonna be so happy, bro. What the rematch,
bro? I'll be happy too. Like I picked the Chiefs to win,
God,
but I want to see Pat win a third one, but I want to see Lamar win.
I'm not gonna lie. If the Chiefs make it to the Super Bowl, I'm not watching the Super Bowl. Just tell me what happened afterwards. I'm not watching.
No, do your job. You better watch that Super Bowl.
Hey, as in the
you
words
understand,
of Bill
dog?
Belichick,
That game-winning drive versus the 49ers, it broke something inside me that I don't think it'll be fixed. I don't ever want to say it again, bro.
Dude,
no, Trent Williams was broken when he saw
early.
When Purdy was driving down in overtime, I was like, "Ooh, they're gonna win this game. They're gonna win this game."
Early.
Them niggas got to like the 25-yard line and crapped out, dog. When they kicked that field goal, I said, "Yeah, it's cooked."
It's over.
If it's close in the fourth quarter, dude, we need to go live for the Super Bowl.
What's name was
we can
overthinking
see
it, dog.
face after Patrick Mahomes does another comeback drive.
It's gonna be hard. I ain't gonna
if he does that.
have to go to Kansas.
I'm gonna legitimately cry if he wins another one. Like I'm gonna really cry, and I'm gonna have to put him. I'm gonna have to put him top. I'm gonna have to put him. He not gonna be better, but it's gonna be like, ooh boy,
the greatest player we've ever.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. If he this one is gonna have me like, ooh, it's an argument. It's a crazy argument. He get one more after this. I don't even care if it's 5 years later. He get 5 of them things. He better than Tom Brady.
Question to my guy Earl, because I know me and Riddell have him too. I'm assuming that everyone else does. Where is he right now before this playoff run? Oh, okay.
Yeah, number 2 all time.
Overall ranking, sure, but Patrick Mahomes is the greatest football player I've ever seen in my life.
Why I said because even if he 3-peat, he'll have 4, right?
Yeah.
If he never wins another one, that could happen. But if he gets at least one more, even if it's 5 or 6 years down the line, he's 35 and get one, he's the best all time.
Yeah, for sure.
And if he ties for 7 or 8, don't even say Tom Brady's like Tom Brady is just.
Nah, I think it all depends on how he gets it. As Peyton won 2, but ain't nobody talking about that second one he won like that.
Even if it's eighth one is a carry job. I'm talking about online Peyton
Okay, if he wins
and the Broncos. I'm still going to that.
It's different, but if we're talking, let's just say he.
Oh, you said it's different on
3-3.
bullshit.
But like, if he's absolutely dog carried the way Peyton was, we're not propping that up the same way. We're not. Let's be honest. Let's be absolutely honest. Peyton's 2 don't match up to a lot of people who want 2. They don't.
Yes, that's facts.
So
That's
just
why
where
that's my A-Rod argument over Peyton Manning. That is my whole argument, but we don't have to do that. We can wait for B because I know B would crash out over that. But I still got Joe 3. I think,
Yeah, hey, Eli, look, he might not be, even though he will be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Eli top 5 playoff quarterback before him all time. Can nobody say he might be top 3.
If Eli is a first ballot Hall of Famer, I want my bet.
Every week every month when they do the finalists and he keep making a cut, boy, if he be a first ballot Hall of Famer, you can't say shit to me, bro.
Hey, if he's a first
any
ballot
argument you got about Eli, I'm gonna say first ballot. First ballot. He's first
Random.
ballot.
Let's go on our.
He's
If
first ballot. Well, you know he's first
if
ballot.
Eli gets first ballot, let's go on our Jim Plunkett Hall of Fame train. That's
nasty.
I want Jim Plunkett in. Eli's first ballot, bro.
I'm with you, Michael. Jim Plunkett. Yeah.
Look. Let's be 100% real. Let's be 100% real.
What are you about to say about
he shouldn't be first ballot. He just shouldn't be.
No way. I'm sorry.
He just shouldn't be. Like even the biggest Eli supporters know he's not first ballot.
I don't.
Dan Marino was first ballot. Sanders was first ballot. Deion Sanders was first ballot. Tom Brady, like he don't belong in that conversation,
between the finalists. If I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm going to cry and cheer like a baby. If this is gonna be the greatest quarterback, this is gonna be the greatest Hall of Fame for me ever. If Steve, because they all finalists right now. If Steve, Luke, and Eli make it, this is going to be the greatest Hall of Fame year of my life. If all three of them make it,
right? Bro, Steve should.
No, he ain't first ballot, but he's making the final. Him and Luke are in the top. They're in the final 15 right now. If all three of them make it, if Eli, Steve, and Luke make it, it's nothing to talk to me about. Never talk to me about.
People forget about Stevie. People be forgetting, not us, but people be forgetting about Stevie Smith.
This is what I'm gonna be saying about the whole Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady thing. Because Mahomes
and Eli first ballot.
Mahomes could be better, but Tom Brady was so great that he made a mid quarterback of a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Oh my god, bro!
Yeah.
That is a
His career was so
that's
great.
That's almost like Dave Chappelle joke about how Monica Lewinsky got famous for doing what she did to Bill Clinton. Like,
so
that's crazy.
Mahomes could be better. But Tom Brady was so great, he made a mid quarterback a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Bro, it would be like if
great. You made it. Well, no, he ain't mid though. You been nasty, but you so great. You help another nigga get in the Hall of Fame. That's
it would be like if Mike Tyson lost to Buster Douglas 2 times. No, I'm kidding.
That's how great Tom Brady is. So yeah, I'll give it. So yeah,
but there's nothing you can say about Eli. If Eli get first ballot, nothing you can say.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Eli and Peyton first ballot.
No, we first of all, we debate people all the time in the Hall of Fame. I can still do it. Deion Sanders is right. They're opening the Hall of Fame to too many people. They're opening the Hall of Fame to too many people.
I ain't gonna lie, basketball I feel that way, but ain't nobody in the Hall of Fame that supposed to be in there. Y'all being nasty.
No. Deion, if you look at
basketball, be letting anybody in, but football really do have the best of the best.
No. Football has been opening up the gates to the only people who keep it 100% is baseball. And I'll say this for me. This isn't Eli talk. I am very, very strict on the people I let in. If I was running the Hall of Fame, I'm very strict.
But can you name 3 guys for them? I mean, random that you think don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame?
Kurt Warner doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame.
I don't know about that.
Kurt Warner at one point was out the league backing up a rookie Eli Manning.
He's also a 2-time MVP, a Super Bowl winning champion, and took a franchise who never went to the Super Bowl before to the Super Bowl.
But okay, so then why does he have that massive divot when he is one of the worst quarterbacks in the league in between those two things?
He didn't have a chance. He just didn't have a chance nowhere good.
If you're that dude. If you're that, I should not have to question your credentials when you're in the Hall of Fame. That's how I've always felt.
But I don't know why people are questioning credentials.
Because why shouldn't I question his credentials? Why should I question Kurt Warner's credentials?
Yeah, I mean, like at the end of the day, maybe it's this new generation of people who don't care about winning, but like what Kurt Warner did when he came.
It should be absolutely noted. He helmed one of the greatest offenses of all time. But when you're that dude, you shouldn't be like your team shouldn't be. Yeah, like I'm iffy. Drew Brees was just so great that I'm willing to even look over his 8-8 seasons, which is still when you're a top quarterback in the league, that shouldn't be happening. So like when you're going even below the 8-8 threshold,
it's the same argument for Joe Burrow though, Random. It's the same argument for why Joe Burrow is being put on a not.
I also think Kurt is a Hall of Famer, but
I think a lot of people I could bring it up every time people when you like somebody that matters. It really does. And obviously I use TO, but we just know when they don't like you, even though you have the stats. They put that against you.
Forget liking. He had the greatest show on turf. Was one of the best, most noted teams in history, led by Kurt Warner.
And then he fell off. And then he fell completely off, Lonnie.
And then he rose back up. He rose back up with the Cardinals.
Phone died. But I ain't gonna lie, Warren Moon did the same thing. Warren Moon had to go through all them trials and tribulations to get to the NFL. And I think part of the reason why Kurt Warner had to wait and all that other stuff is because a lot of guys didn't like the fact that he came from where he came from to make it to the pros, man. I think if he's one of them guys that's the first round draft pick from the beginning of the game, he never goes somewhere and has to sit for a little bit or whatever like that.
I think he also had to redefine himself a little bit because that team that he had when he lost it was like he wasn't used to having to be more of a guy.
No. Tell the truth. Where'd he go? Tell the truth. Where'd he go? When he went?
No. But he lost it. No, but he lost in St. Louis though. Like I'm saying, like the year before he left, like he wasn't as good. I'm not saying he was trash.
But that St. Louis team,
I still think he's a Hall of Famer.
That St. Louis team was starting to fall apart because Mark Bolger was that good either. And then when he went to that Giants team that me and Riddell keep telling you has never been a good organization, dog.
Trash team. No, I'm not gonna lie to the 2011.
Never give Eli's credit for carrying that team to 2 Super Bowls.
Bro, Eli was damn
carry. He had a great defense in both of them. What are we doing? We act like Michael Strahan doesn't exist. Justin Tuck doesn't exist. He wasn't out there with chopped liver, bro.
But can we be? And we know I'm not saying the guys suck. I'm not saying the guys suck. But if we being honest, y'all, what Eli did, come on, bro.
Every Super Bowl team has Hall of Famers. Like,
yeah, stop it. What Eli did.
But you're saying he carried the team when he had great players on his team. Let's not pretend like Eli Manning was carrying the freaking Panthers, your Panthers this year to the Super Bowl. He wasn't doing that. Bryce Bortles was a great receiver in the league.
I'm looking at a guy who literally
the majority of his career, he had terrible teams, bro.
Yeah, man. And even hold up. Let's be for real. And we always do this. We always do this. We always do this about that Michael Strahan team, right? That team was literally mid as fuck during the season and got hot. But one thing about it, 2 things for short. Eli went we talking about dog. He went to away game after away game in order to get busy and didn't miss a beat. And then did it the following time when he went with Victor Cruz and them away game, cooking people, dog. Like bro, Eli, he got him there.
Also, Eli, especially in a regular season, like
away game narrative. Away
in 2011, I will say.
Yeah, but
you know we don't talk about. You know we don't talk about the only game that we can really definitively and that first Super Bowl. The only game that we really talk about how great that D line was and how they really showed up was Super Bowl. No, what other game do we talk about how they were just killing?
What?
Well,
we don't though.
We don't down Aaron Rodgers though. God, okay. Which I mean
Come
happens.
On,
and they didn't play Aaron Rodgers.
Exactly what I mean.
They play Aaron Rodgers.
It
is that Green Bay game was literally a low scoring game, and that was Eli who got him that win.
It was 20. Okay, first things first. That playoff run, the Giants defense didn't allow anybody to score above 20 points. That defense was putting in work. Let's not act like it just was all Eli. They were putting in work. It's a gauntlet of quarterbacks too.
I'm saying we didn't mention them. Like we know the effect they had in the first. We know the effect they had in the Super Bowl.
Yes, they were being mentioned all season because there was more than
bro. Like this is exactly what I mean. Like we attack other quarterbacks for narratives about what happened in their career. Now we're literally acting like the Giants was all Eli when it wasn't.
I didn't say no. See, you
literally just downplayed the defense.
I'm saying in my opinion, I think he carried them to the Super Bowl and got them to the Super Bowl with a lot of that great play he did, a lot of clutch plays. Yes, the defense did a part of keeping guys and keeping the game close, but Eli finished every game, made sure he got done was done, and then when they played against the Super Bowl, that defense damn sure showed up. But it was Eli for the game winning drive, and then that second time, him and Victor Cruz in the playoffs was just going crazy. Like that Tampa Bay game, they killed Tampa Bay ass
early in 2011, bro. In 2011, bro, they don't even make the playoffs without Eli backpacking that team in the regular season,
bro. He was going.
He was low key, 4,900 elite.
Yeah, 4,900 yards, but like 30 and 11 or something. Like
I always said this. I've always said this, and Riddell is my witness. Every time you gave Eli a legit receiver, he made that receiver a Pro Bowler. And I'm not saying, I know we had this argument. I'm not saying he made him a Pro Bowler in the sense of like, oh, it was all him. What I'm saying is that when you gave him a guy, that guy produced. And we know there are guys who get a guy and don't do nothing with him. He was the guy that when you gave him a guy, he did something with him. That's what I'm saying.
He was
Odell, Victor Cruz, Steve Smith, Plexico Burrs. When you gave him a receiver, he got busy.
2011, Eli had the most game-winning drives, I think, out of any quarterback.
That year he ran through teams. Like in the playoffs, he ran through that Tampa Bay team. They beat that Green Bay team. Like he was like that, dog. He was like that. Dog. And then
crazy.
again, I'm gonna keep saying it. If they lose to that Patriots team, that we all of us say, and we are on record to say that is the greatest team of all time.
Yes, we agree. Eli Manning was part of the greatest upset.
So great, he made another average. He made a average.
That was the one real blip.
Literally average.
Resume,
can we stop saying average, bro? Stop saying average.
He was. Outside of this is my problem. We only ever do this with Eli. We just take 2 years. 2 years where he played well in the playoffs and don't talk about nothing else. We don't talk about
why because they're
early. Let me finish, please. We don't talk about nothing else with Eli. We don't talk about the fact that his best team in 2008 flamed out in the first round. We don't talk about the fact that the man went 19 and 27 in a passing thing. He walked so Jameis Winston could run. We don't talk. I'm still mad that we let Riddell made that clip or Early made that clip of Riddell saying why he's a Hall of Famer and try to use Drew Brees as he only has a few more interceptions than Drew Brees. Drew Brees played 50 more. Drew Brees played 20 more games.
He was cooking.
Drew Brees played. He also, the crazy part is he forgot to add the context. Drew Brees played 20 more games or something like that and threw 50 more touchdowns. But we don't want to talk about that.
No.
We do this. We don't talk about how bad he was. The fact that he was 500 as a quarterback. We never talk about that with him.
And
we only spent 2 years with him.
How bad these teams are, so we can play.
I don't want to hear that. When he had
we leave out context. No.
Riddell, I can do this with you too, because you only ever want to do that. You were saying he had bad teams. He had talent, and he couldn't win with it. The man was average. He was average.
What are you talking about?
Okay. Explain 19 and 27. Riddell, explain 19 and 27. Riddell, explain 19 and 27. Explain 19 and 27.
Of course, he had bad seasons. I'm not denying
that. The other 3 times, he threw 20 picks. The other 3 times, explain the other 3 times, he threw 20 picks in a regular season. Explain the other 3 times he did it.
They were terrible.
It's not all bad. Okay, no. I'm trying to calm down.
Let's guys, because I don't want Random to get heated again. Random, I'm gonna ask you a simple question, right? Name your top 5 greatest quarterbacks, right? Let's do that real quick. I want to prove point.
Oh my god. I'm saying this before I do that. No, Eli Manning has thrown 20 interceptions. More times in a modern passing era, and nobody ever mentions that. Multiple times. He threw 20 interceptions in a season more times than he went to the playoffs. Or almost as many times. But we don't want to talk about that. We just want to talk, you upset Tom Brady. He did it twice. The man could even consistently win his division. And we want to talk about him being a first ballot Hall of Famer. Just because guess what? Who he beat, his last name, and people like his family. That's one of the main reasons.
Okay, I got you.
Bros,
Who's your top 5 quarterback? Who's your top 5 quarterbacks?
Bro's closer to Jameis Winston and Tom Brady.
Like, okay, my top 5: Brady, Mahomes, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, and Aaron Rodgers.
Can you honestly name me, and I'm just being honest with you, can you name me at any point in time where Eli had teams as good as those guys?
What?
2008, he had a team.
Those guys, that's cap.
They were literally the number 1 seed in the playoffs, bro. They were the number 1 seed in the NFC.
Teams.
Just because they were number 1 seed don't mean the teams were better.
Why are we acting like? By the way,
because that's what we mean by context. It matters.
No. Because I'm not going to agree with that. They paid him to be elite.
He was.
Maybe 1 or 2 seasons, he was barely top 10.
Wait. What
are we doing?
If I draft a quarterback who's first
we
round,
only ever do this with Eli. We only ever do
if
this
I
with
draft a quarterback who's first round,
I got you.
he throws almost 400 touchdowns. He throws 6,000 yards. He gives me 2 Super Bowls. That's a good career, guys.
It wasn't a good career.
Are you saying?
Hold on.
Are you saying that
Random keeps on repeating this? We only do this with Eli. We have to recognize Eli is literally the only quarterback that was drafted in a terrible situation as a number 1 pick, and somehow, despite terrible years throughout his entire career, somehow won 2 Super Bowls. That does not happen. It doesn't. It doesn't happen.
Wait. Random, I got it. We have to forget that Eli was
against the guy.
Eli was drafted and then demanded a trade. He was drafted by the Chargers and then demanded a trade. So add that.
I can't do anything about that.
Jamarcus
And guess what?
He did demand a trade.
He traded into his situation. He literally traded into his situation. But also early, did you say that
traded into a bad situation?
Did you say that Eli didn't have teams as Eli's best teams weren't as good as any of the top 5 quarterbacks teams?
What I'm saying is this, and this is the easiest way to put it, right?
And Eli had the worst fall off out of any of the.
We talk about.
It's not even funny.
Oh my God! Come on! I hate when we come on. Don't do that. When we get to moving too much. I think that when I look at somebody like Jalen Hurts, right? Y'all give Jalen Hurts all the credit. Y'all, when I say not all the credit, I mean I give him all the credit. And like I give him everything. What I'm saying is that you guys will fight for Jalen Hurts, and I'm a guy who says. There are so many guys who will never see a team as good as Jalen Hurts been put around him. That's what I mean when I say that. When I look at the best of the best, I'm looking at you say Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers had Devontae Adams. Aaron Rodgers had Greg Jennings, Donald Driver, and he had I know Donald Driver went with probably Jordy Nelson, James Jones, Michael Finley. Like he's had great guys. O linemen like my man Bakura and Beluga, whatever his name was. Pretty damn good running back situation like that. You look at Joe Montana. Dog, listen, I love Joe Montana. I think he's still top 5 all time. But boy, that
Joe Montana never had to worry about free agency. Yeah, but but then add the context to that. Joe Montana did not have to worry about free agency until the end of his career. So if you want to throw that at Joe Montana literally did not play under the same rules that Eli did.
How does that not help Eli? Early is the fact that that's what I'm saying. How did that help
Joe
Eli?
Montana was busting ass to
the way I see it, basically take out Eli. If it was Geno Smith that beat Tom Brady twice, if it was
we're not saying Geno
twice, if it was Tua that beat
y'all being that y'all compare
Tua that beat Brady twice.
This get crazy. Y'all compare anybody to Eli, bro.
Stats showed you that. How he played showed you that.
That's what you're.
It's how he played showed you that.
If Tua beat Brady twice, then I guess he's a Hall of Famer.
Let the record show that I'm a stat. Let the record show stats don't matter when I bring them up. But now they matter now.
See, that's a good comp. Kirk Cousins, if he won 2 Super Bowls, he'd be a Hall of Famer. That's a good comp.
With his numbers, won 2 Super Bowls, be a Hall of Famer too. I'm not trying to hear any of that.
It depends.
I'm gonna give you one right now. If Matt Ryan wins that Super Bowl versus Tom Brady,
was always better.
And he has at least one.
Matt Ryan was
ain't even a question about first ballot.
Matt Ryan was always better than.
Yeah, but Matt Ryan
was
always better.
Unlike Eli,
always better.
Matt Ryan has all pros. Unlike Eli.
But you know what's funny though? You said Matt Ryan was always better, but Matt Ryan had better teams than Eli too throughout his career.
He was also MVP.
He had better teams too.
All pro. He was also all pro.
I They're the only guys that actually watched the Giants growing up and knew they had bad teams.
This is my problem, though. He's just a better player. He's just a better quarterback.
Matt Ryan was better than him.
Wait.
He's just better than him.
Hey, Riddell, you taking Matt Ryan's career over Eli's career?
No.
Question we're asking.
He's a better quarterback.
Milani, you see how they pivot? You see how they pivot? When I'm literally looking up Eli's stats, I'm seeing 23 and 20 in 2007, 21 and 25 in 2010.
Riddell, look at the screen,
27. Like that's great. That's great that he beat him. That's great that he beat him. That still doesn't disavow the fact that fucking Matt Ryan was a better quarterback than Eli Manning.
The guys that you love, they sat across Eli, and them 2 playoff runs, the guys that you your favorites, he said, come here.
No,
bro, my man, leave. You're out of here. Goodbye.
Okay then, Prodigy. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. So when Blake Bortles walked into Pittsburgh and beat Ben Roethlisberger, Blake Bortles is now better than Big
win the Super Bowl.
Blake Bortles is
Super Bowl winners, Brandon. Stop being petty.
No. So when Brad Johnson,
so Joe Flacco,
okay, let me give you. Brad Johnson walked into the vet in Philadelphia, beat Donovan McNabb, and went to the Super Bowl and won it. Brad Johnson is now a better quarterback than Donovan McNabb. That's what we're talking about. That's how that sounds.
Last message.
But I hate that we act like hold up, bro. This is my thing. I don't like we do. I hate that we act like Eli Manning ain't. I mean, he won't be after a couple years because the passing is so crazy now. But I hate that we act like Eli Manning is a guy who has 20,000 yards, 80 touchdowns, and 2 Super Bowls. Eli got stats, y'all. Like I don't know why we act like Eli don't have stats. He's top 7 and 10 and everything.
I've told you. That
helps. The fact that he got numbers along with you helps. He's just a guy who had 2 good years.
Early, let me tell you this right now. That discussion point is going to get worse and worse as the years go. They're adding more games. Kirk Cousins will have better stats than bona fide Hall of Famers when he's done. We're not saying Kirk Cousins is going to be better than Joe Montana.
I'm going to tell you why it won't matter, because we also know context. Like, for me, I don't give a damn what y'all said. For me, I was actually happy the Eagles sat Saquon Barkley, because if you don't do it in 16 games, you ain't beating Eric Dickerson's record. I don't give a damn you to beat it because you got 17 games. That don't matter to me. Again, when context goes on and all these guys had 18 games, 17 games, that's cool. But Eli will already be in the Hall of Fame by then. And the same guys that we liked back then, they're going to be blown out the water, we look at them and say, dog, they were great for their era. Again, I always bring Marvin Harrison up because Marvin Harrison was putting up 1,800-yard seasons in a 2004, 2005 time. Like, that's different, dog. That's when niggas didn't pass the ball like, and they had Edge and James. So, like, for me, when you do something like that back then, and we know it was a little harder back then, that do mean something. And that's never going to change the context, no matter how many numbers you put up, because a lot of times the guys will come back and say, well, it was a passing league, or it was this, or it was that. Dog, what Eli did at his time, in his era, to get dog, he was one the greatest quarterback gauntlets. We talking about Peyton Manning. We talking about Drew Brees. We talking about Tom Brady. We talking about Ben Roethlisberger. We even his own draft class alone. That nigga got 2 of them things, man.
Oh, so let's keep
bro.
it saying.
Phillip Rivers is the most overrated quarterback of all time, bro.
Joe Flacco,
Phillip Rivers is the most overrated QB.
He had just as tough as a gauntlet, because he had to go through Andrew Luck, and then he had to beat Peyton Manning, and then he had to beat Tom Brady. And then he had to beat Colin Kaepernick.
That was an impressive run, but let's talk about that team.
So basically, Joe Flacco is Eli Manning with just 1 less ring. That's what we're saying.
I'm gonna say it again. Joe Flacco don't have Eli numbers. Yo, stop. Riddell, what they always do is they act like Eli Lilly is a 25,000-yard guy. Like the nigga ain't got 6,000 yards. Like y'all do that. But that's how y'all talk about him. Why are you using Joe Flacco?
You know what he is early? You know what he is?
His numbers don't compete with Eli numbers.
You know what he is early? He's 117 guy. That's what he is.
Man's thrown over 20 touchdowns. In a modern passing man has thrown over 20 interceptions in a modern passing era, fit to help the quarterback 3 times. I'm sorry, I said 3 times. 3 times. He's literally 500 as a quarterback. 500 as a quarterback, and the man could he couldn't even make. First things first. Look at Eli Manning's career. He wasn't even the best quarterback in his. You could even say he was the best quarterback in his division consistently. Like, I don't know. just because he has those 2 runs, and let me say this again for the people in the back because they want to think that I'm hating on them. Those 2 runs will forever be solidified in NFL history. 2 of the greatest runs to Super Bowl we have ever seen. But just because he had 2 great runs to Super Bowl does not override everything else that he did. He was mid to bad in the regular season. His best team was upset in the first round. He wasn't always literally in the postseason. We got to stop lying about this.
Let's run numbers real quick. Eli played 15 seasons, right?
Early, just say that.
Eli played 15 seasons. He's number 10 all time, right? Aaron Rodgers played literally 19 seasons and only has 5,000 more yards.
Ryan like number 9.
Yeah, Matt Ryan's number 8.
So Aaron Rodgers sat the first. No. Aaron Rodgers sat the first 3 seasons of his career. So add that context. He didn't literally throw a football for the first 3 seasons of his career because Brett Favre would not let anybody step on the field.
Respect.
He beat Brett Favre too.
That's great. Just because you beat someone doesn't make you better than them. What are we doing?
Early. Is Eli a top 15 quarterback of all time?
Top 15 all
Come
time.
on, bro. We don't gotta
hell
do
no.
this.
Yeah, man.
We can talk about Eli Manning's runs all the time, but we don't need to lie about what he did, who he was.
There's been no lie that was mentioned out of my mouth.
Dude, he's not top 15.
Nothing I said was
Come on, y'all.
My thing is this though. My thing is this though.
Everything was true what I said.
My thing is this though, right? I look at also the same thing I do with Andre Johnson. When we look at Eli Manning's, we gotta get out of here. When we look at Eli Manning's career, dog, there's a guy who was drafted the same year as him who also has 2 Super Bowls. Do you think he's the first ballot Hall of Famer or a Hall of Famer? Do we think Ben Roethlisberger is a Hall of Famer?
No.
Yes.
He's first ballot. What?
He should be
Hold on.
Eli.
Why is Ben Roethlisberger first ballot?
Ben was way better in the regular season than Eli was.
Always. Every single day of his life, Big Ben was better than Eli. Every single day they were in the league.
Can you name Big Ben's weapons?
Bro, are we gonna really over?
Are we really doing this?
So, hey, Riddell. So, damn near 8 years, Antonio Brown. 10 plus years of Hines Ward. Like, that don't matter though, right?
Oh my
that don't
God.
matter.
We're not doing this.
Oh yeah, so Eli never had a King.
Bro, Hines Ward
he never had
30 receiver of all time.
He never had OBJ. Eli Manning took Michael, Lonnie, and me to the Super Bowl every single. He took us.
So we comparing 2 or 3 years of Odell versus 8 years of Antonio Brown.
That's how you change
Troy Polamalu, Ike Taylor, Lamar Woodley, James Harrison, Brent Kiesel, Casey Hampton, Lawrence Timmons, James Ferrier.
Keep doing that because we just keep moving it for Eli. We never do this for anybody else. We never do this for any other quarterback.
If Eli plays for Pittsburgh, how many Super Bowls you think he can win?
Bro, you said bro.
If Eli plays for a franchise like the Roonies in Pittsburgh, how are we talking about him?
He doesn't win more because if he was in the playoffs as much as Ben, he would have choked just as much as Ben, especially at the end.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially at the end.
Y'all got it, man. And I'm not putting that on you random because you ain't said it random. You said that was Michael said it, so I ain't put it on you random.
Come on,
next time
man.
we bring that up, I won't say you said that.
Look, my only thing is Eli's career should be praised, but if we're talking about being in the hall with way better quarterbacks, being in the same room as as people he just doesn't belong in the same room with. Come on, just because you keep saying he beat, okay, bro. Nick Foles,
way better.
Brady,
Dan Fouts, Warren Moon.
Now you're
who else? Terry Bradshaw.
Early. Come on, man.
I'm taking Eli over them guys.
Early. Come on, bro.
You can't go back to the 1950s and name a quarterback from that era and be like,
I didn't name that one nigga from 1950s. You're being petty. I literally said Dan Fouts. I literally said Terry Bradshaw. I literally said Troy Aikman. I'm taking Eli over those guys.
You said Warren Moon and Dan Fouts.
Warren Moon played in the 90s, my boy. What are you talking about?
Y'all be disrespecting Troy Aikman. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all really be disrespecting him.
I'm just sitting here like I just don't want people to exaggerate and act like every time Eli stepped on the field, it was only the playoffs, bro, and he only played great twice. There was other.
Name of Ken Stabler, man. Stop it, man.
No, that's fine. Random.
Joe Namath played in the 60s and 70s. Ken Stabler played in the 60s and 70s and 80s. Come on, bro.
That's fine.
Come on, bro.
You can make it your mission to put things in context for Eli, and I'll do the same thing for people who think that Eli was on these teams that were good enough to make the playoffs
Exactly.
and good enough to be a good team consistently. I will add that context.
Also,
you add your context.
He was also a part of the problem at times too.
Part of the problem.
Man, y'all want to act like Troy Aikman didn't Troy.
I wish I understood that, and even though he didn't win the Super Bowls, literally between him, Phillip Rivers, and Bill Roethlisberger, Eli easily had the worst decision making in the office, in the front office, when it came to putting talent around him out of them three quarterbacks. Easily, bro.
Good enough early.
I watched it with my own eyes. They went into season after season with nothing, dog. This is the same Giants team that made Kurt Warner, Hall of Fame Kurt Warner, look like he didn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, or he didn't deserve to be in the NFL, dog. Come on, man.
Hey, no, Ronnie, I'll give you this. I already admitted this. Like, I have the receipt for this as well. When it comes down to
always good. Sometimes shit.
When it comes down to 2008, that was the only year that I was like, Eli, you failed. I will admit that. But when the majority of the time, the majority of his career, he had terrible offensive line play. The defense was terrible. The run game was I don't even got to talk about that run game. And his receivers, the only ones that were good for like 1 or 2 years, then either get injured or fall off. The only one he got that was like cooking was obviously Plaxico in the beginning, but then obviously the injury.
But
and
Plaxico
then
only had like 3 years with him, Riddell. Only 3 years with him.
Already washed.
We forget. We act like Eli had guys for forever.
No,
the guy he had the longer was Amani Toomer, who was a mid-ass receiver. He had Plaxico for 3 years. He had Odell for 3 years. He had Victor for 2 years. Like, we forget. There's not one guy you was able to lock in with him and get it done year after year. He literally had to figure it out. And let's when you really watch the game, Riddell, tell me I'm lying, Riddell, tell me I'm lying, Riddell. Tell me I'm lying, Riddell. When it comes to Eli throwing pick, Riddell, I've never seen this before in my life, and I know you're a real Giants fan. Tell me I'm lying. How many times did Eli get so many picks in seasons because the receivers would drop passes?
Oh, no, we're not using that. Are you serious? Are you serious?
I ain't watched the game then. I ain't watched the game then. Eli was dog. That team was notorious for dropping passes in the
nasty. That's nasty as hell. That's nasty as hell. You knew it. End of the damn show.
I don't like to use the draft. I don't like to use
it. Come on now.
I won't use it, but he is right. But I won't use it.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous to use that on any quarterback. The man threw 20 picks. The man he ain't just fucking throwing 20 picks just because his receivers dropped every fucking one of them. He threw 27 picks. That's not all receivers. 27 is 27.
But look though.
Come on, bro.
Think about this though. When you throwing 25 picks, think about this though. You throwing 25 picks with a 65% completion rate. Like, I'm telling you, something ain't right. If you watch the game,
throwing the fucking thing to the defenders. What are we doing? End the goddamn show.
Hey man, that's our time. This is another episode of Open Field Podcast. Hey, end of the season. We'll see you for the playoffs. We'll see you for the off season. Playoffs is here. Hey man, listen, it's gonna be a good time. You know, to get your football when you want to get it. We gonna be here. I got my guy Riddell. I got my guy Random. I got my guy Michael. I got my guy F. Dot. I got my guy Final Boss. Mo was here earlier. Shout out to Shrimp for coming by, and just regular ain't shit me. Hey man, thank y'all for showing up and giving us love. We will be here Sunday after the playoffs, first week of the playoffs, to see who predictions is going good so far. And we out this month. Eli for president.